Day, May 4th. May the 4th, of course, big day for the Star Wars folk. Big day for the Sixers and Heat playing Game 2. Can James Harden break through and contribute with Joel Embiid still out?
When we start talking about trades, it's usually winners and losers. Sometimes it can end up being a win-win. But I think this might be the rare instance where we're talking about a lose-lose. And although the Philadelphia 76ers did clear that bar when it comes to being better than the Brooklyn Nets, it's hard to call James Harden being a part of this team a win.
Chris Canty earlier on ESPN Radio. Game 2, big one for the Sixers. Rory McIlroy re-ups with TaylorMade, playing tomorrow at the Wells Fargo as the odds-on favorite. He's here 9:30 with Key, Jay, and Max. They're next. I'm Jay Reynolds. It's ESPN Radio.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max starts next at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and ESPN News.
CSX Transportation is an industry leader on the move. The railroad company has immediate openings for freight train conductors. Join the CSX team and start your paid-on-the-job training today, earning nearly $25 per hour with no degree required. If you're safety-focused with a passion for great service, you've got what it takes to move your career forward at CSX. Apply at csx.com/careers. That's csx.com/careers. CSX is an equal opportunity employer.
Cutting the price of your wireless bill feels good. Really good. Actually, it feels great. You should try it out. So cut your bill by switching to Straight Talk Wireless. Now offering our $45 Silver Unlimited plan with 5 gigabytes of hotspot and nationwide 5G on America's largest, most dependable networks. The $45 Silver Unlimited plan from Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
A month equals 30 days. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
Hey there, casino fans. I'm here to let you know that the new BetRivers.com casino app is here. It's got lots and lots of exciting slots and table games to play, fast payouts, and a rewards program you'll love. Plus, with award-winning customer service, the excitement never stops. So get ready, casino lovers, to experience the BetRivers.com difference you can trust. It's a whole new game. Download it today.
Presented by Rivers Casino, Philadelphia. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is Matt Crowder live at the gas station on 41st Street, reporting on those skyrocketing gas prices. Excuse me, miss, are you buying less gas now because of the high prices?
Oh, I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute, are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Well, does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow. Well, there you have it. Stop paying full price for gas. Download the free Upside app and get real cash back every time you buy gas. This is Matt Crowder Radio News Network. Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code DRAG for a $5 bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or any gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code DRAG for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's code DRAG.
Better skin from your body wash? Try Olay Body Wash with skincare super ingredient collagen. Olay Body Wash with collagen hydrates to rejuvenate skin surface cells for healthier looking skin in just 14 days. From dry and dull to firm and radiant. So I can step into my day feeling my best in my skin. And now try Olay Body Lotion, which hydrates for visibly firmer skin that improves over time. Olay Body, fearless in my skin.
Beasley Media's Philadelphia digital division continues to grow, and we're looking for qualified candidates. To see the full job description and qualifications for our digital sales strategist, ad operations, and digital sales coordinator positions, go to 97.5thefanatic.com/now hiring. Positions are full-time and include benefits. Please deliver your resume and cover letter to digitalphilly@bbgi.com. Beasley Media Group, LLC is an equal opportunity employer.
97.5 The Fanatic is an equal opportunity employer and is dedicated to performing broad outreach to fill job vacancies at the station. We seek the help of local community organizations in referring qualified applicants to our station. Community organizations that wish to receive our job posting should contact the Fanatic's business office by calling 610-771-9750. We also encourage listeners to visit bbgi.com, where you'll find an online listing of job openings at Beasley Media Group, LLC. WPEN, Burlington, Philadelphia. Beasley Media State. Your home for 76ers playoff basketball.
Plug in.
This is 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Good morning. Thought I'd help you wake up.
It's 6 a.m. and you're listening to The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
And may the force be with you.
I never want to hear about working for the weekend again. From anyone.
I never want to hear working for the weekend again.
Well,
this song slaps.
John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. Pat, do you want to say it? Because Coach is dying to say it.
Is this John Williams, too?
No, let Coach have this one.
It's a great theme.
He's in his
glory. Yeah, he really is.
Coach?
Yes.
Star Wars.
Say it.
May the 4th be with you.
There you go.
Is that the last time we'll say that today, please?
No. There's
That's
lots.
the fifth time I've heard him say
it. It sounds like you have a speech impediment when you say that.
John, if you look over your left shoulder, there's a little somebody behind you over there.
Chewie. I did not watch a Star Wars movie till 2017.
Wow.
My
wife's never seen them, and I need to correct that.
Well, we have the
Star Wars.
Well, we have Jamie for you. I got the when the girls get here, we have the DVD. I
don't think I have a DVD player anymore.
You don't have one at all?
No.
Oh my God! Even with the kids, you just watch everything on demand.
Yeah.
Really?
Disney Plus, Netflix.
Oh yeah, you
Hulu.
got it all there.
Yeah, it's all there.
Pat, you excited for May the 4th be with you?
No.
What does it bring me?
Yeah,
I don't know what it does for me.
I'm not anti-Star Wars, but this day does nothing for me.
You know what, though? Watching a Star Wars movie for the first time, right before the Eagles won a Super Bowl, that was like the summer and the fall, and I think it led to the Eagles winning the Super Bowl, I guess, I like the new movies far better. The last two, to me, are better than anything I saw. And all the zealots of Star Wars are like, no, it's the originals. And I think that Mark Hamill and what's her name? The lady who died in the plane.
Carrie Fisher. Sneaky hot.
I think their acting is terrible.
Plane.
Yeah, she died on a plane.
She overdosed during a plane. I mean, when they did the autopsy, she had more drugs
She had
than I think.
She had really done her up.
John Denver.
No, she was on. No, she didn't run out of gas. A different thing. Did I just hear that? Did I just hear that? Yeah, you did. Hey, Star Wars, created in 1977, has grossed over $10 billion worldwide.
Wow.
And if you have not seen the Star Wars land at Disney, it's absolutely amazing. And I'm not a big Star Wars guy at all, and it is amazing. So much fun. It is so detailed. It's so beautiful. It's really a good time to check it out. We get started today, though, with the real issue. I said to the guys earlier, how much different would tomorrow be if you wake up with a 1-1 series? How much different does it mean to the mood of the city? How much different does it make to you as a fan? Because some fans get a little let's be honest, pouty bitches when their teams lose. And it would be great to see everybody get to see this Sixers team win. But I got a silver lining for Sixers fans to start the day today. The Sixers did not play their best game on Monday night. And as Bob pointed out, the problem is neither did Miami. So yesterday, Bob, I tried to do a Bob Cooney and tried to go back and watch some of the first half because I thought in the second half Miami played pretty well. And I moved my opinion a little bit to Bob's. That when I looked at it, Miami left points on the table.
Yeah.
In that first half, especially in the second half of the first quarter. So I'm going to ask you all to start the day with this thought. If I asked you to change one thing from the Monday game plan for Doc Rivers, and I thought our boy Chunas did a great job yesterday discussing the topic and saying, the idea of whether or not to start DeAndre Jordan doesn't make any sense to me, the big debate about it. Because either way, you have to play DeAndre Jordan. Either way, you have to play.
No, you don't. No,
you do.
No, you really don't. You really don't.
You do.
I'd rather Paul Millsap.
You're not
for 8 to 10 minutes. You really don't.
I don't get it. I don't get
They're
the
not
logic.
a big team.
Bam's their biggest guy. You could put Tobias on him in an emergency. You really don't.
I don't know what people.
He doesn't bring you rebounding. He doesn't bring you defense. He doesn't bring you offense. He doesn't bring you transition. What does he bring you?
I love Paul Millsap, and earlier in his career, I think he's the definition of cooked.
He is, but he's better than DeAndre Jordan's cooked.
Well, I mean.
I know it's desperate. I know this isn't a good answer.
And I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at this situation
it's a bad
that they're
situation.
in.
It's a horrible
So I'm asking you.
Oh, my God.
So to clarify this, Paul Millsap is medium and
medium cooked, and DeAndre's well done.
Well done, yeah.
He's saying well done. If I ask you to make one change from Monday night, because I believe yesterday my head was going to explode, all the blame of Doc Rivers for that loss. And I watched it again yesterday for a round. It took like 40 minutes to just go through some stuff. And I'm saying, if you're blaming Doc Rivers for the game one loss, I'm just going to say, I don't think you understand basketball. Because that game fell apart due to the fact of the talent playing underachieving. And I feel worse about James Harden's performance after checking it out a second time. So if you make one change to what Doc Rivers did on Monday night, if you make your change that you suggested, do you believe it changes the outcome of that game? Because I'm going to tell you flat out, it doesn't. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. Not one decision Doc Rivers made in that game cost game one. It did not cost them to lose. And bottom line, I feel worse about James Harden's performance watching it for a second time. And I also agree with Bob. Miami didn't play their best game either. And yesterday when you kept saying that, Jamie and I both sort of looked at you like, nah, Bob, what are you talking about? Miami didn't play that poorly. And I looked at it as they left a lot of points. The second half of the first quarter, they played like crap. And the turnovers were terrible.
Yeah, when the Sixers made their run to get back into the game, now they got down 12 early, which that can't happen tonight. You can't come out sleepwalking. And, Miami hit shots early. I think they scored on their first 6 possessions. So they came out and they made shots early. The Sixers then later on went into a zone, which I talked to you guys about, and I'd love it if we could watch it. Maybe they'll do it again tonight. They played a zone which wasn't great, but Miami missed shots. They didn't allow Miami much penetration. They didn't allow much inside stuff. So during that time, Miami was just shooting. They were getting open shots because the Sixers' zone wasn't that good, but they were just missing. So the shots were there. They just missed them. They shot 43% for the night. I'll tell you what, though, if I'm changing anything for tonight, and this sounds crazy, Tyler Hero played 29 minutes the other night. Matisse Thybulle played 15. I've been on Matisse Thybulle's defense for a couple of months now, and that he's kind of playing by reputation. He's not playing good, fundamentally sound defense, and as opposed to relying on the spectacular. I zone him in, and I say, look, dude, I need you to shut down Tyler Hero. When he's out there, I got to put you on him. Like this is your assignment. I know he hurt you offensively. I know all of that. But I need Tyler Hero to get shut down. If they would have shut down Tyler Hero the other night, if he doesn't come off the bench for the 24, whatever he had, they have a legitimate shot of winning that game.
Okay, I do the counter to that. If you put Matisse in the game, is your offensive output as good?
Well, you have to. No, it's not.
I mean. You see, that's what I mean. It's like, would that have changed the outcome of Monday's game?
But their offensive output was horrible anyway.
It was horrible.
I mean, they shot the ball piss poorly. They were horrible offensively. So
if you put Matisse in, your offense isn't any. It doesn't change the game, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're going to have to put Matisse in, obviously, with Harden and other shooters.
Right.
And then Harden's going to have to take over dribble drive.
Harden actually has to shoot.
Yeah, but you got to take away from Miami and just hope that Maxi's better offensively, Green's better offensively. But I really think I might have to key on Tyler Hero.
Coach Jamie Lynch?
Can I just ask for the shots to drop and simplify things?
No, you cannot do that.
Okay.
That doesn't work. How about your star player? The guy who people want to give a max contract? How about he takes freaking shots? He passed up, and I logged, in the first half. He passed up 7 opportunities where he clearly had an open look. And he decided, and he waves off, goes like this. He doesn't take the open look, and then he does the wave. He waves off like, no, I'm not going to take that shot. I'm going to dribble for another 8 seconds and waste the clock.
Yeah,
he did it 7 times in the first half.
He's not anywhere near the top of my priority list of
changes.
What's
your change?
DeAndre Jordan. I mean,
that would have changed the outcome of the game.
Yes. Here, ready? Offensive net rating with DeAndre Jordan off the court, 103.3. With him on the court, 90.6. Defensive rating with him off the court, 92. With him on the court, 159.4. The net difference with him off the court was a positive 11.6 compared to a negative 68.8.
Okay. And that's going to make up the...
Yes.
That's going to make it all out.
That's pretty big.
So they win the game.
The time that they were most effective was the second quarter when they went with the small ball lineup
and they did.
Tobias and George and 3 guards. You just have to do that until Joel goes back. We're not talking about an entire series. We're talking about hopefully one more game.
So you actually believe?
Yes.
If DeAndre
100%.
Jordan doesn't play in that game, they win the game.
Maybe not win, but it's better.
But that's what I asked.
Well, the shots still aren't dropping.
You can't. Well, then you didn't win the game.
You have a better chance to win the game.
No,
if he's
you
not
don't, because the shots didn't drop.
They may have. John, the numbers that just Jamie gave, and I saw them yesterday.
It changes everything.
No, they're more than that's historically bad. 100 and what was it? Defensive rating?
91.7 compared to 159.4.
That means 100 possessions, which is what NBA teams get about. With him on the floor, they would have scored 159 points. That's how bad he is.
And listen to this.
That's how bad he was.
With him off the court, the Miami Heat shot 50% from 2, 17.5% from 3. With him on the court, they shot 63.5% from 2, 38.5% from 3.
By the way,
it changes everything.
So DeAndre Jordan doesn't play tonight, we get a win.
You have a better chance?
You can't guarantee
wins.
You can't guarantee, yeah.
And I don't know how the shots fall.
Well, they're not going to be worse.
How does James Harden not taking open shots have anything to freaking do with DeAndre Jordan? How does that have anything to do with him? When your
he changes the offense.
When your star player will not shoot the basketball, will not drive to the hoop, will not take the aggressive path, how does that...
He's a giant oak tree sitting in the lane that brings nothing to the table.
I understand.
He hurts the offense.
When you have an open shot outside, that has nothing to do with DeAndre Jordan. It's your star player not taking a shot.
I want him to shoot more too, but DeAndre Jordan is a stump on a log that clogs up the entire offensive game plan.
Adebayo's job is so much easier defensively when DeAndre Jordan's in the game.
That is true.
And all
Absolutely.
he does is he just leaves him and helps double. He negates the dribble drive of James Harden because he can come off of DeAndre Jordan and be that log in the lane.
Pat, what do you want to change?
Yeah, you're take everything Jamie said and just put it into my voice, and you've got my opinion.
So DeAndre Jordan, they win the game.
Horrible.
No, I got you.
Yeah,
we're talking about one
nobody's
game.
Nobody's listening.
But you ripping on James Harden constantly. You can't guarantee that those shots fall if he takes them. You can't guarantee a win. So you want us to guarantee a win because DeAndre Jordan's out. You do.
I'm saying you're blaming. You're blaming a lot.
You keep saying they win the game, and we say, well, no, you can't guarantee a win.
No, but you're saying the shots don't. The guy won't shoot. Your star player won't shoot the basketball.
The center is standing there like a turnstile giving up constant points.
Pat, if James Harden isn't shooting from the outside, what the hell does that have to do with DeAndre Jordan?
What did James Harden do to you? I need to know the deep meaning.
Pat, let's have the conversation we're having.
What does it
have to... Then you're not. What does it have to do with James Harden not shooting the basketball? And by the way, this was the subject of TNT.
I don't
the broadcasters
give a rat's
talking
ass
about it, saying,
TNT.
what is it?
I couldn't care less about them talking about TNT. What does James Harden not shooting the basketball and trying to facilitate for his teammates have to do with every time down the court they see DeAndre Jordan, they say, lunchtime. Like, what does that have to do with it?
Who had more of a factor in the Sixers losing, DeAndre Jordan or James Harden?
DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah.
But James Harden is your star. I don't expect anything of DeAndre Jordan. I expect my star player, who people for some reason want to still give another max contract to, that I expect him to step up and deliver. He's supposed to carry the team now. That is, Joel Embiid is out.
Tobias Harris carried the team.
And Tobias he did.
He's the highest paid player on the team.
By the way, Tobias has been the best player in the postseason for them. Over 7 games?
Yeah, most consistent.
He's their best player in the playoffs.
But he's their highest paid, so there you go. James Harden isn't Houston James Harden anymore. And I think people expect that, and that's never going to happen. He is now a point guard, James Harden. He's a facilitator. He's really good at it. I want him to shoot more, too. He needs more than 13 shots when Joel is out of the game. I'm not denying that at all. I want him to be more aggressive tonight. But he's point guard James Harden. He's not 35, 36 a game James Harden anymore. At least not currently with physically how he is or isn't. Whatever's going on.
Would you want the best player facilitating to others, or when there's open looks, and it was open looks, and he's doing this, and now I'm not gonna be able to unsee it because I watched it as I'm watching it and going back to look. He's doing this wave off constantly. He's passing on an open shot where he has the opportunity, and he's doing a wave off. Like, okay, no, I'm going to dribble 8 more seconds off the clock before we rush something.
Yeah, I think James Harden right now is knowing that I'm not a great shooter right now. And look, I could say and believe it, and I might, that I don't care if you're not a good shooter, you're still the best scorer that this team has, and I need you to shoot 20, 25 times a game. In James Harden's mind, he's not a good shooter right now. He's not a good three-point shooter. He's not getting to where he's effective in the lane because of Bam Adebayo helping, all of that stuff. In James Harden's mind, it's what's the best way for us to get 2 points on each and every possession. And a lot of times it's not him forcing up a shot in his mind. It's getting the ball to open players. It's trying to get the ball somewhere else because of the attention he's drawing. There has to be somewhere in between. It can't be 13 shots.
No.
Harden's not comfortable taking 25 shots. You know, he had 22 points, 15 rebounds. We lauded him for his great play in Game 6 the other night.
He drove the lane all night.
He took 12 shots.
Yeah, but he drove the lane.
I know,
You know what
but
I mean?
he took 12 shots. Like, we're complaining that he's not taking shots. He took 12 shots the other night. You know, it's
Joel Embiid was in that game.
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
the difference.
The shots will drop tonight.
I have a feeling, though, it's got to be a better shooting night.
I mean, look, here's the difference. If you get 35% shooting tonight, you're probably going to have a good chance to win the game. What absolutely has to improve, and which is why I go back to the big log oak tree in the middle, 2 rebounds from that guy is not enough. If you rebound the ball better tonight and limit Miami's chances on the offensive glass, it's your only hope right now. You need boards.
Our 6 a.m. hour brought to you by Bradford White Water Heaters. Bradford White is here for the Pro. We look forward to the Sixers tonight on the Fanatic, see if they can even the series. Game 2 tonight at 7:30. Devon Givens has incredible coverage for you right here on the Fanatic, so make sure that you are checking all that out. So Phillies lost last night.
I hope, real quick, I hope the Sixers show as much energy tonight as we did in the first 15 minutes of this show.
How about that?
How about that?
Oh, they can't come out slow tonight. I'm sorry, before we get to the Phillies. I'm still like, they can't come out slow. They're going to have a nothing crowd. There's going to be no noise in the arena, nothing to have Miami all amped, except they'll give the Sixth Man of the Year award to Tyler Hero, and everybody, you know, they'll get a little golf clap. You have to come out strong tonight.
Congrats to Connor Thomas, who bet Tyler Hero Sixth Man of the Year.
Nice.
Got some good odds on that.
Yeah, Phillies lose last night.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
that was fun. Only 6 games back of the Mets, so a lot to be excited about early in the season.
I'm not going to look at the standings.
You could potentially be 10 or 11 games back if things go really poorly in this 4-game series.
Now that they've turned it into 6 teams in the playoffs.
Well, but you don't want to be focusing on wild card the second weekend of May.
Well, it's going to be probably what you're looking at. You talk about no people in Miami. Talk about the Phillies game last night.
Well, it was amazing.
I mean, they're hitting foul balls into empty sections in the lower level.
Ranger Suarez goes out on the mound, and they show the camera angle from the dugout, unreal. I think. And my wife was like, are they starting the game now, or is this just warm-ups? I said, no, it's about to start.
6:45 starts are screwing them.
No, I think it was supposed to pour. I think it was supposed to pour last night, and if I was choosing to go down to the game or not, I probably would.
It was supposed to pour last night. I thought overnight. Overnight, it was supposed to rain.
Well, I don't know.
Supposed to pour at dinner time.
I'm not going down on a Tuesday night if it's going to potentially rain.
It did rain.
When did it rain?
Last night.
Yeah, overnight.
Yeah.
It didn't rain. It didn't rain during the danger for the Phillies
if
game.
That game were to go into extra innings.
Oh, yeah, well, you're right at that point. Yeah, I got to think about it.
Yeah, but any potential rain, I'm going on a school night? Nah.
Hey, Preferred Home Improvement. When it comes to the exterior of your home, you need a local, trusted professional with over 35 years of experience. Visit phibuilds.com. Yeah, so what was that noise?
It was honest to God, it was my chair. I can do it again.
Connor had 8 hot dogs last night.
Yeah, Connor.
Look out for him.
John
hit it great today.
Yes.
So I come in this one, I talk to Connor, and he's like, yeah, I had 8 hot dogs at Dollar Dog Night. So I came in here, and I said, all right, guys, over-under on Connor hot dogs. And John goes, 8. So I'll put the over-under at 7.5. John hit it right on the head.
Yeah, we're just back from Vegas. I've got odds in my head. 8 hot dogs.
I took the under because I thought he'd be getting ready for summer. Knowing Connor.
The problem would be the rolls.
He went condimentless last night.
Does that add you not being able to eat something?
No, I think it changes
Pat,
the
do
dynamics.
Condiments fill you up? I don't think they do.
You're not saving a lot of calories.
No, but they don't fill you up.
I'm just
right?
talking in terms of like the next day. Like
I would think
you feel the relish and the mustard a little bit more than just a plain hot dog.
See, I think the bread would just.
He burped this morning. It smelled like hot dogs.
And you said it smelled like hot dogs.
Oh, it's so gross.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah,
Pat has Tums for him. You have Tums,
I do, yeah.
right?
I got it at the ready.
Connor, you better get.
Emergency stash in my car, too.
Connor?
Pat made a nice run last night to buy stuff.
Yeah.
You said it was a great day to have ice cream.
Boy, was it, Johnny. $70 later.
What?
Congratulate me on my success. Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute. Whoa.
He stopped at cookies and ice cream.
I strolled in there.
Yeah, but you didn't. There's no way you could eat $70 worth of ice cream.
No, I got some pints to go. I got Patty 2 scoops. I got the cookie. Yeah.
You went the
2 cookies. We went a little nuts.
Cookies.
The cookies.
Yeah, we went a little crazy on a Monday.
Oh, my gosh. That is like.
Oh, you can't take it with you, Johnny.
Pat, so what you decided to do is, while I'm trying to do co-pair,
yep,
you're trying to just screw with my mind. But the thing is, though, the ice cream doesn't bother me. Now, the cookie, I could partake in.
The one ice cream flavor he sent me was like a root beer
yeah.
float with pretzel
nuts.
bits.
Oh, my God.
Sounded awesome.
They got a freezer full of them.
See, now that's fine. I can go without that.
Yeah, you don't like ice cream.
No, it's not that I don't like ice cream. I never would pick ice cream to be the treat that I would have.
Everybody likes ice cream. It's just just whether you decide to partake.
Ice cream on a cookie.
not.
Like we have Tate's cookies in the house. Sometimes I'll just put a scoop on a cookie.
Oh, that's living.
That's living.
You know, it's a good dessert. The skillet cookie at a restaurant. Now I'll have that kind of cookie with a scoop of the thing. I'm just not an ice cream guy, and that's sort of. But thank you because I have enough other vices. Now the chips. Or something like that, absolutely. Hey, tomorrow we got something for you.
Hungry.
National Hoagie Day is tomorrow. You can celebrate with $6.99 primo-sized Italian turkey and cheese or ham and cheese all day long. It's not just a hoagie. It's a primo. We have a ton coming your way this morning. If you would like to share a thought on our spirited conversation from earlier, feel free to get in early with us at 610-632-0975. Connor Thomas would be glad to say hello to you between gassy burps of all of those hot dogs that he ate. Gross. Something is changing college sports, and I'm going to call out some whiners. It's John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. The annual Travel Rally Day and Montco Golf Classic, hosted by the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board, is back Monday, May the 9th. It's going to be gorgeous on Monday. And once again, we're excited to be part of it. We're going to be heading there after the show to play. Anthony and Andrew will broadcast their show live from 10 to 2. It's at the Green Valley Country Club in Lafayette Hill. The event is held every year to celebrate the U.S. Travel Association's annual National Travel and Tourism Week and the hospitality industry in Montgomery County. So come on out and say hello, because Montgomery County is home to not only the Lynches, but more than 50 of the most historic and beautiful public courses and private clubs in the Northeast. Go to montcogolf.com. Check out the 2022 Montco Golf Guide. You're going to find every one of the public courses and private courses in one stop. Plus, you find itineraries for overnight stays, visits to the area's restaurants, breweries, and distilleries. You can even book tee times directly from the site. Check it on out. Go to montcogolf.com.
May the 4th be with you.
I am your father.
This is 97.5 The Fanatic.
Maxey for another three. It's good again. Maxey.
The Sixers look to even the series in Miami at 1 game apiece. Sixers Heat, round 2, game 2, tonight at 7:30 on your home for 76ers playoff basketball. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Sixers basketball is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app.
Hi, it's me, Steven Singer. Yeah, the I Hate Steven Singer guy. Other Georges love to hate me. Why? Because we actually have gifts for Mother's Day that your mom, grandmom, and wife really want and will cherish, like my magnificent, beautiful, brand new 24-karat gold dip rose named Creamsicle. Remember when you were a little kid and your mom took you on the boardwalk and you got an orange and vanilla swirl ice cream cone? Or when the ice cream truck would pull up to your neighborhood and you got a creamsicle? What a nice treat. Get the moms in your life a deeply dipped 24-karat gold dip rose that has orangey and vanilla colored petals named Creamsicle. This creamsicle rose will remind her of the good old days when you were younger and wonderful memories. Go now to IHateStevensinger.com. Get this exclusive 24-karat gold dip beauty and celebrate Mother's Day in style. There's still time for free shipping by Mother's Day. But you have to order now. The best gift for Mother's Day, starting at just $59. Go now to IHateStevensinger.com.
Have you been lied to? Lied to by Washington politicians and the Wall Street propaganda machine? Hi, this is best-selling author Richard Cohen from right here in South Jersey in the Philadelphia area. And I want to give you a free copy of my new book, Wall Street's Retirement Plans and 401ks Have Failed Millions of Americans. After seeing the last market crash over 39%, I said, enough. I've discovered a way to grow money potentially double digits, reduce taxes dramatically. And when the next market crash hits, you lose nothing. Call Reliable Financial now to get a free copy of my book and talk to me personally to discover this little-known strategy to get potential double-digit growth during good years and never lose when the next stock market crash hits. Call 1-800-605-9191 to discover this asset that people like Walt Disney and JCPenney used to grow wealthy. And I'll even cover shipping and handling. No credit card required. Call 1-800-605-9191. That's 1-800-605-9191. Again, 1-800-605-9191.
Hey, what's going on? My name is Rob Jenners, and I am a graduate of the Connecticut School of Broadcasting, which is now the CSB Media Arts Center. I've been living my dream in radio, production, and sports broadcasting for 20 years now, thanks to CSB with the nation's most successful sports broadcasting program. We're talking sports talk, play-by-play, color commentary. Get trained and get coached by the pros in just 8 to 16 weeks with a campus nearby in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. CSB Media Arts Center. Visit gocsb.com.
Connecticut School of Broadcasting is now the CSB Media Arts Center. I'm Taylor Morgan, a proud CSB grad. The instruction from true media pros and the connections that I made spawned a career that's lasted more than 30 years. What you can learn in just 2 to 4 months at CSB Media Arts Center can set you on a whole new path. Train on site or online with classes in radio, TV, podcasting, video, all that is media. There's a campus in nearby Cherry Hill. Get your start. Visit gocsb.com.
Blast Premier, one of the most popular Counter-Strike leagues, has forever changed this week as Heroic Esports purchased a spot in the league from Immortals Gaming. Heroic will now prove how they're the best as they go up against top teams in Counter-Strike, such as Astralis, Team Vitality, and Team Liquid. While Heroic has something to prove, the Immortals might have their eyes on new horizons as they step away.
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, beat the largest timeshare company in federal court and has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare information guide absolutely free. Call 800-791-1313. That's 800-791-1313.
Of all the multitudinous manifestations that water can take, in oceans and ice cubes, in glaciers and streams, vapors and rain, double black diamonds, lap swims, and brains. Of all that water everywhere, only 0.5% is fresh water available for human use. That's why at Moen, we're innovating to save 1 trillion gallons of water by 2030. Discover Mission Moen at Moen.com.
You're the one everyone looks to for answers. Come rain or shine, the job must get done. And you're the one who makes it happen. We get you, Jackie in Fresno, putting your employee safety first. And Manny in Chattanooga, whose local Granger team knows him by name. We're here for you and all the ones who get it done with 24/7 customer support and access to product specialists to help you find what you need. Call, click Granger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
National Hoagie Day Thursday. Don't settle for an average hoagie. It's Cuz. Make it a Primo. Celebrate National Hoagie Day with $6.99 Primo size Italian, turkey and cheese, ham and cheese all day. It's not just a hoagie, it's a Primo.
Get ready for sunnier days with a Sunrise Batch iced coffee from Dunkin'. A bright and balanced iced coffee made from a blend of beans sourced from Kenya and Latin America to brighten every day a little more. Do more with Dunkin's Sunrise Batch iced coffee. Enjoy a medium for $2. America runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey.
Phillies baseball can be a little difficult at times to watch with them throwing the ball all over the place, and it can be even more difficult if you're betting on it. But BetMGM, they want to give you a great reward for suffering through some bad baseball. How about $200 in free bets? And they're not even going to make you jump through hoops to get it. It's a really simple offer. So what you do is you head on over to BetMGM.com or you download the BetMGM app, and you simply place a $10 moneyline wager on the Phillies. That is it. After you do that, you'll receive $200 in free bets. You don't have to wait for home runs. You don't have to wait for a double, a triple, the first strikeout of the game. None of that. You simply have to place a $10 moneyline wager on the Phils, and you'll receive $200 in free bets. Now, you might be asking, okay, there's got to be a catch. And there's always a catch, right? Well, this case, there is. When you register, you have to enter the promo code PATEGAN200. And that is it. You enter that promo code when you're registered with BetMGM. You place a $10 moneyline wager on the Phils, and you'll receive $200 in free bets. And then you can use that free bets, and you can pop around and see the boosted odds specials, the daily promotions, the parlay selection features, all the great options that BetMGM has to offer. But to get in on this offer, just use the promo code PATEGAN200 when you sign up. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. 21 years of age or older to wager. New Jersey and Pennsylvania only. New customer offer. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued and non-withdrawable free bets to site credit. Free bets expire within 7 days of issuance. If you or somebody knows a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Whether you were a day one listener or have just joined the party, we're glad to have you here. It's the John Kincade Show. It's continuing now
on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
It's the John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. It's a Sixers game day. Sixers tonight on The Fanatic, 7:30. Devon Givens has great coverage for you. Hey, Super Saturday's coming. Save up to 40% off all furniture at Ashley with free delivery, special no-interest financing, and they're going to pay your sales tax. 10 to 9 this Saturday. Ashley in Pottstown, Warminster, Bensalem, and Maple Shade this weekend. Jamie already hitting over this morning? You already hitting over bet this morning? So
I take over Harden tonight.
You got a winner. You're already hitting over this morning. So
yeah.
You're on the
house
over.
Money.
You're dealing with house money, so that is good. Do me a favor, pull up those numbers later. We'll do a little bit later on James Harden, and we will do that process a little bit later. Gentleman asks me earlier. He goes, "Man, John's so annoying this morning," and he goes, "We had a star who actually wouldn't shoot. If he wants to revisit that, okay, Lou, let's revisit it."
No, let's not.
No, let's revisit it with Joel Embiid out. Yes, it's horrifying, Lou, that I expect the star of the team, who you probably, I take it, want to give another max contract to, that he won't shoot the basketball. And we're talking about, Pat doesn't care about it, but guys who actually played in the NBA are going, this is what you have to do to win. He's got to shoot. He can't pass open shots. And also, too, those maxi shots, Bob, going back and looking at them, the shot selection, I don't know. Do you get in a rhythm by shooting the Steph Curry threes? Because he really did. He attempted 3 or 4 Steph Curry threes.
Yeah, he was trying to get there, and he's trying to ignite your team. And nowadays in basketball, what ignites your team more than a guy pulling up at a decal on the court and hitting a three from there? You know what I mean? We saw the reaction to when Maxey did it against Toronto in round 1 when he had that phenomenal game. He has the ability to pull up from there. You drain one of them. You know what the feeling it is for your team. If they watch that go down, there's an extra bounce in your step. There's okay, here we go. It's a momentum turner as much as a 3-point swing. So there's that.
It's a jolt. You're saying he's trying to give them a jolt of adrenaline.
Absolutely, no question about it. And, for a second-year guy, a guy for the first time that's in the spotlight of these playoffs as a key player, I don't mind that he has the balls to do it. I really don't.
Yeah, and when you finish third in the league in 3-point percentage, you've earned that right to me.
And the greatest single-season improvement
Yeah, it's unbelievable what he did. I mean,
as a three-point shooter,
I think he ended up 42.5% on the year.
I think it goes down as the single greatest
30
one season with the number of attempts.
33 or 34 the year prior. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's good.
And it was 5 attempts a game too. So when you've done that throughout the course of the year, you've earned the right to bomb.
I'd prefer to have it be a little more in as they were pointing out on the broadcast the other night, and Grant Hill saying, when you have the real estate in front of you, you don't pull up there. Your percentages, the closer you get to the 3-point line, go up significantly to make the shot. So take the real estate that they're giving you, and they were giving him space.
Yeah,
but he was pulling up early just to try to do that.
Well,
do we get Spiro Ditas and Grant Hill again tonight?
I don't know.
Is there any way to know?
But the reason
I miss Kate Nalla.
The reason they're giving him space is because they don't want to get beat off the dribble. Right. So they're giving it, saying if he starts dribble driving, at least I'm back here and I can get an angle where I'm trying to cut him off.
And they were hanging it like the 3 line.
Yeah. So he's taking what they give him. Okay.
I'll give him that all night long if I was the Heat, though.
Like David said, he's the third best 3-point shooter in the league.
These were really deep.
He'll hit him.
Hey, the NIL, the name, image, and likeness deals in college sports. I watched a whole thing on it the other day with ex-athletes, college athletes, that are so pissed off. They are so angry about today's college athletes going out there and making money on their name, image, and likeness. And all I can say is, what the hell are you so mad about?
Is it anybody prominent?
I'd say this was
like former big athletes that missed out on big paydays.
Well, this is how Kirk Herbstreit feels. This is how he's one that has been an advocate for this. There was I sent along in our notes today, Aaron Taylor, broadcaster now, going off about it, saying, this is going to destroy college athletics. This is going to make college athletics. There's only going to be 25 good programs now, that because of the name, image, and likeness. Pat, you and I root for a college program that doesn't have the cash to throw around like others do, and competes in Division I. There've never been 25 teams competing for the national title anyway.
No, and I believe, by the way, that team will be doing like a kind of a media tour, and they'll be stopping at PJ Willihan's in Cherry Hill. Yeah,
there you go.
The coach and the team, but no, yeah, we cheer for Temple, and they've. I think for Temple fans, the goal was probably what you saw during the Matt Rule era.
8 wins, 9 wins.
Yeah, getting nationally ranked and being recognized as one of the best teams in the nation. Like for us, yeah, that's good enough because we remember where they were getting kicked out of the Big East. For other teams, it's different, but to me, it's just bitter ex-athletes.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, I remember talking to a former Flyer from like the Broad Street Bully era during the NHL lockout about 10 years ago, and these guys get paid too much. I'm like, you'd think you'd be happy for your brethren in the sport, and in fact, you're just bitter that you're sitting here at a carpet store signing autographs.
Yeah, and I don't understand. I don't understand being bitter Betties over what every single Miami scholarship player is set to be offered a NIL deal. Right now, every single scholarship athlete player within the football program
is going
to be able to
awesome. Yeah, what's wrong with saying good for you?
And by the way, it could be a American top team is going to pay the kids $500,000.
The MMA?
Yes, that's the American top team. Yep, $500,000. So you could make $125,000 a year of your eligibility.
There's
it's awesome.
Isn't that? But I mean, why would you be upset that a college kid can make $125,000? Like, why would that bother you?
Because they have to go to boosters like you did back in the day. There's a protein bar. I forget what the name of it is, but the guy who owns the protein bar lives in Utah.
Okay,
he's a big fan of Utah football, and he put everybody on scholarship. So the walk-ons are getting their tuition paid for, and then the kids who are on scholarship are getting basically a check every 2 weeks. He put the name, image, and likeness, all of it. He put the entire program on scholarship. That's Utah.
I would be.
Give me 2.
You know how parents say you'd be thrilled? Like you're thrilled if your kid outdoes you? If your kid makes more money than you, if
Isn't
your
that the
kid's more
goal?
successful than you, shouldn't you, when you blaze a trail for somebody, I hope whoever sits in this chair 20 years from now is making a hell of a lot more than I made.
Yeah.
Like, what? And what does it affect me? I don't understand.
No.
It's
No,
silly.
I don't. I never
I
understood.
love the college kids making money. I think it's fantastic. That's why you send your kid to college.
Yeah. I mean, what's wrong with other people having success? Who cares? Are you happy in your life? That's all that matters to me. I don't know. I don't understand the old. I like the pro athletes now that'll look back and say, yeah, we helped pave the way that these guys can make so much money. I like the former college athletes that say, well, that's good, that they can do. We didn't have that, but it's great for them. It's evolved now. I mean, if you go to the other side, you just look like a miserable person.
Yeah, I always think about the O'Bannon brothers because they kind of started this with the EA Sports.
That was like mid-'90s where they got that
early
started,
90s,
right?
Yeah. And they, realized that their name, image, and likeness was being exploited by EA Sports and, Sega and all these companies using their image and them not profiting from it, and they started it. I would think and hope that guys like that were on the forefront of the battle would be happy for where this landscape has, evolved to.
Hey, in Cooney's Corner, Bob wants to talk about a one-trick pony.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
That's a bad put down, by the way. The one-trick pony. You know what I mean? That is like you don't want to get that tag.
No,
well,
you don't.
He doesn't do anything other than that well.
Yeah, and this 76ers team without Joel Embiid, and I think we saw it the other night, is kind of that. They're a jump shooting team, and that's all they are, and that's all they have. And if they don't have that, you're going to get results like you had the other night if the shots aren't falling. Now, I thought they did a good job the other night of when Tobias Harris got hot. They went to him, and they ran some ISOs for him. But once you take that away, or if you could have taken that away the other night, what else did the Sixers have? It was just jump shots. It's all jump shots. And it goes back to what Jamie talked about earlier in the year, and he brought this up just out of nowhere. They have no above-the-rim players. They have nobody that's going to beat you off the dribble consistently, that's going to get to the mid-range game where they want to go and pull up or take the ball all the way to the basket and go over you. I said it to you this morning, John, before the show started when it was just the two of us here. I watched that Golden State-Memphis game last night. Halftime score was similar to the score of the Sixers-Miami Heat game the other night. And my God, what a better brand of basketball it was.
And are you talking flow?
Oh, my God. Good. And I'm talking both ends. Good defense, great offense, good shooting, great ability to beat guys off a dribble. Just all around, really good basketball. Outlets, running, half court. Everything was good. And when you look at the Sixers team, you don't have 90% of that. It's a jump shooting team without Joel Embiid, and that's all it is. Somehow they're going to have to figure this out tonight because Miami is concentrating on taking away the penetration of James Harden. And when you do that, it's just a perimeter game. So, also to Jamie's point, I just don't see a fit for DeAndre Jordan in this game tonight. I hope Doc Rivers doesn't try to fit that in.
Oh, he's going to. I fully expect him to. But think about
whether you like it or not.
Yeah, I don't like it, Doc. I have to let that be known. Think about the athletes in Golden State and Memphis. It's like the polar opposite of Miami. Like, Miami's not that athletic either. Bam is. But Jimmy Butler's kind of methodical and just smart. Kyle Lowry's cooked. Oladipo's been injured so much. He's been through the ringer. Hero, yeah, he's athletic, but it's not like crazy.
He's a shooter more than anything.
Like when you watch Golden State and Memphis, like, man, those are athletes.
Oh, my God.
And it's funny. The score last night at halftime of their game, I believe, was 55-50. Sixers were 51-50 the other night. But, my God, you couldn't have seen a more different 24 minutes of basketball than in those two games.
No.
And it's a shame. It just shows you how limited the Sixers are without Embiid because they are, as I said, they're just a one-trick pony now.
Patricia?
Unfortunately, yeah. They're biding their time until they get Embiid back, and I feel like that's pretty obvious for the most part. They need to change the game plan, but at this point, Doc might go, what's the point of even changing the game plan? What's the point of even instituting something new? Because in a game, he's going to be back. so let's just try to win with what he has. I think Doc's going to convince himself that they were in that game because they were.
Well, they were, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for 3 quarters, they were right there. They got blown out in the 4th. But I think he'll use other mitigating excuses as to why they lost that game and not the fact that you were, probably playing the wrong players.
What are you talking about? Doc make excuses?
I would have said the same thing about Pop.
I mean, seriously, you would say that about Pop? You really would?
And I would have asked Pop what he was thinking starting DeAndre Jordan 100%.
Yeah, I'm
anxious.
anxious.
Let me finish my statement or not?
And here's the other thing. Okay, so what worked for the Sixers well the other night was Doc going to that small lineup and playing the zone. Although, as I said before, I didn't think the zone was great. So you go back to it. Obviously, you're going to go back to it. But you have to have some kind of adjustment off of it because Eric Spoelstra is waiting for the Sixers to go back into a zone. And he's going to have something designed for that. So what do you do differently? I think with the second unit, when you go small, like I said earlier, I really think you have to hook up Matisse Thybulle to Tyler Hero with that second unit. And it's not even fair to say second unit. Hero played starter minutes. And you have to say that is your assignment. That's the difference I think that Doc Rivers has to go with tonight.
Hey, real estate developer Spring Garden Lending specializes in bridge and permanent loans that help you acquire, rehab, construct, and refinance your investment properties. Spring Garden Lending is faster than a bank and less expensive than hard money lenders. Remember, your home for the Sixers, 97.5 The Fanatic. Devon Givens will entertain you tonight. Now, last night, Devon and Tom Alvord were doing the show, and they brought up the fact that they both found out that they shared a love for a common theme of a movie where there's a series of movies. And Tom and Devon both had like their favorite. And it was mine. The Austin Powers movies.
Really?
They both said it. And I said, I can't believe it. As I'm saying in the car, I'm listening as I'm driving them. I go, the Austin Powers movies. I just absolutely love. And they both said the Austin Powers movies.
I bet Devon watched it a lot with his girls. So
Yes.
it's probably got a soft spot for him. Tom was probably young enough that it was formative comedy for him.
You know why? Because Austin Powers International Man of Mystery, Pat, was 25 years yesterday.
Wow.
Really?
25 years.
Wow.
It doesn't seem believable.
That's borderline to watch with your kids, right? I mean,
I think his girls would have been like teenagers.
As long as your kid's a teenager, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
my mom got the Gold Member on DVD back in the day.
I text Devon off the air the names of the 2 female. Do you remember the 2 female villainesses?
Yeah, I don't think you can say one of them.
Yes, I can. Yeah, Coach said you can.
Okay.
It was
it's a character, Jamie.
Ivana Humpalot.
Yeah, but I thought the other one was a little more risque.
No,
than
it was
that.
Alata Vagina. Was her name.
Vagina.
Yes, that was her name. Alata Vagina. That was her name. And so Devon must read the text during the segment. And Devon starts laughing as Tom's talking. And then he goes, John Kincade just sent me a text. And he goes, I'm not going to say these names. And he just laughs through the last minute of the segment. I said, Devon, breaking up into laughter was great. Hey, yesterday was also Teacher Appreciation Day, Jamie.
It was. My wife went up to
Pat knows teaching.
I think she had a discount at Kohl's, so she did a little shopping yesterday, and then she got presents for my daughter's teachers in school. So shout out to all the teachers out there. You guys are awesome. I was trying to think of a way to spin it into a sports topic, and I was curious what people said on this. Who do you think the best teacher now? In terms of coach or manager that's ever come through here. It doesn't mean most successful. It doesn't mean best.
Teacher.
But I guess it kind of means player development almost in a way, right? Like you're showing somebody how to unlock their own potential.
I'm guilty because I'm going to do one that's personal, is Mike Keenan. Mike Keenan took the 85 Flyers to the Stanley Cup Finals, the most inexperienced team ever to play for the Stanley Cup. The least tenured team. He took a bunch of kids and he taught, and every day at practice, it was teach, teach, teach. To watch the man teach was amazing. Now, he wore every place he ever was. He'd wear you down 3-4 years. You're just like, I can't take it anymore. But he was a hell of a teacher. And everywhere he went, he won. Because he could get you, he could teach you, he could do that. But then he would just wear you to a nub.
Yeah, I think I can guess Bob's, but I'm curious.
Larry Brown?
Yeah.
I was guessing you'd say that.
Yeah, I mean, when I hear guys that worked for the Sixers when he was there that called him the maestro, I mean, they said...
What was it, though?
They said they wouldn't even watch the first couple minutes of the game. They would just watch Larry Brown on the bench, and he'd sit there, and it was like a puzzle was out there, and he was just watching, and then they'd say he'd just have a switch, and he'd go, okay, here it is. And boom, he would design something, and it was like I said, they said it was like watching the maestro. He's one that I had. There's Jay Wright is another one.
Oh, he's brilliant.
But here's one that's present. How about Jeff Stoutland?
That's a great answer.
That's a great answer.
Shut up with your great answer.
You be quiet, Bob.
You ruined
great
it.
answer.
You might have won.
Was that yours?
No, I was actually going to go.
Job,
Stoutland may be the winner.
That might be the winner.
Best answer we could have came up with.
I was actually going to go Charlie Manuel.
Damn it, Jamie.
That's not in a good mood.
That's not bad either, though.
I just felt like he, a high tide rose all boats with that team, and I think Charlie gets credit for that.
Pat, now that your answers have all been taken.
Doc Rivers.
Jeez. All right, let's go.
I think Laviolette was really good in his short stint
he's known as a bit of a two-shot.
Eddie
really
Jordan,
good.
you were going to say, Pat?
Yeah, Eddie Jordan, obviously.
I thought he hadn't seen Eddie.
Mo Cheeks, the coach.
Oh yeah.
No, I mean I think Jamie and Bob took the best of the bunch there. I mean Andy probably.
Andy's good, yeah.
Juan Castillo, if you want to go with the offensive line coaches, Juan.
That's very
really
good.
at developing offensive linemen.
Hey, Luke and Marlton wanted to jump in on our earlier conversation. Luke, good morning. You're on the Fanatic.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, buddy.
Actually heading into a school right now. I'm a teacher, so
Congratulations,
for your
Luke.
work,
Thank you, Luke.
Wanted to give another or a different perspective, I guess, on the NIL. And it's not about the bitter athletes thing because it's like you've already made a ton of money, then why not be happy for the other kids? But I guess it was more a question. You guys think that the NIL kind of checks might create more entitled athletes when they get into the big leagues because they kind of have that physical manifestation of look at me, I might deserve this bigger contract, even though I haven't proved anything yet.
Well, the thing is, they're coming into a sport, though, where, like in the NBA and the NFL and everything, it's slotted. So they don't get to negotiate what they make. They're pretty much, you're in the NFL, you're drafted 7th, you make more than 8th.
Right.
You're drafted 8th, you make more than 9th. I mean, it's a slotted situation. So I don't think that's it. But as far as entitled around the building, I will tell you that from being around teams the last 20 years, every single year I hear the athletes are more and more entitled walking in the door.
Yeah. I mean, take Kyler Murray, for example. There's entitlement, claims about him, and he's kind of like a poster boy of this new generation. Could have chose his sport, probably would have made a fortune on NIL.
He screwed over the A's.
Yeah. And yeah, there's entitlement issues with him, apparently.
I mean, he's and apparently like not the stuff coming out on him now. I think the Cardinals are into. They're devaluing. They're letting stuff get out of the building that's devaluing their asset. Hearing about him, he's that'd be a scary acquisition for him.
Yeah,
he just doesn't seem like he's the best of guys. But there could be a disinformation campaign, a misinformation.
It could be, and what's he, 25?
Why would you do that to your asset? Like, why would you want to do that?
There could be guys that just don't like him on the team that have had no problem going to media and saying, guy's a jackass.
Remember when Joe Santoliquito had that on all the stuff, the whispers on Carson, and whether the piece was extremely documented well or whatever, it ended up being the truth.
Yeah.
It ended up being what players believed. So it's interesting to check this thing out. In the 7 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show, there's a black mark that this man has to defend himself against. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. There is a great offer tonight for Game 2 on the BetParx app. Sixers in Miami, and it is for all customers. There's an odds boost promotion for Game 2, the Sixers versus the Heat. You get plus 760 odds, whether you're a new customer or an existing customer. If Philly scores over 35 points in any quarter in tonight's game, you can max bet $10. $10, you can turn into a big, big payday. The website's got the terms and conditions. So you want to get in on that? Of course you do. Go to betparx.com. Get the BetParx app in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. If the Sixers score over 35 points in any quarter in tonight's game, you get the boosted odds of plus 760, and there's no promo code required. BetParx, the odds, the bets, the casino games, and more. You're going to love it. You got to be 21 in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
If you don't like it, go on the internet and complain.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Sixers fans, I'd like to introduce you to Hauser, the official real estate partner of our Philadelphia 76ers. They believe real estate is broken, and they're on a fast break to disrupt the industry. Commissions are outrageously high, service is poor, and there's been no innovation for the last 50 years. Until now. Let me tell you about Hauser. They're a disruptor, kind of like what Uber is for transportation. They're bringing so many new things to market that truly benefit you, the customer. Flat fee listings that put equity back in your pocket. Salaried agents who are local experts that truly have your back. Sellers, want to save thousands or get a guaranteed cash offer on your home? Hauser can do that. Buyers, tired of losing homes you love to other buyers? Use Hauser's Cash to make an all-cash, slam dunk of an offer on the home you love. Hauser is backed by game-changing technology, has the best reviews in the industry, and is now the official real estate partner of the 76ers. Check them out at Hauser.com. That's HOUWZER.com. Hauser.com.
Kentucky Derby Day at Parks Racing from the Pennsylvania Horse Racing Association and the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. Fashionable hats and thrilling horse racing go hand in hand on the first Saturday in May at Parks Racing, and you and your family are invited. Don't miss this Kentucky Derby event on May 7th with terrific prizes for the best Derby hats with 5 categories. For the ladies, gents, children, the fashionable duo, and the most creative. Bring your inner fashionista and win up to a $250 Visa gift card. Gift cards to Chickies and Pete's and other great prizes from the Pennsylvania Horse Racing Association. It's Derby time at Parks Racing in Bensalem on Saturday, May 7th. Free family fun for kids of all ages. Gates open at 10 a.m. with live racing post time at 12:05 p.m. All ages welcome. Visit letsgoracingparks.com. That's letsgoracingparks.com. Must be 21 to place wagers. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, I'm Patrick Fingles, owner of New Look Home Design. Let's be honest, getting a new roof is not easy. You got to call contractors and hope they call you back. You got to get 3 estimates, then you got to figure out how you're going to pay for it. Well, at New Look, it's different. Schedule a same-day, on-site, or virtual estimate. All estimates come with a free 3D rendering of your roof, so you know exactly what it's going to look like, and we give you line-by-line pricing, so you know exactly what you're going to pay for. Plus, it's a great time to save. Most contractors will let you pay half up front for the roof and the other half later. At New Look, we let you pay half later and the other half never. Through May, only pay for half your roofing materials and pay the other half later with interest-free financing. Call 800-279-5300. That's 800-279-5300. NewLookHomeDesign.com. It's the easy way to roof.
Progressive is America's #1 motorcycle insurer, so we understand motorcycles. No, really, we have a bike translator.
Okay, this is awkward, but this bike says he'd appreciate it if you removed his skull pattern saddlebags. He feels self-conscious about them around all the other bikes, and he says you're not fooling anyone. You mostly ride with your golfing buddies. Listen, I'm just the messenger here. Oh, no, I don't want to say that. I think you made yourself clear.
Quote with Progressive and see if you could save with America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Get authentic Philly cheesesteak flavor in Montgomery County at Philly Cheesesteaks and Wings in Limerick and their new Collegeville location. Their steaks ooze that authentic Philly taste. They have the freshest ingredients from prime steak to fresh baked rolls. Add their award-winning wings to make the perfect game time treat. Make your big game party extra super. Let them cater your event. Go to PhillyCSW.com for both locations and check out their extensive, delicious menu. Philly Cheesesteaks and Wings. This ain't no suburban cheesesteak.
DQ presents. Picture this. You stand before the awe-inspiring new signature stack burger menu at DQ and your mouth wonders, where have you been all my life? That's 5 taste bud tempting cheeseburgers with 100% real seasoned beef. You peek at the loaded A1 stack burger with 2 premium sauces. Then the flamethrower stack burger with tongue-tingling jalapeno bacon. Then you realize moments like these are exactly why we have the DQ signature stack burger menu. DQ. happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
When it comes to cybersecurity, the biggest threats don't always strike the biggest targets. So help safeguard your small business with Comcast Business Security Edge. It's advanced security that continuously scans for threats and helps protect every connected device on the largest, fastest, reliable network with speeds up to 10 gigs to the most small businesses. So switch today and get cutting-edge speed with advanced security and be ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Comcast Business Internet required. Other restrictions apply.
Agreeing on where to spend your hard-earned money is tough. At 7-Eleven, we make it easy. Any iced coffee is now just $1. Now that's a bill we can all agree on. 7-Eleven, you brew you. Terms and conditions apply. See 7eleven.com for more details.
Betway, official sports betting partner of the 76ers. Visit us.betway.com to learn more. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I would say trust is the number one quality you're looking for in a family-owned business because it stands the test of time. And I got to tell you about the Subers brothers over at S&S Remodeling. Suber and Sons remodeling contractors are the embodiment of a family-owned business. For nearly 70 years and 4 generations, their mission has stayed the same. Simple. Provide the highest level of craftsmanship at a reasonable price. It's that easy. That's how you stay in business for 70 years. All those years, all the roofs, the windows, the doors, the remodeling projects, and they still uphold that stellar reputation. This family will take care of your family's home. Visit ssremodeling.com and check out one of the most trusted local contractors. I trust them so much, they're doing some work on my home this spring. They've been serving Delaware County, Chester County, and Northern Delaware for 70 years, and they're coming to me in Montgomery County now. S&S Remodeling Contractors, trusted since 1953. That's ssremodeling.com.
WPEN, Burlington, Philadelphia. Beasley Media Group Station. Your home for 76ers playoff basketball.
Plug in.
This is 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Can we wrap this up? I need to get home in time for General Hospital.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Now, Bob, I was away for those days last week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So much like Ozark, don't spoil anything if you're ahead of me on General Hospital. Don't spoil anything.
I haven't watched it since you got here.
Harmony just got hit by a car yesterday at the, so I'm still 4 days behind.
I guess she's not singing that.
One episode down, John. You got
You are
6
one
more.
episode down.
6 more. It's
Okay.
going to take a while.
Actually, I think Coach was watching General Hospital yesterday.
Coach, you were?
Oh, boy.
Oh, he's a convert.
He did.
Oh, my goodness.
Was he watching yesterday?
Stop praising the 2 minutes that he got through.
So I'm flipping through the channels and I see that, and out of respect for you, John, I decided to put that horrid show on for 2 minutes. And dude, we're honest here, right? With each other.
Yes. Be honest.
Yeah, no one's listening, bud.
Dude, I don't get it. I don't get.
Well, what was give me what was going on the screen?
So there's a dude and a chick in the elevator, and they're holding hands, and they look like they're about to start making out. And then the elevator opens, and another guy's there. And
was it Sonny and Nina?
I have no idea.
Was it a guy with like?
It was like an older
Sonny and Nina.
gentleman.
That's a girl from Lost.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
Libby.
know.
That's Libby from Lost.
And then it splits to.
And she, by the way, she looks fantastic, Jamie.
I always liked Libby.
Somebody said something about.
And then his ex-wife was his ex-wife there.
So I don't know. The guy,
Carly was
the door
probably
opens and the guy that is standing outside the elevator goes, "Oh, it's cozy in there," and the girl picks her hand up. "No, we're dating," and I'm like, the acting. My,
you didn't like it.
Goodness gracious, it is so bad.
It warranted a coach to send me a text to say how horrible it was.
Well, I mean, we'll got more of a coach's breakdown of it later in the week. Our 7 a.m. hour is brought to you by the all-new Bet Parks app. Sportsbook and casino, one sleek, easy-to-use app. Check it out in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Interesting number for you, and I'm bogarting this from from NBA TV. James Harden's trying to overcome a lot in his second-round series. The massive loss of Joel Embiid, we all understand, it complicates the playoff resume for him because his playoff resume for James Harden is something that gets discussed again. And it got a full segment with NBA TV. He needs to do a lot more than he did in Game 1 or the Sixers have no shot. But also for his own legacy, that is a very, very difficult thing. He is now 23-24 for his career in second-round playoff games. He's expected to be a Hall of Fame player. And the problem is, most Hall of Fame players in the NBA that came out of the NBA boast a playoff record of better than 600 in the second-round series. He would right now be in the bottom of second-round playoff, his record, teams that he played on, as a player. So they were discussing the fact is, what is it? They're putting it on him. I don't think you put a team stat on a player.
No.
But unfortunately, that's what happens when you're evaluating greatness. When you evaluate greatness, somehow people manage to critique Dan Marino because he never won a Super Bowl. They critique team accomplishments on it. But it is telling that you look at NBAs and they literally had screen after screen of players that made it to Springfield, right? Springfield?
Yeah.
It's Hall of Fame?
Springfield, man.
So they go to Springfield. They put the list of the players up, and it's over and over again. Winning percentages in second-round playoff series for the teams they played on. 612, 610, 600, 640.
Well, in fairness to James Harden,
for their career. That's for their career, not
for
just
the
one
context of this conversation, I would probably compare him to like a Patrick Ewing or Reggie Miller, somebody that had to go up against one of the greatest teams of all time. Like, there's context to it, and the context
there always is.
With the Houston Rockets is they were up against possibly the greatest team of all time.
And before that, San Antonio.
So they ran into two buzzsaws. So I think that's a fair way to paint that picture.
I absolutely believe that is a...
Much like Patrick Ewing and Reggie Miller couldn't escape the Bulls. I would think that's a more comparable thing than comparing them to like a Steph Curry or a LeBron James or somebody like that was on those powerhouse
Here's
teams.
the only thing is,
that's just the
though,
way I would look at it.
I don't know what the number would be, but didn't Reggie Miller get his team to like...
He got to at least one finals.
No, he went to at least 5.
No, Eastern Conference Finals.
That's what I'm saying. Eastern Conference Finals. I think he went 5 times.
I don't think it was 5. I'll look it up.
I mean, he played the Knicks, obviously, a couple times.
I think he went
there. I
5
think there was at least
times.
twice.
I think he went 5 times to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I was going to say 2 or 3.
And everybody, wait a minute, let me.
I thought he went in 2000.
Okay, he went in 94. Yep. He went in 95. He went in 98. He went in 99.
Wow, that's more than I remember.
Those are 4 times. So I was wrong. 4 times. No. He did it again.
4's pretty damn
He
good.
did 5 times. 2004. 6 times.
Wow.
Yeah, but
no. 5 times. 5 times.
Everybody knows that was really Rick Smith's team.
I mean, so Reggie Miller is not like I thought the same type of thing. I felt it was an unfair conversation they were having on James Harden. But when you looked at it, he really is a bit of an outlier. And the playoff, he has not elevated his game. And then they showed stats, too. He has not elevated his performance in those second-round series. This is on him. I mean, like it's on him whether he likes it or not, and whether it's fair or not. I'm not saying it's fair because I always think team stuff, Bob, is a little hard to just say.
Yeah, I mean, we went through James Harden's series-by-series scoring average, and it ranges from like 33 points, and his lowest was 25. I don't know where to find a lot of fault. Did he have some bad shooting games in there? Yeah, probably. Look, I'll take James Harden on my team anytime. Back in those days when he's one of the greatest players out there. Look, his role's different now, and some of it is probably self-imposed because only he knows how he feels. We want him to jack up 20 shots. Yeah, James Harden dribbling the ball saying, God, if I pull up from here, I don't feel confident. Am I better off dribbling it for 5 more seconds and get a Tyrese Maxey cutting to the basket or getting a nice bounce pass to Tobias Harris where he can hit a turnaround 8-footer, something like that? I do think all these things go through his mind during the game, and I think he is honest with himself when he's out there and saying, what is the best opportunity we have to score points here? And he knows to take himself out of the equation at times. I think that's just where he is as a basketball player right now.
Can they win tonight if he does? I say absolutely not.
If he does what?
If he just plays the facilitator, they cannot win.
Well, you can make the argument that he played facilitator. I know Embiid was there. But as they scored 132 points, and that was phenomenal. Game 6, what he did.
I can't
Would you take
with Embiid in the
22 and 15 tonight?
Yeah, I might.
You know, and that was on 12
yeah.
shots. So, look, it all comes down to making shots. And that sounds silly, but you guys saw it the other night. If the Sixers would have banged a couple of those threes.
No, they make
Danny
5.
Green,
they win the game.
Yeah, exactly. And you know the momentum change that making threes. We've seen this Sixers team go 13 for 30 and things like that, and it's just like they're impossible to stop. They need to get that again tonight, and a lot of that might come from if James Harden is facilitating well.
Yeah, I think they can win if he's, let's say, 15 shots and focusing on facilitating. I still think they can win. They're not going to shoot as poorly. And if they don't shoot as poorly, you're in the game. Does Miami ramp it up to another level? Possibly, but honestly, with Bam and Tyler Hero playing as well as they did, I don't know where it's coming from because Jimmy Butler looks hobbled. Those are the two main focuses for them right now. So I think they can win if he's just a facilitator, yeah.
They were saying that in the Pat on this one graphic that they had, so I had to just take a photo of it. They were like, you need your star offensive players. Got to shoot. You got to have them shooting around 36% or better from three-point range if they're going to, during playoff time.
Yeah.
4 out of the 7 playoff games, Harden's below that. They have the graphic.
Hasn't been great.
28.6. 33 is the better game. 25 and 25.
Yeah, it hasn't been great
during this playoff run.
Especially, game 1, nobody was good.
No,
even your guys you paid to be 3-point shooters was horrible. I think we do have to give credit to PJ Tucker. Eric Spoelstra's game plan is to take away James Harden because he knows at this point that it's James Harden, and he was willing to let Tobias Harris get his. Tobias Harris had a great game, but he was willing to let him get his, and I think that they were willing to let Tyrese Maxey get his as well. The whole game plan, though, was getting rid of James Harden, and he did that. PJ Tucker shut him down. But if he can facilitate and get guys open, I do think that'll open up some more shots for him. I think after a while, the Sixers just struggled to as Jamie alluded to earlier, just have shots fall, and that next thing you know, they're chucking up threes because they're down by 15.
Wait, do we all agree on this, though? Do we all agree that the holding the team... I thought the team record thing, the stats declining, the shooting declining for his career, I think is valid criticism. But that we all agree the team record is not.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to a pitcher using wins to kind of paint the picture of a pitcher. I think it's similar. It's a team thing, not an individual thing.
Fair enough.
We all found agreement on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't think we would.
Look at this being a little kumbaya.
I didn't think we would. I thought we would do.
Break out the peace
I
pipe.
thought it was. By the way, I thought it was the only unfair criticism of Harden. That they put up 23 and 24 in second round series for his career.
And
I thought that was the only thing that was unfair.
Outside of Chris Paul, what great sidekick did he ever really have?
Did we just become best friends?
No, Pat. We did not.
No, we are.
Those Rocket teams were good.
Those Rocket teams were good. They were. Yeah, but they were one of the 5 favorites to win the title.
But they were then outside of the Chris Paul year, they never had another even really star. I'm trying to think of who Clint Capella. He made thrive.
He made Clint Capella money.
Yeah,
exactly.
His running mates weren't that great.
He made him. Well, they were They pointed out he was a top 5 betting favorite to win the NBA title 4 times in his career. He's not. He hasn't played on crap teams all the time.
No, not crap, but they're just solid teams. It's not like...
Well, the Sixers right now aren't even a top 5. Weren't even a top 5 coming into the playoffs to win the title.
He had Dwight Howard. I just pulled up the 2015 roster. He had Jason Terry, who I always really liked.
Yeah, but at the end, he got Jason Terry at the end of that.
Dwight Howard, Montrezl Harrell, Sam Decker, Clint Capella. Pat Bev, Trevor Ariza. That was his running squad.
And he made a lot of those guys better.
Yeah.
He got them paid.
Yeah.
Well, he got Clint Capella paid.
And he made Trevor Ariza's life very easy.
Hey, Super Saturday's coming. You can save up to 40% off all furniture at Ashley with free delivery, special no-interest financing, and they're going to pay your sales tax 10 to 9 this Saturday. Ashley in Pottstown, Warminster, Bensalem, and Maple Shade. So yesterday I had an appointment in the afternoon. I'll tell you about that a little bit later. So I'm driving on 202, and all of a sudden, you get the dreaded sound. Beep! the alarm goes off on the dashboard. Loss of pressure, right rear tire. And I'm driving on smooth highway, not understanding, like, what did I possibly get? What I got was a nail in the tire. So my appointment is in King of Prussia. So I call Christine on the phone, and I said, okay, I've got an appointment to get to. I'm not going to get there. Would you do me a favor? Because I'm driving. I'm going to try to drive as far as I can to get close to the appointment. Could you please contact I got my tires at Costco when I replaced my tires in my car. Could you call the Costco in King of Prussia if I can get there? I just want to say Eric at the Costco in King of Prussia absolutely kicks butt.
We're good friends now. We're all settled down.
My wife calls ahead, says my husband has got the alarm going off on 202. The tire's starting to lose air. I get to the Costco in King of Prussia. Eric takes care of you. No charge.
Nice.
Because you bought your tires there. So I just want to plug. So many people complain. So many people complain about bad customer service. That was a great one. That was really great. To be able to just pull in and go, he's like, we got this. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
New tire? Or did he just plug the hole?
No, thankfully it was a thin nail. So they were able to
I just had one last week.
And you had that
in front of the house, yeah.
But wasn't it new tires too?
Yeah, I have new tires.
Thing.
Yeah, so I called because I called AAA. They came out, not whatever it was, and the guy's like, "Oh, I can plug this, man, no problem." And he went and did his thing and plugged
Isn't
the
it
tire.
amazing?
It's perfect. Yeah,
it's amazing when you get great customer service, especially in today's day and age. I think customer service has gone in the crapper.
Yeah, I had a great guy from AAA. My battery died like 3 weeks ago. He was awesome.
I mean, it's when you get it's weird, but now when you get great customer service now,
it stands out. Yeah,
yeah, and that's sort of a shame. That like nowadays when you get treated really, really well, it's a shame. So go see Eric. He looks like that guy. Who's the guy married to
Wilfred
Lisa
Brimley.
Bonet?
Oh, Jason Momoa.
He looks like Jason Momoa, ladies.
Did they broke? Yeah, I think they broke up.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Didn't end well.
Did he cheat on her?
No, I just think that it ran its course.
Oh, okay.
Like
so there's not a scandal.
Irreconcilable differences.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to tell you that the Brian Dawkins Driving Impact Celebrity Golf Tournament's coming to Penn Oaks Golf Club, Westchester, Pennsylvania, the 17th and the 18th of May. I drive by it all the time. Looks beautiful. Presented by the McDade team at Cross Country Mortgage. If you want to play in it, it's a 2-day event and includes an exclusive pairing party, player and celebrity soiree, silent auction and award ceremony, and appearing and playing in the tournament. Brandon Graham, Brian Westbrook, Trey Thomas, Donovan McNabb, Brent Selleck, Brian Dawkins, and more. So go to 97.5thefanatic.com right now. Go now, 97.5thefanatic.com, and register for your chance to win your way in. All proceeds benefit the Brian Dawkins Impact Foundation, which is dedicated to bringing transformational moments to young people in underserved communities. So check that out. So then I had to Uber it to my meeting, and I got there right on time.
Nice.
And the Uber driver was cool. And then I'll tell you about my Uber driver home a little bit later. The Eagles' 2022 schedule's coming out. We get the schedule a week from today. So we will find out on Thursday night, the 12th, where I'm hoping the Sixers have already closed out the series in 5. So we don't have a 6th game that night.
Yeah, sure.
But I have a feeling all the schedule leaks will happen before 8 o'clock. The schedule comes out at 8 o'clock. We're going to probably find out leaks all day long about what's going to happen. In fact, we'll probably find out the first week leaks and things like that the way it goes. Last year, the Eagles really benefited by the back end of their schedule being like the weakest part of their schedule. Having 5 games in the division in the last 7 weeks of the year. So if I asked you to lay out the schedule, something philosophy-wise, what would you want this year for the Eagles? Do you want a completely balanced out schedule where like the hardest games are trickled every single month? Last year, the Eagles got kicked in the teeth and had the really bad schedule to start and then turned it around because the schedule got a lot easier. Where do you lay on like the schedule philosophy? I love the late season divisional games. But I don't really like playing 5 divisional games in 7 weeks. But what it kept them in the playoff race because of it, I guess.
Yeah, they did. That's been kind of the norm the last few years, right? Where you're getting divisional games late, really which is cool because that's where you're going to decide your playoff fate. I do like balance. I mean, you want to. They're going to be a younger team next year, with all the signings and the draft choices and all that stuff. So getting out to a good start is probably paramount. You want these kids to gain confidence. You want these kids to be going into week 5, 6, and 7, knowing a little bit about the NFL, but knowing the good parts of it.
I got questions for you, though, now, for every one of you to answer. So I'll throw one to each of you. Is there any doubt, Jamie? I think it's a no-brainer that the NFL will put Carson Wentz in Philadelphia for his first game as a Commander. That'll be the opener.
The opener.
Doesn't it make sense?
I don't think. Go ahead, Jamie. I'll let you go first.
No, yeah. I mean, on its surface, it does.
I mean,
I don't
Carson
think the NFL cares that much about Carson Wentz. So
I
don't think he's big enough to say.
I could completely see the NFL doing that for the storyline alone.
I could. They play Green Bay at home this year. So there's a Philadelphia game. Green Bay comes to Philly. I would imagine prime time, Jamie. If I said to you right now, Jamie, you get to pick the week. There are 17 games. You get to pick the week. Give me like a number when you'd rather play that game. Knowing the Eagles team as they're set right now.
Yeah,
when do you want Green Bay coming in? Do you want them coming in December? Do you want them coming in October?
Well, probably early in the season.
You'd want the earlier shot at them.
Probably, yeah.
They start slow.
Yeah, but they're a new offense now with no Devontae Adams.
Okay.
They might have some things to figure out in terms of who their go-to guy is. So I'd rather just get them early when maybe Aaron Rodgers is trying to figure that out. The Eagles' prime timeness definitely got elevated after the draft.
Doug Peterson comes home to Philadelphia.
Oh, man.
That would be, to me, if I'm an NFL executive,
game.
and Pat, I don't see what you think on this. If I'm an NFL executive, that is more enticing to me than having Carson Wentz come here to Philadelphia.
That's your opener? Like,
Might
Doug
be.
Peterson's first game as Jacksonville Jaguars head coach is in Philly.
Yeah, I think I do. You want a Super Bowl? Absolutely, I think I'd do that.
I disagree respectfully because
with me?
Yeah, with you.
Wow.
Why do you think about that, Pat?
I think a divisional game means more. I think the narrative of the Commanders changing their name, they have a new quarterback, and that quarterback just happened to be, the franchise at one point in Philadelphia. It's week 1. I think that means more than Doug Peterson coming back, because the Doug Peterson narrative you can do anytime, and that team isn't supposed to be good. Theoretically, the Washington Commanders could be decent with Carson Wentz. We've said it before, but he didn't play horrible last year with Indianapolis. He crumbled the last 3 weeks, but numbers-wise, he was pretty decent, and he has better weapons with Washington, so you could see them making a case.
Disrespectfully disagree with
you. You know what, Bob? We're still friends.
Best friends.
That's fine.
You're one of my best friends.
Now, wait a minute, though.
Only allowed one.
Pat, you said crumble.
Yeah.
You said crumble. Yes, you get to have one best friend. You can have many. You can have many good friends. You can have many good friends, but there's somebody that's got to be your best friend.
I have no friends.
Pat, is yours the ice cream guy at the place in Ardmore?
The place in Ardmore, yeah.
Did you buy? By the way, did you buy the ice cream there, or did you buy it elsewhere?
Yeah, so they have the
to-goes.
They have the pints in the freezers, and you grab those, and then they have the scoops.
You're paying their rent. You are absolutely keeping their lights on.
They're good people.
I know they're great people, I walked by there. I lived right next door to that place.
Somebody that got ridiculed for buying, basically like $10 cookies here for a guy that buys $12 pints of ice cream.
You bought 4 cookies for $60.
Well, because of shipping, that wasn't the actual cost of the cookie.
You bought 4 cookies for $60.
A pregnant woman is a scary thing, John.
We don't want to hear the reasons
take my money.
why.
This guy's buying $12 pints of ice cream, and nobody mentions a word.
And he transported them themselves.
Here is yet another example of Jamie being the least foxhole guy on the station.
Your bougie lifestyle, $12
Congratulate me on my success.
Hey, it's weird. You're talking about selfish, non-foxhole guys. I got one for you coming up after the break, and they don't work on this show. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. All right, with Window Nation having their graduation sale, I'm thinking about it, man. Jeez, I'm 17 days till graduation. Can't wait for it. But if your old windows are failing and they're not making the grade, I got some homework for you. All right, those are all the academic puns that I'm going to give you. Go to the head of the class. Well, there was one more. Window Nation has got a great deal for you. You're going to pay nothing for 2 full years. So if you say you can't afford to upgrade the value of your home right now, you can. If you say you don't have the money right now to be able to play it, you do. Get 2 free windows for every 2 that you buy. Make no down payment, pay no interest for 24 24 months with Window Nation windows. And you go to windownation.com. They've got every size, every style, every color you could potentially need. An A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, so you know that they are going to be able to just deliver like they have for so many customers in the past. You will love Window Nation windows, and they're going to make your house look better. They're going to cut down on your air conditioning bills, and for the next 2 winters, you will not have a payment due, and you will save all of that money that you wasted this year. Call Window Nation today, 866-90-NATION. That's 866-90-NATION. Do your window shopping online at windownation.com.
May the 4th be with you. This is 97.5 The Fanatic. Ever dream of playing golf with your favorite Philadelphia Eagles legends? The Brian Dawkins Driving Impact Celebrity Golf Tournament is coming to Penn Oaks Golf Club in Westchester, PA, May 17th and 18th.
Presented by the McDade team at Cross Country Mortgage.
97.5 The Fanatic is the only official radio partner, and we have your chance to play in this star-studded tournament.
This incredible 2-day event will include an exclusive pairing party, player and celebrity soiree, silent auction, and awards ceremony.
Appearing and playing in the tournament: Brandon Graham, Jeremiah Trotter, John Runyon, Brian Westbrook, Trey Thomas, Donovan McNabb, Brent Selleck, of course, Brian Dawkins, and many more.
Go to 975thefanatic.com now for your chance to win your way in. All proceeds benefit the Brian Dawkins Impact Foundation, dedicated to bringing transformational moments to young people in underserved communities.
Get complete details and enter for your chance to play at 975thefanatic.com. The Brian Dawkins Driving Impact Celebrity Golf Tournament, presented by the McDade team at Cross Country Mortgage, an official radio partner, 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Connecticut School of Broadcasting is now the CSB Media Arts Center. I'm Taylor Morgan, a proud CSB grad. The instruction from true media pros and the connections that I made spawned a career that's lasted more than 30 years. What you can learn in just 2 to 4 months at CSB Media Arts Center can set you on a whole new path. Train on site or online with classes in radio, TV, podcasting, video, all that is media. There's a campus in nearby Cherry Hill. Get your start. Visit GoCSB.com.
Hey, what's going on? My name is Rob Jenners, and I am a graduate of the Connecticut School of Broadcasting, which is now the CSB Media Arts Center. I've been living my dream in radio, production, and sports broadcasting for 20 years now, thanks to CSB, with the nation's most successful sports broadcasting program. We're talking sports talk, play-by-play, color commentary. Get trained and get coached by the pros in just 8 to 16 weeks, with a campus nearby in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. CSB Media Arts Center. Visit GoCSB.com.
Tired of paying more and getting less? T-Mobile believes customers should get more without worrying about their bill. That's right. More 5G coverage, more savings, and even more cool stuff. And what does that mean? It's like expecting this and getting this. Expecting this and getting this. At T-Mobile, you get more. Like more 5G bars in more places and more savings. So your family saves 20% with Essentials versus AT&T and Verizon. Plus, we won't raise the price of your rate plan with our Price Lock Guarantee. So, would you rather have this or this? The answer's simple. Switch to T-Mobile today and see for yourself what more feels like.
T-Mobile is America's largest 5G network. 20% savings with 2 to 4 lines on Essentials versus comparable plans. Features may vary. Price lock for rate plan, talk, text, and data on qualifying lines. See terms at T-Mobile.com.
From the moment you open the bag, through the low and slow grilling, to the very last bite of food, new Kingsford Signature Flavors hardwood pellets tantalize your senses. Kingsford Signature Flavors are made with 100% natural hardwood and 100% real spices to add a whole new rich, full-bodied flavor and aroma to your cookout. New Kingsford Signature Flavors hardwood pellets. Flavor you can see, smell, and taste. Kingsford.com.
DQ presents. Picture this. You stand before the awe-inspiring new signature stack burger menu at DQ and your mouth wonders, where have you been all my life? That's 5 taste bud tempting cheeseburgers with 100% real seasoned beef. You peek at the loaded A1 stack burger with 2 premium sauces. Then the flamethrower stack burger with tongue-tingling jalapeno bacon. Then you realize moments like these are exactly why we have the DQ signature stack burger menu. DQ. Happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
As the weather gets nicer and you spend more time outside, you may notice your home's exterior is in need of some improvements. If it's time for new windows, roofing, or siding, call Mike and his team at Preferred Home Improvement. For over 35 years, this family business has been preferred by homeowners in Bucks, Montgomery, and Chester counties. Let Preferred Home Improvement get the exterior of your home ready for summer. Visit phibuilds.com. For over 35 years, homeowners trust Preferred Home Improvement. That's phibuilds.com.
Beasley Media's Philadelphia Digital Division continues to grow, and we're looking for qualified candidates. To see the full job description and qualifications for our digital sales strategist, ad operations, and digital sales coordinator positions, go to 97.5thefanatic.com/now hiring. Positions are full-time and include benefits. Please deliver your resume and cover letter to digitalphilly@bbgi.com. Beasley Media Group, LLC is an equal opportunity employer.
My mom's the bomb. Her hugs are so good, there's a wait list. Her laughter is the life of the party. Her smile makes everyone smile. Everything worth knowing, I learned from her. That's why this Mother's Day, I'm heading to Hellsberg Diamonds. They have beautiful diamond pendants, gemstone rings, and more. Hellsberg makes it easy to find a gift she'll love. One that hopefully she'll pass down to me one day, along with her secret to perfect hugs. Save big on mom-worthy gifts at a Hellsberg store near you or at hellsberg.com. Hurry, Mother's Day is Sunday, May 8th.
Hey there, casino fans. I'm here to let you know that the new BetRivers.com casino app is here. It's got lots and lots of exciting slots and table games to play, fast payouts, and a rewards program you'll love. Plus, with award-winning customer service, the excitement never stops. So get ready, casino lovers, to experience the BetRivers.com difference you can trust. It's a whole new game. Download it today.
Presented by Rivers Casino, Philadelphia. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Every 3 seconds, there's a new victim of identity theft. A criminal could be applying for loans in your name or even selling your personal info on the dark web. Protecting your identity can be easy with LifeLock by Norton. LifeLock monitors your info and alerts you to potential identity threats. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but with LifeLock, it's easy to help protect yourself. Save up to 25% off your first year at LifeLock.com with promo code NEWS.
Hello, fellow smart sports bettors. It's basketball playoffs time, and PropSwap is where we're all finding the best odds in the country for futures, props, and parlays. It's Jamie Lynch for PropSwap, where America buys and sells their sports bets. Sellers across America list their sports bets for sale on PropSwap, and thousands of buyers visit PropSwap every day to find the best odds in the country. While it might be legal for us here, a lot of states still don't have that legalized gambling, but they can buy prop swap bets. And the very best time to buy prop bets is always early in the playoffs when the odds are at their highest. And the highest odds can now only be found at PropSwap.com and on the free PropSwap app. Think you know who's going to win the championship? Well, the average prop swapper can make $500 a month just buying and selling sports bets on PropSwap. And last year, 2 different prop swappers made over $100,000 just from buying and selling sports bets. So come, join in on the fun today and download the free PropSwap app and prop swap your sports bets. Head to PropSwap.com.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
We are no longer new and different. We're just different. The John Kincade Show returns.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Thanks for making time for us, the John Kincade Show. Give us more than 2 minutes. Coach, just give more than 2 minutes. You got to give it.
Look,
Well, give us 5.
Maybe give 3 minutes today.
Well, no. Are we talking about our show or
no?
I'm
saying Coach was telling me what he saw in 2 minutes of General Hospital.
And if I come across it again, I will give it another 2 or 3 minutes. But
and then just give me your review then.
Yeah, during the commercial break, I like Wicked Tuna, and I like Deadliest Catch, and I like Storage Wars. And people have said to me, dude, what are you doing watching that stuff?
Oh, what a loser! Now the weird thing is,
I just don't get it.
To me, I find I will not seek out Wicked Tuna, but if I came across it, I wouldn't be like, "Oh, that's terrible." I watched it for 2 minutes. That was terrible because I wouldn't understand it. There's no context. I'm trying to think of a show that I don't get.
Well, it seemed like Coach's gripe with the show was the bad acting.
He thinks that and
if you can't get over the bad acting, then it might be tough to get into a plot line.
He's watching a character who purposely is that thing, though. Because I said to him, what happened in the scene? I was able to identify the characters, and I went, she purposely acts like that. That's her character. Lucy Coe's been around forever, Coach. And by the way, that Lynn Herring's quite a number. So, hey, now that your high school senior is committed to their college, visit collegeav.com and help relieve the stress of how you're going to pay for it. That's collegeav.com. Help everybody breathe easier. You have a graduation coming up, Bobby.
Yeah. Our son Kyle's getting his master's on Friday, so we're going to be down in South Carolina, watch him walk. And
is he excited? When you get the master's, is it the same excitement of getting your undergrad?
I don't know.
How is it? People don't seem to make as big deal about it, and to me, it's actually even a bigger accomplishment.
Yeah, you're a master.
He had his last huge exam yesterday, and I was texting with him on Tuesday night.
How do you feel about it?
He felt good going in. He said he had studied 5 straight days, pretty much, almost 10 hours a day. And then he wasn't real happy with how he thought he did yesterday. But he's fine. All's good. He's so excited. He's got, he's ready to start that part of his life.
Got his job lined up and everything.
He's got a job lined up, ready to go. He's not coming home, which I don't love, but,
Is he staying down there?
Yeah, he got a job offer in Charlotte, North Carolina, so that's where he's going to live. Yes.
He ended up in a good spot. Yeah, he's a little taken back.
You need a hug, Bobby?
Yeah.
He does. There he goes. Here, come on in. I like this. See, this is the kind of togetherness. Look at this. This is nice. He needs it right now. Is it on camera? Can we see it? There it is. There's
unfortunately
Bob.
not. They
Bob
picked the worst place to hug.
Are they making out?
They might be. That's probably why they went off
here
camera.
It is. Oh, here it is. There we go. Bobby, thank you. I love it. So the question is, if I am right now Kyle Cooney, I'm worried that Pat Egan's angling to take my place.
Nobody's taking his place.
Oh.
I love you to death, Pat.
That is awesome.
Yeah, nobody
That's
takes your kid's
absolutely
place
awesome.
ever. No.
Hey, well, I've got one for you. Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill was not happy that Malik Willis got drafted by the Tennessee Titans. And you could sort of tell the bitter Betty was way out in his voice. Can we have that audio, Pat, to be able to hear a little of Ryan Tannehill and hear what he had to say? Because it seems a bit strange to me that you'd have this kind of attitude when you're the leader of the team.
In a quarterback room in the same room, we're competing against each other. We're watching the same tape. We're doing the same drills. I don't think it's my job to mentor him, but if he learns from me along the way, then that's a great thing.
I don't know where you fall on it. I've debated this morning with one of my old partners, Brian Finneran, who says he's absolutely right.
Yeah, I don't think anything he said is wrong.
I take complete offense to it.
No,
would you want to mentor the guy that's coming to take your chair?
I have spent my entire career mentoring people that on the radio food chain or whatever were below me.
Yes, but has there ever been one that's been hired to be your replacement?
Well, first off,
it's like such a unique dynamic.
First of all, if Ryan Tannehill goes out and is a Pro Bowl player and leads his team to championship, he's not being replaced.
That's what he's saying. Basically, yeah. I'm not wasting any time mentoring. I'm worried about my own career. He can ride my coattails.
I never gave it a second thought. Because you know what? Because I'm not concerned about somebody coming in and trying to do it. If I do my job, I'm taking care of my own business.
Exactly. That's what he's saying.
If Ryan Tannehill, Ryan Tannehill doesn't coach him up, doesn't do anything to go out of his way to mentor him up. And then week 3, Ryan Tannehill tears up his knee, and Malik Willis is the starting quarterback.
Then I'll start mentoring.
Well, then you start mentoring.
Oh, then you start mentoring.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be better if you start mentoring from
Ryan Tannehill's got
to. You got to worry about yourself,
would it be better
man?
for the team?
No, what's best for the team is that Ryan Tannehill is totally focused in on what he needs to. Now, look, I'm not saying you're giving the guy a cold shoulder. I'm not saying you're going out of your way not to be good to him, whatever it may be. But no, my focus is not, oh, hey, welcome to the room. Okay, this is what we do. Boom. But no, I have to worry about running a professional football team at the toughest position in all the sports. I'm worried about me first and foremost.
You know who I wish had this attitude? Carson Wentz. Instead, he got worried, and his butt cheeks got tight, and he got nervous.
By what you guys think, though.
No,
Carson Wentz should have.
If Carson Wentz said
acting just like Carson Wentz.
No, Carson Wentz didn't say anything. He hid from it. He made the locker room weird. Ryan Tannehill's going, I got a job to save and a career to preserve here. I don't give a damn about this kid. If Carson Wentz had taken that approach with Jalen Hurts, okay, kid. See the field in 5 years. This is my job. I think it would have been better for him. Instead, he did, the passive-aggressive.
He got
weird,
woogies on his neck.
Yeah, like weird stuff in the locker room.
What?
Just own it and be like, Jalen,
What did he do?
He broke out in hives on his neck.
Something about Mary Woogie.
What do you got? Oh, okay, now I remember.
Yeah.
I see it from both sides. I think with Ryan Tannehill, though, I take it by a case-by-case basis. Like Brett Favre, all-time great. His career was coming to an end. Yeah, he probably should have mentored Aaron Rodgers.
He was an a-hole to Aaron Rodgers.
Ryan Tannehill has already been through this before, though. He lost his job in Miami and found his way in Tennessee. And the reality is, like, he's an okay quarterback. He's not a great quarterback. He's not an all-time great. And he's still, if everything breaks well, he probably still has 6 or 7 years left in the league. Maybe not 6, but maybe like 5. And he doesn't want to do that holding a clipboard. His time isn't over. So I don't necessarily blame him for not wanting to mentor because he's not good enough to probably stave off a guy that he's mentoring. You know what I mean? It's not like he's comfortable in his job, especially when he just lost A.J. Brown. He just lost Julio Jones. He's basically his best wide receiver right now. I think is a rookie that they took in the first round. So I don't necessarily blame him. It's not really...
It's not
great for the team, but...
I'm shocked because I think it's a terrible look. I've never in my life have I ever in my professional career have I ever not had the time to mentor somebody below me. Have I never had the time to say, well, what do you want to do in this business? How can I give you a little advice? Can I help you out? I've never understood it because it makes my team better. When I do stuff like that, it makes the station I work at better. It makes the shows I work at better. I don't understand the mentality.
The way I learn is just by being a sponge. I like to be around somebody, see how they do it, see if there's a different approach I would take to that thing. And Malik Willis can learn plenty just by being in the quarterback room from Ryan Tannehill. He doesn't have to waste the time going, all right, Ryan, Malik, sorry, on 3rd and 4, the blitzing outside Sam. He doesn't have to do that. Just being there and being a sponge, he'll learn from him by default.
Did you see why he dropped? One of the major reasons he dropped? NFL teams, a lot of them said on the whiteboard, he was terrible. He couldn't. The level of defense playing at Liberty, he didn't have, and he only had really the one little window at Liberty. He didn't have the awareness of being able to explain the different defense having. He's going to have a learning curve. I just think that I think it's better because if they have to end up playing Malik Willis, his teammates are screwed because he took that attitude.
Let's not make this. It's either one way or the other. I don't believe that Ryan Tannehill meant I'm not going to talk to kid. I'm not going to help.
No, I didn't say he did do that.
No, I know. But you can say, no, I'm not here to be a mentor. Maybe I'm not good enough to be a mentor. Ryan Tannehill's a little above average quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah.
We mentioned Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers. We mentioned some of the greatest quarterbacks. He was
the number 1 seed last year.
And he's probably a top 11, 12
okay,
guy.
Yeah, exactly.
He was number 1 seed from that running game and that defense.
I got you.
Ryan Tannehill can't show up to NFL seasons, games, quarters, whatever, and just ride out being, I'm Ryan Tannehill, here I am. That guy's got to bust his gut to be a decent quarterback in this league. That's his first and primary and only and should be focus.
He's an elite
He's got a quarterback coach. He's got a head coach.
I give you that.
Malik Willis will be fine, but it's not up to Ryan Tannehill to take care of that.
I'm very surprised. Now, we agreed on the one thing, and I completely disagree with you guys on that one.
We're back to being enemies.
We're back on the enemy route with that one. Hey, in the linchpin, the Eagles rookies are right around the corner.
This is the linchpin.
Yeah, I was thinking about this yesterday because I heard, Nakobe Dean expected to be on the field within this next month here.
Full participant.
Yeah, full participant, and that's great. Now we've had a year to digest how Sirianni attacked his first offseason, and that was, I think he got the veterans here for like a full month during OTAs and all that, and then basically said, I trust you guys to go on your own and handle your stuff, more or less see it at minicamp or training camp. I wonder if they're going to take the similar approach because from a health and injury standpoint, last year was probably the most successful in terms of no injuries in, felt like 5, 6, 7 years. Like, they were pretty healthy for the most part. Outside of Brandon Graham, there was nothing really too major that happened to this team. So when you look at it through the injury lens, it was very successful in terms of preserving the team. In terms of knowing who they were as a team, those first 5 or 6 weeks of the season, not playing in preseason, probably having a less strenuous camp, they didn't really know what they had. They didn't know. I don't know how they didn't know that they were a running-based offense, and it took Gannon a couple weeks to kind of figure out what his style was going to be defensively. Now that it's a new team and a new roster, which do you prefer? The maybe not learn your team as much but preserve the health, or take the risk of maybe pushing them a little harder but learning who the team is?
Not practicing harder in the summer has nothing to do with not getting injured in November and December. To me, it has the two can't correlate. If a guy tears up a knee in
training camp
November,
and OTAs, or
right.
I'm lumping them in together to one big thing.
Yeah, I like more teaching. I like more, not necessarily more hitting, but I like more teaching. I like more time eyeball to eyeball in front of people.
Well, think about early on in the season, too.
They were terrible.
They were at a record pace to commit penalties in the NFL.
Yeah, that's part of it, too.
And I'm sorry, I think a lot of that had to do with teaching. Yeah, teaching, familiarity. You don't have to just hit with more practice. It can be just teaching.
You can put them in shells and
what about the preseason games?
I'd like to see them more together. Yeah, I would like to have seen a little bit more. Yeah, I think a lot of the early season struggles were, you have a new quarterback in there. Cadence is a big thing. I think that probably played a part in a lot of the penalties. When you're not used to or accustomed to as an offensive or defensive line where exactly the guy next to you is going, now your feet aren't where they want them to be, and oops, all of a sudden a hand reaches out and grabs a jersey and it's a hold. It's just a familiarity that I think teaching comes with.
That's what you got to do. You got to be able to. I want the teaching, but I would just like more. And again, not more hitting.
Yeah,
but more teaching.
Well, if you had to guess, is he going to do it the same way again?
No, more.
You think he's going to ramp it up?
I think
they'll be on the field more. Yeah,
I think part of it was COVID. I think part of it was coming off of COVID, and let's get back to normal a bit. But Nick Sirianni,
my gut says he's going to do it the same.
Well, it was a terrible start to the season. The first 7 weeks, he was terrible. They were terrible.
But does his baseline knowledge of the team grow? I know it's different, and A.J. Brown's here, and defensively it's different too, but did his baseline knowledge grow of who this team was enough that he can get away with it?
They were the sloppiest NFL team. They were, I guess Bob said, on record through 6 weeks. They were on record.
It was bad.
They were sloppy because they didn't practice together. They didn't play together.
I think he's going to do it the same. Interesting you guys
We'll see what he goes. We'll see where he goes. We're not agreeing on anything today.
We had the one.
We had the one.
Yeah.
We had the one thing.
You can never take that away from us.
I know what we can agree on, though. It's always a good chuckle when you hear Pat's takes.
With or without. Either way, it's time for Pat's Takes.
Hello.
Hello, Patrick.
Yeah,
my
I'm
best
Pat.
friend.
I'm Pat. They really half-assed this intro, and it didn't introduce me. But I am the Pat of Pat's Takes. We'll start off with the NFL draft. Okay, so that took place last Thursday. I don't know if you guys are aware what you're doing, but it is the annual event where the NFL teams pick their new players. Total crapshoot, right? Like usually we have a pretty good.
We should go to that sometime.
We should try. Usually we have a pretty good idea of who will go at the top of the draft, but not this year because it was just a free-for-all. So it would have been totally understandable if a team took the full allotted time of 10 minutes to select their players. But apparently that didn't happen with one team. The Detroit Lions, with the number 2 overall pick, couldn't get their pick in fast enough. They couldn't wait to select Michigan's Aiden Hutchinson. And while the Lions were happy, Lions fans were happy, and Hutchinson was happy, the NFL apparently was not happy.
Why?
According to a Lions source, the team turned the card in so fast that the league actually got mad at them. The league probably wanted to fit in some more of their amazing commercials and incredible analysis as they prolong a draft that honestly could have taken 2 hours. So if you were sitting there going, how could this take so long? It's a top 5 pick. Just know, it didn't take that long. It took about 12 seconds. But we have to see the Scott's commercial to let you know what to do with your lawn.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they actually
I'd go Natural Lawn of America myself.
I would too. Greener grass, fewer weeds.
Guaranteed.
It's guaranteed, and everybody knows that. They barely have to promote their products. Scott's is just throwing it out there. Willy-nilly. Yeah, but apparently they were actually pissed
That's incredible.
off that a team had the audacity to be ready to select their player at the number 2 overall pick.
I got to tell you, the first 2 nights of the draft, I never saw so many times where the guy hadn't come to the stage yet to be welcomed, and the next team, it said pick is in. Like it
Yeah,
seemed
it was
faster though.
It
but
did seem
man,
faster.
but it was a faster first round. I mean,
It was.
Yeah, it moved well.
Why would you? I know why. Money.
It
Right.
is, yeah. It's
Bottom
they're gonna
line.
prolong it.
There you go.
Comedians often have to deal with hecklers as they try to get through a set. There's always some jamoke that thinks they can do a better job than the comedian. Never a smart move to go at a guy who is paid to tell jokes. You usually end up getting emotionally beat down. Sometimes, though, you get physically beat down. That's what happened to one idiot last night who attacked Dave Chappelle on stage. As the show was finishing up in Hollywood, a man came running on stage trying to do his best to get an undrafted free agent contract by the Rams. Chappelle was unharmed as the man had horrible form tackling. Chappelle even joked that the attacker may have been Will Smith, but the man whose shoddy tackling identified him as Nathan Gary of Nebraska got the piss beat out of him by about 10 security guards. Video of him leaving in police custody showed his arm was facing the completely wrong direction. I didn't post it on Twitter, but you can find it yourself. It's a pretty rough look. So let this be a lesson to not use a comedian's Netflix special to try to get an NFL contract. He got the brakes beat off of him.
You feel any sympathy for him?
No.
Neither do I.
No,
not. And I guarantee today we're going to have people going, well, that was very excessive.
No, he came at the king and he missed.
Did something come out that he had a knife on him too?
I didn't see that.
I thought I saw some on Twitter this morning.
They said it's in the back they thought there was a pocket knife.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of videos of it. He literally just tries to run into.
He tries to tackle.
He tries to Terry Tatum. I mean, it's literally the definition of mess around, find out.
Yeah,
he messed around and he found out.
And you're fine, but
it's his own doing. Sorry, see you,
there
buddy.
are going to be people going, that's excessive.
Of course there are.
They should have just escorted him off and said, you did something naughty.
No, well, they did escort him off with a broken arm.
Yes.
So
and it looks really.
Oh, it's mangled.
It's gnarly looking.
Yeah.
That's a shame. I feel really bad for him.
No,
his face was pretty bloody.
You
it was
can
great.
get away with doing that to Dane Cook, but not Dave Chappelle. not up in here. The only real thing I could find with today in history, and you guys probably remember this, Jamie not so much, but you and John and Bob. 1973, the longest game in the vet took place. Phillies beat the Braves 5-4, 20 innings.
Don't remember it.
Really?
No.
What year was it?
1974.
Yeah, no.
No.
Really?
No.
I'll say that Hank Aaron was playing for the Braves. How about that?
I remember the Flyers won the Stanley Cup. I remember the day they won the Cup in 74. I remember that.
You don't remember the 20-inning game?
No.
Okay.
No, I remember some other long games. And I was at the doubleheader of San Diego and never left the building.
I went to the one probably at this point 10-plus years ago where Roy Oswalt was forced to play left field.
Was that 15 innings or something?
It was about 15, 16. Ryan Howard got ejected by Scott Foster. Not Scott Foster.
Scott Foster was meddling in those games.
No, it was Scott Barry, I think was his name. He was a horrible ump. But, yeah, that's probably the longest I've been to.
Hey, Dylan Cooper wants to agree with Bob's point. Dylan sends in an email about Tannehill and Willis, and he says, love the show. He said, I want to throw this out there. Think about Alex Smith and Mahomes. Smith was playing very well with Kansas City, going to the playoffs and Pro Bowls. He got replaced like it was nothing. Bob is totally right. Tannehill has got to work his game and guarantee his spot because anything can happen. He doesn't owe Willis anything. Alex Smith still got amazingly paid and went to another franchise. And by the way, Patrick Mahomes speaks about Alex Smith like he's his big brother and that he took him under wing since day one. I just think of the way Brett Favre treated Aaron Rodgers, and then Aaron Rodgers did it again to another guy. Like Aaron Rodgers has the same. He complained about how Brett Favre treated him, that Brett Favre treated him like garbage and wouldn't talk to him and then he returns the favor to another kid.
I mean, you got to have an edge. Toughest position in sports. I don't fault anybody for how they keep their job. You know what I mean?
I'll take Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre with their so-called bad attitude towards their backups than I will Ryan Tannehill being a mentor to Malik Willis.
Oh, I would too.
But
I take their talents, but exactly. I'm just surprised. I'm very surprised that guys feeling like they're threatened by a third-round pick. He's threatened by a third-round pick. I'd be in the locker room going, dude, really? You have the big money contract. You're the starting quarterback. You were a number 1 seed last year. Just be better. Stop worrying about the third round pick. Because if we're
Carson Wentz had that attitude.
Because if we're a number 1 seed this year, you're not being replaced.
But you're saying threatened and all that. All he said was, I'm not here to be his mentor. I don't know that he's threatened. He's just saying, like, that's like the quarterback coach's job, the head coach's job. I don't know if he's threatened by him. I just think he thinks, look, I have a job to do. I got to do my job first.
Tonight's a must-win, right? John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. This Sunday, Mother's Day. This Saturday, Kentucky Derby Day at Parks Racing from the Pennsylvania Horse Racing Association and the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen Association. You got fashionable hats, thrilling horse racing. They're going hand in hand this Saturday at Parks Racing. What a spectacular event for your entire family. Only at Parks Racing in Bensalem. I said the entire family. Win terrific prizes for the best Derby hats with 5 categories. The ladies, the gents, the children, the fashionable duo, and the most creative. So bring your inner fashionista. Win up to a $250 Visa gift card. Gift cards to Chickies and Pete's. Other great prizes from the Pennsylvania Horse Racing Association. It's Derby time at Parks Racing in Bensalem. This Saturday, May 7th. You get free family fun for kids of all ages. Gates open at 10 a.m. with live racing. Post time is 12:05. All ages are welcome. Visit letsgoracingparks.com. Letsgoracingparks.com. And you got to be 21 to place wagers. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
You can't just tag no offense on the end of something horribly offensive and act like it's okay.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Step back, three-point shot up, a dagger, the beard.
The Sixers look to even the series in Miami at 1 game apiece. Sixers Heat, round 2, game 2, tonight at 7:30 on your home for 76ers playoff basketball. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Sixers basketball is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app.
Hi, it's me, Steven Singer. Yeah, the I Hate Steven Singer guy. Other Georges love to hate me. Why? Because we actually have gifts for Mother's Day that your mom, grandmom, and wife really want and will cherish, like my magnificent, beautiful, brand new 24-karat gold dip rose named Creamsicle. Remember when you were a little kid and your mom took you on the boardwalk and you got an orange and vanilla swirl ice cream cone? Or when the ice cream truck would pull up to your neighborhood and you got a creamsicle? What a nice treat. Get the moms in your life a deeply dipped 24-karat gold dip rose that has orangey and vanilla colored petals named Creamsicle. This creamsicle rose will remind her of the good old days when you were younger and wonderful memories. Go now to IHateStevenSinger.com. Get this exclusive 24-karat gold dip beauty and celebrate Mother's Day in style. There's still time for free shipping by Mother's Day. But you have to order now. The best gift for Mother's Day, starting at just $59. Go now to IHateStevenSinger.com.
Hi, this is Taylor Morgan. Years ago, I made a decision that would change my life forever. I attended the Connecticut School of Broadcasting. I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do, but radio and TV sounded like fun. Well, it turned into a career that has lasted more than 30 years and has given me opportunities that I never would have dreamed possible, like broadcasting from the Olympics in Nagano, Japan. And it all started at Connecticut School of Broadcasting, which is now CSB Media Arts Center, with classes not only in radio and TV, but video production, podcasting, editing, all that is media. The hands-on training from broadcast professionals whose entire mission is to get you career ready, plus the job placement assistance, is priceless. And it all happens in 8 or 16 weeks. Train on site or online. There's a campus in nearby Cherry Hill, and they're VA approved. CSB Media Arts Center. Get your start. Visit GoCSB.com.
Whether you want to buy a new home, grow your business, or build your nest egg, where there's a WSFS, there's a way. WSFS Bank has been serving the people of this region for nearly 200 years, so we understand your needs, your hopes, your aspirations. With a local presence and national capabilities, WSFS is the bank from here that can take you anywhere. So now the question is, where would you like to go? Where there's a WSFS, there's a way. WSFS Bank, we stand for service. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Kick off your summer concert season with Disturbed. Oh, wow. There
Saturday, May 21st at Camden's Waterfront Music Pavilion. See 8 great bands for one low price, just $25, including The Pretty Reckless, Royal Blood, Living Color, Lilith Czar, Crowbot, and Low Cut Connie. Don't miss this all-day rock show starring Disturbed. Get tickets while you can at Ticketmaster.com.
She wants to be a doctor.
Okay, Dolly, say ah.
He's going to build houses.
Dad, I need more nails.
Kids have big dreams. You can help them come true by planning for their future education by considering the PA 529 College and Career Savings Program. Reward your child with opportunities for a bright future and give them an early start on a rewarding finish, a career they've always dreamed of. Discover more at PA529.com or call 800-440-4000.
Paid for by the PA 529 College and Career Savings Program.
Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. They wrote the book on workers' compensation in Pennsylvania. Turn to the team you can trust. Visit PAWorkInjury.com. Located in Center City, Bristol, Malvern, Allentown, Reading, Sunbury, and Harrisburg. Our attorneys are ready to listen and get you the justice you deserve. When you or a loved one are hurt on the job, you deserve the best. PAWorkInjury.com. Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers.
Hey, it's Mike Missinelli here for Landis Block and Concrete. There is nothing like having a beautiful backyard. Think of many things you can do with it. You can sit outside on a nice little patio, have a nice glass of wine, have a few friends over to cook on your Landis Block outdoor kitchen. Turn your backyard into a personal paradise with Landis Block. They're the resource center for all outdoor living. All you need is imagination, space, and a budget. Check out the photo gallery at landisbc.com. That's landisbc.com for Landis Block, jaw-dropping outdoor paradises.
Prime members, pick the perfect tulip centerpiece for your Mother's Day brunch at Whole Foods Market. Enjoy a 15-stem bunch of tulips for $9.99 each through May 10th, while supplies last. See more on the Whole Foods Market app.
Betway, official sports betting partner of the 76ers. Visit us.betway.com to learn more. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey guys, Iron Mountain Men's Health. It's the leader in men's sexual health here in the Delaware Valley. If you're looking for help with low testosterone or ED, you want a doctor who specializes in treatment, and it should be someone in your local area that you can trust and call anytime you want if you have questions or concerns. Well, that is Dr. Avidan Appel at Iron Mountain Men's Health. Maybe you've tried pills and they didn't work. It's probably because you weren't given the right treatment for your specific body chemistry. Oftentimes, those pills, they work less than 35% of the time. Not at Iron Mountain Men's Health. You meet with a physician who will take proper care in making sure you do receive the right treatment. Some patients experience results after the first visit. They offer financing for qualified patients and telehealth appointments for your convenience. So set up your free consultation today at ironmountainmenshealth.com or call 215-659-3770. Tell them Bob Cooney sent you.
WPEN, Burlington, Philadelphia. Beasley Media Group Station. Your home for 76ers playoff basketball.
Plug in.
This is 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
No, your radio's not broken. We sound like this on purpose.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Thanks so much for making the John Kincade Show part of your routine. We're with you till 10 a.m. this morning. That means we are only halfway home on our daily effort. The response, it's very interesting. The response is very much so leaning much more towards your way, guys, on that Ryan Tannehill story. Much more. Like 3-1. Seems like. In fact, one of the most, if we're going for a reasoned voice, Mike from Delran is probably not the one I would choose, but he joins us now. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Good, buddy. How you doing?
Hey, two quick things. To the two guys that gave me their $200 playing cards at the casino at Live last night after the Phillies game, thank you guys very much.
Nice.
Nice.
And then the second thing is, John, if your wife tells you she's getting ready to leave you and she's got a new boyfriend, are you going to tell him how she likes the bed made and what her favorite shows are? Hell no, you aren't. Go Birds!
Well, wait a minute. How she likes the bed made? You could never. It would be quantum physics.
Oh man,
it's 20 years of marriage, and I don't know how to make the bed yet. And
why do you make the bed?
Addy demands.
Pat,
it.
don't start.
No, I'm
not
trying to be combative.
No, I agree. No, I agree with you.
Yeah, I think to me it's a waste of time.
Now the thing is though, Pat, here's what I say. I every day take the bed. Now I don't when I'm living on my own here, but I got only 3 more weeks of that.
She's not listening. Don't worry about it.
I take the sheets, take the comforter, and I pull it back, and just make it look sort of neat. But I don't make the bed. Absolutely not.
I've never met an escort that cared.
And she has those freaking shams. What is it? The
sham pillows
that don't match. And then we've got
so stupid.
Now
we have like 18 pillows.
So we have 6 pillows on the bed.
I think I counted. We had 10 at one point because we had 2
What do you
each.
have, Pat? How many pillows do you have on the bed?
3.
We have 6.
6 pillows. You're one person.
Guess what? I don't have it when she's not there.
That guy.
But my life's about to change.
I will say
3 weeks from today that they pull into town.
A made bed is nicer to get into.
Oh, absolutely.
I think I sleep better if I get into a made bed.
Oh, yes. The change.
Really?
How about
yeah,
change
I do
sheets
think there's
day?
a difference.
How about the day?
Great. That's a good day.
Oh, my God.
Oh, clean sheets. That's living right there.
It is the best.
We're such adults, guys.
It is.
Look at
no,
us.
Pat, it is the end. The end of the Bachelor days is over. 3 weeks from today.
Can't just leave the bag of Doritos out.
No. Thankfully, no bags of Doritos, even though I'd kill for one right now as I'm 2 weeks into co-pair, but I'd kill for that.
Yeah, you look skinny.
I do not. Yeah, I don't look skinny.
No, you look svelte.
No, it's weird is someone said to me today, because I can see on YouTube, I can see it. I don't see it at all.
I see it.
I feel it a little bit, but I don't see it. Hey, 8 o'clock hour is brought to you by Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com. I'm not going to move off my initial assessment of this series. Tonight's a must-win. When I heard about the Joel Embiid injury, I said, okay, the only way the Sixers can win the series is if they're not down 0-2, leaving Miami. And, of course, if they go down 0-2 and they play well, I will try to talk myself into, well, maybe they can win both games this weekend. I think the series at 0-2 is most likely over. And I'm trying to think of anything that could change my opinion on that if the Sixers can't come up with a way to win this game tonight.
Probably not. Probably can't change your mind. Think about it. Think of the scenarios if they do go down 0-2. Would you lose a real close game? Do you do something defensively that takes away maybe Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero to the point where you say, wow, that was a really good defensive effort, but all of those scenarios just leaves you still down 0-2. You're going to get a Joel Embiid back that's going to be fidgeting with a mask, that's going to be in pain, no matter how many shots or pills or whatever he takes for his face. There's going to be pain. Must win tonight? Absolutely. I have no trouble saying that either.
Yeah, I don't really, because there's no guarantee that Joel Embiid's back for Game 3 yet. I think he will be, but there's no guarantee. So if you go down, 0-2 and Joel Embiid's not back for Game 3, yeah, this series is cooked. So I do think it's also a must-win. I don't think they can beat them, 4 or 5 games if they're down 0-2.
Do you have any doubt that he's playing in Game 3? Because it sounds like you do. It sounded like you did right
just
there.
minimal.
You do.
I do, yeah.
I, in the back of my head, wonder the same thing. That
Less
maybe
than 10%.
But
okay.
I think if they're down 0-2, he's absolutely going. Like he'll go in, and even if he's not cleared, I think that he'll tell them to clear him.
If they were 1-1, do you think there's a chance that they hold him out till Sunday night?
No.
Bob says no.
Well,
no matter what.
I'm sorry, Bob.
No, go.
My big concern though is the concussion protocol. It's not even the face injury. It's can he pass the concussion protocol, because the day and age we live in now is not 10, 15 years ago where, he probably would have played in Game 2. But I think with concussions, we're all hypersensitive of how, important those are. And if he can't pass the protocol, then I don't think he plays.
Well, he can't. Right? It's an NBA rule that if he doesn't,
right?
yeah.
But according to Doc, he did some things yesterday.
Right, and I wondered what that meant.
I'm sure he was in Camden, probably maybe a light jog, maybe just getting some shots up, whatever it may be. He did something on the court.
Yeah, and there's some things you have to do with the concussion protocol. Like you have to be able to ride a bike and get your heart rate up to a certain place where
maybe he was talking
they let
about
you
those
know
things.
how they feel. Yeah, so it could have been those things. And if he did well in those, they probably, hopefully, didn't let him get on the court with slides. They gave him sneakers and stuff and let him shoot up a little bit.
They'd never let Joel Embiid on a court in slides.
You want to bet?
Oh.
Not anymore.
No, I don't think
new
it's
regime.
happened
Yeah,
lately.
we're done with that. We've
New
learned our
regime,
lesson.
I mean, it's a.
I didn't see him eat a cheeseburger on the training table once this year. I mean, it could
There's
have
a
happened.
positive.
So, maybe the slides and cheeseburgers are done.
He hasn't had gastroenteritis.
Yes. Trevor Noah.
He hasn't gone to a
By the
Trevor
way, that's
Noah
one.
show.
Coach, that's one maybe we could agree on. I don't find him funny.
I don't really either.
I mean, he's not.
But
he's
I don't
not,
watch him a
he's
lot
not
either.
unfunny.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not like a guy that's terrible.
Yeah.
But I don't find him like people. Oh my God, Trevor Noah.
He did the White House Correspondents' Dinner the other night. I don't know if he was good or bad.
Reading on a teleprompter. I guess you could be funny too, Jamie.
I don't. I've never found him funny, but I stopped watching the Daily Show.
We never actually got the answer of if you and Coach agree on this.
Do we agree on Trevor Noah?
No, we agree.
Oh,
I don't find
Coach.
him.
He's not funny
the
at
least
all.
Bit funny.
Like, I mean,
I chuckle.
Pat, you could.
If you had a
Pat,
writer team of the Daily Show
That's
behind
the
you
thing,
too,
though.
you
Yeah,
could probably be
is
funny.
it
Pat,
him
if
or
you
is
were
it
up
the
there,
writers?
I think Pat would be funnier. I'd put my money on Pat being funnier up there doing that, and he wouldn't need a teleprompter with the written jokes.
No, I couldn't do that show.
You couldn't?
I'm not a
the
political guy.
correspondence dinner.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that either.
If you had a week to prepare to rip all the celebrities and politicians,
I had a week to.
You'd be vicious.
I had a week to prepare Pat's takes, and it wasn't that great. So,
No, Pat is one of the funniest guys I know.
I agree.
Oh, thanks, Bob.
Yesterday we got done work and Joe Z, our sales guy, had a thing for Pat and Pat was it was hysterical. Joe was trying to tell him, look, present yourself like this to the client. And Pat started doing this motion and gesture. And Pat is one of the funniest guys I know.
Joe wanted me to casually walk by their meeting where they were pitching something to a client and just do like,
hi.
Oh, look, I just happened to stop by. So I was practicing my casual.
Did it work?
No, they went to WOGL.
They did. Hey, the weather right now in Jamaica is warm and sunny.
See, funny, man. He's funny.
That makes me laugh. Call your travel agent or go to visitjamaica.com to learn more today. So yesterday afternoon, I get the flat tire. I get the nail in the tire, so it has to be fixed. So I go to Costco. Then I got to get in a Uber to go my meeting. So I'm over at Sal's Barbershop in King of Prussia, where, by the way, they have quite a celebrity clientele in and out of there. And Sal's is going to be joining the 97.5 The Fanatic family. And Sal himself got my hair looking sharp for today, gave me the haircut. But then I realized I've got no car when I'm done at Sal's. So I'm going to get another, go get the Uber. But I meet Michael DiValentino, who listens to the show
What's up,
every
Mikey?
single day. Michael DiValentino.
Nice Irish guy.
Ladies, he's out there, and he's single and looking to mingle. Michael then was my Uber driver. He took me back. He said, I'll take you back, Mr. Kincade. I said, thank you. So he brought me back to my car. Michael DiValentino, great kid. So I met like two really great people yesterday, and then I met the people from Sal's, and I'll be telling you all about Sal's barbershops all over town. So, Jamie, I told you last night.
Sal would have a tough time with me.
But they love
not much to cut.
They all watch, and the bro seems to be the most popular person on the show to the people at Sal's Barbershop.
I've always told you, I don't go to Sal's because I don't have any hair, but I know they're smart people.
See that?
He does. He constantly says that.
I say that every day.
He said that to me.
Every day.
That Sal's. He said the guys at Sal's know what the hell they're doing.
I wish I could go to Sal's today and get a fresh cut, but I don't have any hair.
Well,
but they're smart people.
No, you know what I did though? I got the straight edge razor shave too. Could they give you that?
No,
you can't do that either.
I got nothing.
What about a wax?
What about a wax?
No,
nothing.
Nothing.
You're like a seal.
Yeah, that's what I am in the gay community, Pat.
I'm a badger.
That makes sense. That's fitting for you.
Yeah.
You're.
Well, you got to know who you are.
You're not a
just in case. Yeah, I'm a badger.
That makes sense.
Okay,
he's
well,
badger.
I'm clearly not a beaver. That
nice beaver.
There you go.
Just had it stuffed. What am I?
Silver fox? Are you considered silver fox? Yeah, you got that. You got the
Coach,
white
look
hair.
it up.
Coach,
yeah,
what would
you know
I
the
be?
gay community
Well,
pretty
first off, the badger thing, you're just making that up.
No,
right?
I'm a badger.
A badger's a real.
I'm
that is a
small.
But that's
I
a
got
real.
hair?
Yeah, but is it a real term?
The Sixers play
know
the
that-
Heat
you gotta
today.
go-
They
you gotta
got
go
a
to Warriors
30
to
on
find
the
out.
Fanatic.
Bob wants to know.
The Phillies might get swept by the Rangers. The Mets series is on deck.
No, Bob's into this conversation.
No,
He's
he
got-
looks like you've seen it
He's
go.
got his Iron Mountain Men's Health. He's ready to talk.
Dr. Avi Donapel probably has people coming in that know all of these terms.
Well, he's the leader in men's sexual health.
He does. He wants men with smiles
He
on
knows
their
about
faces.
all the animals.
Bob's saying, would somebody please kick...
Sixers play.
yeah, Bob's-
Joel Embiid's face.
If only the Daily News came back.
I think Bob's considered a horse after spending a night in Vegas with him.
No, I've been considered a horse, that's for sure.
Oh,
baby.
Hey, in Cooney's
Now I like the conversation.
In Cooney's Corner, Bob's bringing up a statement I made yesterday, and I have no idea what I even said.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
Well, it was on all of our minds. You said it casually, and I think it needs to go a little bit deeper.
Okay.
But you talked about James Harden and not being able to get the ball to start the offense, and it was annoying. And I think that's all we said about it, and then we kind of moved on. It was not only annoying; it's instrumental in the Sixers having to get a win tonight. And there's so many easy ways to come about it. Now, P.J. Tucker was picking up James Harden full court, and he was denying him the basketball. But come on, you learn that in 5th grade. Don't let a guy deny you the ball. You can get yourself open. I mean, you know where you're going. The defense doesn't. It's a simple inbounds play. So there's a couple ways you get by this. When the other team scores, you can't have B-ball Paul inbounding the ball. I'm sorry, the guy's starting to get the label to me. No, I don't want to say that.
Well, what it was?
Coward.
I was going to say dumber than dirt. He took the ball after a basket the other night. Took the ball like he was going to rush and throw the ball inbounds for no reason. And he looks, and Harden's getting denied by Tucker, and he throws the ball directly to Miami. This is playoff basketball. For 48 minutes, you cannot be casual about anything. Nothing. You can't casually grab a rebound. You can't casually throw a ball behind your back to say, oh, here, I'm leaving it for the guard to bring up the floor, especially when you're B-ball Paul. You can't be casual. So tonight with James Harden, when Miami misses a shot, Harden has to crash the boards. And hopefully he gets a rebound because, boom, there goes your fast break to start. He already has the ball in his hands. But when he doesn't rebound and somebody else does, somebody has to be conscious of setting a pick on P.J. Tucker right away, screening him just so James Harden can get the ball to start the offense. When the other team scores, don't have B-ball Paul inbounding the ball. Have somebody that has some basketball IQ and knows what. B-ball Paul can go set a pick on whoever's covering P.J. Tucker if he's denying James Harden. But it's paramount. And you casually mentioned it yesterday, correctly so, John. But it's paramount. It's one of the things I would go to yesterday if I was Doc Rivers and say, look, guys, we are not bringing the ball up offensively. Tyrese, yes, once in a while you will, but it's not because James is being denied. No, that can't happen. And in order for this team to get their better offense going, to get better shots going, that's where it has to start. Because when James Harden doesn't have the ball, we've all talked about it. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't cut. He doesn't move. He doesn't set picks. He's got to have the ball in his hands for this offense to get started. If you're wasting 8 seconds of the shot clock by bringing the ball up and then finding James Harden, your hole's already dug, and it's going to wind up a bad shot.
But this is kind of Doc Rivers' own fault in when it comes to Paul Reed because they didn't give him any time. They yo-yoed him up and down, and it was pretty obvious. Yo-yoed him.
Yo-yoed him. I thought you said yoded.
Yeah, no,
since it's the fourth be with you.
Not doing a Star Wars pun. He didn't play that much this year, and it was pretty obvious the entire time that he was probably going to be needed. I mean, I thought DeAndre Jordan was going to be better than what he was and would take that job. Turns out he was much worse than I thought he'd be, and he should never see the court. But there was probably minutes for Paul Reed and Charles Bassey to get down the stretch, down the final 24 games of the year. You were probably going to need them, and you didn't give them time, and you didn't coach them up, and you ignored them, and now you're forced to play them. And you're going to have to live with the mistakes that they make. I understand Paul Reed's not a Mensa member on the basketball court, but he needs to be better, and part of that falls on coaching. They didn't give him the experience and the coaching he probably needed. He's playing a major role on this team right now, and they neglected him.
Charles Bassey hadn't played a game since February 15th.
Yeah, and Doc's up there saying, oh, the assistants are telling me he's ready. He's ready.
And he had as many rebounds as DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah.
In about 7 minutes.
Tonight's key, guys. I mean, this is really, really big. They are comfortable with Bam Adebayo coming out and helping with P.J. Tucker, whoever may be covering James Harden at the time.
Tucker on the scene for 4 years.
You have to have somebody, whether it's B-Ball Paul, DeAndre Jordan, Bassey, whoever it is. You have to read it. And when he's being double-teamed, James Harden, he's a good enough passer to get you the ball. You got to know where he's going to be, and that guy has to be in the right spot. You saw the other night they threw a pass to B-Ball Paul twice. Once was Shake Milton. It wasn't a great pass. Another time was Harden. B-Ball Paul just wasn't ready for the ball.
Bob, that play stuck out to me, and I was screaming at the TV.
Yeah.
What? How are you not ready? He leads the league in assists, and you're not ready, and you're under the basket, and you're the biggest guy there. That pissed me off so much.
I'm telling you, this team has inherent problems. And by the way, can't have Butterfingers playing. I mean,
who's Butterfingers?
James Harden coughing up the basketball without even being touched.
Well, if you pass that many times, you're bound to.
No, but it was him trying to dribble. What was that, Pat? Okay, that's good. That's good for the radio. That's good for the radio audience.
Yeah, no, they knew what I was doing.
He was getting stripped when he was penetrating, and to the Heat's,
a couple times.
Yeah, but to the Heat's credit, I mean, they
swarmed him.
Yeah, they made his life hell on Monday night.
I mean, Jamie put on Twitter, I think, a still of James Harden with the basketball, Miami playing his zone defense, and 3 guys are crowding him. They're taking away. They're trying to take away his dribble penetration. When you do that, okay, guys should be open, and you still want to dribble penetrate against the zone because you want to draw 2 and then give away to another. They got to find open shots tonight, and they have to make them. It sounds simple, but they need to see the ball go into the basket.
I like that analysis. They got to make their shots.
No, it was a joke.
Oh,
they got to make their shots.
Leave the funny to Pat.
Don't do the. You can't do the breaking news.
This just in.
Hey, can't do the breaking news.
This just in. Make your shots.
Make your shots tonight. Yeah, because people get excited about that. We had to stop. We used to play a sounder of someone being pulled over.
Oh, that's horrible. It's like Tunis. I text him when he does the morning thoughts.
And they asked us to stop. The local police
I would
said,
bet.
Would you please stop doing that?
I'd be looking around.
Because people start looking around. You get
distracted driving.
Wait a minute. You can't cause an accident with that. That was my point. Why?
If people are looking around and hearing a siren going, where is it? Where is it?
When you're driving, you turn your head.
When I hear a siren, I look around.
Don't you look in your mirrors and keep?
Yeah, but sometimes you look around.
What are you going to crash?
You're distracting people. Tunis and his damn morning thoughts with the iPhone alarm. I want to rip my radio out of my car when I'm listening.
Oh, my God. I turned it down yesterday.
I'm like, dude, stop.
It drives me
he
nuts.
loves it.
Is there trouble with Wake and Bake Radio?
I don't understand. I don't understand the morning thoughts, though.
It's like women breaking up.
The idea of that. It seems like all the cuts are being angry at the alarm clock.
It's just what's on your mind when you wake up. It
would be similar to us having a segment of what was my good thought that I woke up, that I got into my head before I put my feet on the floor.
But the iPhone alarm in the imaging,
it kills you.
Real son of a.
Whoever does the imaging for this station, just I don't know where we found this guy. If we did Groupon, but he is just. He's been mailing it in and half-assing it, pissing off listeners.
I hear he's in his office watching General Hospital.
Probably.
Yeah, he's a huge fan. He watches in 2-minute clips.
He saw Valentine and Lucy yesterday.
Well, may the 4th be with him.
There he is. There he is.
He's got nothing to say.
I know. We're waiting on you, dude.
Because you're all jerks.
Now,
I don't do first of all, I don't do the imaging for Andrew and his whatever the wake up.
No, that's his own fault.
Shut the up.
Yeah, Tunis is his own enemy on that one.
By the way, James says if it was a thing, he goes, I did not make a joke about Pat being R2D2 or anything. He goes, you're insinuating earlier that Pat is, if you guys in the pictures, he goes, first of all, why is Jamie nobody in your social media post today?
I didn't even
in the Star Wars one. Jamie is nobody.
Tell you who he is.
Is he anybody?
He's somebody.
Well, this guy says, why is James nobody? And he goes, John, if there was ever a Star Wars character, you are C-3PO.
I'm literally a head. Yeah, I'm not even on a body. I'm just a head put over Jen's shoulder.
Okay, Jamie's one of the Resistance pilots in the first one. And I was actually surprised that I wasn't R2D2
but I can't see
Yoda.
him. All I see is his face.
Yeah, there's a little red.
You can see a little uniform. Yeah, he's all the way in there. But it's because he's so tall and luscious.
He said,
but I mean, the idea that not to make the obvious joke of me being R2D2. No, come on.
James says, he goes, John, if ever you were C-3PO, You're a C-3PO. That
I would agree with
robotic.
that.
Are
yeah.
you're the female? Aren't you the female there?
I'm Ray. Yeah.
You're Ray.
Yeah.
There you go.
I would have made myself Yoda, but
There you go.
I was attracted to her. Now I'm not.
Hey, if you got problems with your building's water and wastewater pump system, visit pumpmanphilly.com. Pump. A lot of ice cream last night there.
sold it.
Hey, Pumpman Philly, the guys to know to fix your flow. Coming up, stop me if you've heard this one before. Well, you got to listen. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. All right, second week weigh-in complete. 7.5 pounds down on Copair. I cannot wait till my meeting with Vance today so I can say, hey, dude, 7.5 pounds. So another 3 pounds in my second week. Now, the first week, probably a lot of water weight. Now, 7.5 pounds. I felt it the other day on the golf course. It's the first time where I said to myself, yeah, I can really feel it, that some of that bloat's gone. That, all the sodium I was putting into my body, all those carbs I was putting into my body, the lack of discipline there. I'm feeling really good about that. Now, I still want to lose another 20, but others have other reasons to go to Copair Health. Go to copairhealth.com, COPARE health.com. Set up your own appointment, get a consultation. Vance is designed to plan specifically for me, and they have the people there that will help you and set up a system exactly for you. Ramon has done it, who listens to our station. He wants to get rid of some of the aches and pains that he's got. He wants to be able to be active, get a little slimmer. Bo wants to be able to fit in the roller coaster seat with his son this summer, and Rob's worried about his self-esteem a little bit. So we have listeners that are doing this. Go to copairhealth.com, COPARE health.com. They can help you straighten out your mind, straighten out your relationship with food, and I'm telling you, it can work. You could lose 30 pounds by 4th of July if you get on it now. So get on it. Copair Health. Tell them John Kincade sent you.
May the 4th be with you.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
This is 97.5 The Fanatic. 97.5 The Fanatic Philadelphia celebrates Military Appreciation Month, honoring and thanking all of those in Philadelphia sports who have served and sacrificed.
Dell Ennis, born and raised in Philadelphia, Ennis was one of the original Whiz Kids, an all-state athlete out of Albany High School. Ennis was signed by the Phillies in 1943. After playing his first season for Class B Trenton, Dell enlisted in the U.S. Navy. When the Navy learned of Dell's association with the Phillies, they sent him to Honolulu, where he toured the Pacific Islands, playing exhibition games. He headed back to the Phillies when he was discharged in 1946.
Military Appreciation Month, proudly supported by your local Train heating and air conditioning contractor. Visit Train.com to find a certified dealer near you. And 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Sixers fans, I'd like to introduce you to Hauser, the official real estate partner of our Philadelphia 76ers. They believe real estate is broken, and they're on a fast break to disrupt the industry. Commissions are outrageously high. Service is poor, and there's been no innovation for the last 50 years. Until now. Let me tell you about Hauser. They're a disruptor, kind of like what Uber is for transportation. They're bringing so many new things to market that truly benefit you, the customer. Flat fee listings that put equity back in your pocket. Salaried agents who are local experts that truly have your back. Sellers, want to save thousands or get a guaranteed cash offer on your home? Hauser can do that. Buyers, tired of losing homes you love to other buyers? Use Hauser's Cash to make an all-cash, slam dunk of an offer on the home you love. Hauser is backed by game-changing technology, has the best reviews in the industry, and is now the official real estate partner of the 76ers. Check them out at Hauser.com. That's HOUWZER.com. Hauser.com.
Sure, any two slices of bread with something in the middle makes a sandwich. But what makes a Wawa hoagie a hoagie? Is it the roll? Perfectly crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside? The deli meats, premium quality piled high? The fresh, crisp veggies, sauces, aiolis, spices, oil, and vinegar? Or is it getting it made with fresh mozzarella just the way you like?
Yeah, it's all of that.
Now you can add fresh mozzarella to any hoagie. Gotta have a Wawa. Right now, Wawa Rewards members earn twice as fast on hoagies through May 8th. Whatever sip you savor, Wawa's got you covered with the new cold brewed iced teas and lemonades. Flavors like mango green tea, black tea lemonade, and dragon fruit lemonade. And you can upgrade your sipping experience by adding mango flavored popping bubbles to any tea or lemonade, because everything's better with popping bubbles. No matter what you're in the mood for, there's a tea or lemonade for you. Maybe even one with mango flavored popping bubbles. Refresh with the new cold brewed iced teas and lemonades at Wawa.
Dell Technologies wants to celebrate all your hard work with these Small Business Month specials. Get great value offers on powerful laptops, desktops, and servers with Windows 11 Pro starting at $499, plus top monitors and docks, all with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. It's the perfect time to upgrade so you and your team can stay secure from anywhere. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL to refresh your business tech with these Small Business Month specials. Dell recommends Windows 11 Pro for business.
Your happiest spring starts at Lowe's because SpringFest is on now. Find everything you need this season at a great low price like the Craftsman 20-volt string trimmer for just $99. And grab select Miracle-Gro Brilliant Blooms 25-ounce annuals, 2 for $10. Come into Lowe's today for the fun and savings of SpringFest. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. Miracle-Gro offer in-store only. Plant size and selection varies by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last. About 4/28 through 5/4.
We all reach tipping points in life. The weight of a low-paying job, unpaid bills, a new family. You can't keep going. That's where My Computer Career can help. In just months, not years, they can help you start a new life as an IT pro, even with no prior experience. Impossible? You learn online from home, and My Computer Career offers lifetime career services to help you find jobs with companies begging for IT pros. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Progressive is America's #1 motorcycle insurer, so we understand motorcycles. No, really, we have a bike translator.
Okay, this is awkward, but this bike says he'd appreciate it if you removed his skull pattern saddlebags. He feels self-conscious about them around all the other bikes, and he says you're not fooling anyone. You mostly ride with your golfing buddies. Listen, I'm just the messenger here. Oh, no, I don't want to say that. I think you made yourself clear.
Quote with Progressive and see if you could save with America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates.
Behold, New Jersey, with the Caesars Casino app, you have dozens of your favorite slots right at your fingertips. Sign up and get your first deposit matched up to $2,000 with a bonus for slots or video poker, plus a $100 gas card using promo code Radio Casino. Must be 21. Offer valid in New Jersey only and for new users. Minimum wagering within 7 days required to unlock bonus. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Play like a Caesar with Caesars Casino.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. Mother's Day is almost here, and whether you are shopping for your mom, your wife, your daughter, whoever it might be, Family Company Jewelers is the place to go. No one comes close to their selection, their prices, and most importantly, their service. Go see the experts and find the perfect gift for that special woman in your life. Route 70, Marlton, New Jersey, or online at FamilyJewelers.com, South Jersey's diamond destination.
Family and Company Jewelers, South Jersey's diamond destination.
Did you know trading in your car at a dealer could cost you money? A recent study found consumers who trade in their car pay an average of $990 more. So don't trade in. Sell it to We Buy Any Car. Learn more and get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Find out how much your car's worth at We Buy Any Car.
It's John Kincade from my friends at College Ave Student Loans. And your student has made their college choice, May 1st pretty much being deadline day. So now you're probably dealing with a lot of mixed emotions. You got graduations coming up, so you're feeling anxious about that. But the stress from the reality of that incoming tuition bill, that's going to be real. Buying textbooks, dorm room shopping, and more. I recommend you go to collegeav.com with your incoming college student. They're going to take the stress out of paying for college with private student loans. They're going to fit your family's budget and goals. Plus, they'll give you the tools and resources that'll make that process fast and easy. They have a student loan calculator that lets you see what your future loan's going to look like and how you can make your loan work for you and your student. And while they're on the site, the student signs up for the $1,000 monthly scholarship. And they're going to choose a new winner every month. Why don't you go do that alone? It's worth it. CollegeAv.com is a better student loan experience. You're going to love it. Trust me. It's a really, really good process. No purchase necessary to enter the college scholarship contest either. So see official rules for details at collegeav.com.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
There is no such thing as an off-season for Eagles football on this show. More of the John Kincade Show now
on 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
It's the John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. Martin Law is Philly's original law firm for injured workers. Schedule that free consultation today at paworkinjury.com. The London games, we were talking about the schedule. We're a week out from the schedule, 8 days out from the schedule. The London games have been released. The Eagles will not be in London.
Let me guess. Jacksonville's going to be there because they're there every year, aren't they?
Yeah, that's part of their agreement.
Yeah.
So they are already, they give up a home game to be there. Jacksonville will host Denver in Wembley Stadium on the day before Halloween. The other teams.
It's a big draw with Russell Wilson now.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Bigger game. October the 2nd, Minnesota will play New Orleans. So New Orleans gives up a home game.
Good. We need their pick to suck.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that.
Alvin Kamara going to get suspended too?
Could happen.
Well, then you want them for 6 weeks of the season too.
And then Green Bay gives up a home game. Green Bay and
How does
the
it
Giants.
work? Do you have any rights to refuse?
You have to do it in a rotation at some point.
So you might as well just take it whenever.
But teams volunteer, though, to do this. They volunteer to play in London. But we'll see.
I mean, it's if you're an East Coast team, it's not that different than a West Coast flight. Outside of the culture,
Very simple, right?
Yeah, it's a 6.5 hour flight.
And then they give you the bye week the week after.
If you're a West Coast team, though, that sucks.
That is tough, man.
That sucks.
The field usually sucks too.
The field, yeah. Well, it's not as bad as
Conditions
playing
are
in
bad.
Mexico, which I'm worried about if the Eagles play in Mexico. That's where they've had.
And they announced the Germany game too. I think that came out.
And it's not the Eagles.
Not the Eagles.
Okay. If you find that one, tell me. Jim.
It is Tampa Bay, Seattle in November.
Seattle gives up a home game. Wait
That's
a minute.
not a bad
Seattle,
game either.
Seattle, New Orleans, and Green Bay. Those are 3 popular home tickets.
Yeah.
So the Eagles are going to get screwed one of these years coming up.
Yep.
They're losing a home game.
Absolutely.
Now, this year is the year you get 9 home games.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
This is the year you would rather have it be this year than next year.
Yeah.
I'll bet you the teams that are giving up the home, it's their 9.
It's the 9th year.
Exactly.
And that
yeah.
game's going to be at the
let's
home
think about
of
it.
FC Bayern
Well, all right.
in Munich. Yeah.
It's
a nice stadium.
Soccer stadium?
Yeah, another soccer stadium.
Okay. Stop me if you've heard this one before. The Flyers are looking to hire another head coach. Now, Pat, I don't know what I want the next head coach to be, but I can tell you what I don't want him to be. I don't want to bring in a players coach. I don't want a back to the future. I saw people saying, well, you got to go get Rick Tocchet.
They don't.
No, you don't have to. Now, Rick Tocchet's not a terrible candidate, but you do not have to go back to the well of, oh, man, it's let's go back to the old days of the orange and black.
Yeah,
you don't have to do that.
No team loves giving former players jobs than the Flyers. They live for it.
Now, it doesn't mean Tocc's a bad coach, because he hasn't been a bad coach when he's had his opportunity. But you don't have to hire Rick Tocchet.
No, you don't have to.
What is something you don't want to see in the next Flyers coach, Pat?
I agree with you. I don't want to see him be a players coach. I'm a big proponent of if you had a players coach and you let him go, then you need to go with a hard ass. And if you had a hard ass and you let him go, you need to go with the players coach. You need to change up the dynamic of the locker room. I mean, it's hard to find a guy like Peter Laviolette, but like he's a perfect example of like towing that line of being
the balance.
Yeah, of being a players coach, but also being a strict, coach that demands perfection from his players. But for a couple of years there, he'll get it. Most of those coaches, though, end up eventually, wearing out their welcome. But for 3 or 4 years, you usually have a pretty good success rate.
I don't know.
Come on, Bobby.
Flyers head
everybody
coach.
is like it's but you know what though? It's how far things have fallen.
Yeah,
I'd go get that guy from American International, bring him here, and they had a good season this year.
The Flyers fired their
where Rock's kid played.
The Flyers fired their coach, and it is.
I think because it was like, and I joked about it.
Because it's an interim?
Yeah, I joked about this on Twitter because people are going, oh, sources are telling me the Flyers are letting Mike Yeo go.
What?
What was your source? Your 2 eyeballs in the standings? Like, this was...
Sources?
This was known. This was known that they weren't going to bring back Mike Yeo. He was a lame duck coach. There was nothing he could have done to get his job back.
Well, maybe if they had played in any way inspired hockey when he took over,
and
he could have potentially made a case.
And
he didn't.
And he didn't. I mean, my big problem is, why are you letting Chuck Fletcher make these decisions? Because he's done nothing, in my opinion, other than be a good guy.
To warrant hiring another one?
Yeah.
And,
I don't think that's unfair. I don't think that's an unfair assessment.
And if you read deeper into who's running this organization, it was people that were handpicked by Ed Snyder. So this all bringing coaches back, and
that's what it was.
You have the Danny Briers, which I understand he was a high candidate. It's just the look of it all. They're not going to erase this stuff as long as the Ed Snyder picked people are here, because his mantra was, we're bringing back the old guys and making them the new, and it just hasn't worked except for that cup, the last cup they got in 1975.
It wasn't that long ago, Bob. Lighten up.
I was in there 4 seasons working with that team. And it was, the weird thing is every time I hear you say Ed Snyder, I cringe. Because it had to be, you were told, has to be addressed as Mr. Snyder. Everybody. Mr. Snyder. Every time I hear Ed, I cringe. Because I'm like, that's how, they just had a weird mentality there. Whatever Mr. Snyder did, or mandated or wanted, was done. Like, if Mr. Snyder didn't like the security guard standing outside of the Flyers locker room, or checking your ID coming to get into this area, they were replaced.
Oh, you mean like if Mr. Snyder, hypothetically speaking, didn't like the rookie Russian goaltender?
Oh, yes,
and wanted to go out and get, quote, the best goalie on the market, and gives him a 15-year contract, and it explodes in his face. You mean something like that?
So, Pat, that's
and everybody tries to talk him out of it.
It's not like he won awards for his position or anything, Pat.
Pat, that's a good mythical example.
I'm just
Where'd you come up with that? That's very good.
On top of my head, spitballing.
Well, you know what? Talking about spitballing, that's usually what we get with Jamie's World.
Let's find out what's in Jamie's World. Perfect show just ended.
Speaking of spitballs, I used to love them in grade school.
Spitballs?
Yeah.
And the old Bic pens?
Oh, yeah.
Bob, the Bic pen. Wait a minute, you didn't do spitballs?
Spitballs were awesome.
Like, is that surprising? Now, don't say you used to love them, because if we could bring in a straw and a bunch of wet paper,
I've had opportunities in the last 20 years.
You would have the time of your life.
The old plastic Bic pen.
Oh, when you would get them
that would be like a holster.
On the chalkboard.
Yes.
And the other thing we used to make with those paper wads, where you fold them like 100 times and then you shoot them on the rubber band.
Oh, no, we didn't do that one.
No, we had the
you tape it up.
Like the foil gum wrapper.
Oh, yeah.
And you do it around your thumb and you make it a missile and you spit it out in your mouth.
Yeah. I mean, I've done that more recently than spitballs. I want to go down this road.
I don't want to steal this. I don't want to steal that from you.
Today, I wanted to do a Would You Rather.
Oh, I like that.
Because I love Would You Rathers.
Okay.
Would you rather see 10 minutes into the future or 100 years into the future?
100.
10.
10 minutes?
I don't want to see a future without me. I'm not going to be here in 100 years.
I know I'm not going to be here in 100 years.
But you could see Olivia being a parent, and you could see
100
Kyle.
years?
No, she's dead too.
Grandparent.
I can see my legacy if she gives me children.
Yeah, but I won't even know those people. So no, 10 minutes is good for me.
I want to know if we got
what the
flying
hell's
cars.
going to happen at 8:51, I wonder.
Yeah, I don't care. 10 minutes ahead? Who cares? I mean,
you could know the results of sporting events and bet on them. You could avoid bad situations.
Wait a minute. I misunderstood.
If you walk down a dark alley, you could prevent yourself from doing that and getting mugged.
I thought this was a one-time thing.
No, full-time.
Oh, 10 minutes ahead.
10 minutes ahead every time.
I'd be on the Bet Parks app every night. And knowing Doc Rivers blew another 20-point lead.
That's the 2022 Marty McFly with the
what's his
almanac.
name? Who was the
Biff Tannen. Yeah, that's Biff Tannen having the almanac.
Yeah, but it's only 10 minutes. It's not. You can't get the long odds before the season. You know what I mean?
You're not going to sit here and sell us on it and then try to talk us out of it.
I could sit at a 7-Eleven and get a lottery ticket. Like last night, it was what? $500 million?
You get the lottery ticket right.
I could get the lottery ticket 10 minutes before it goes off.
Nobody wants to see what this world's like in 100 years?
I mean, I did until you sold it.
Because I just have a feeling that we'd all be disappointed. I'm not talking individuals. I just think, 100 years from now, no.
What if we're all living under the water? We're living in space.
What?
It's a good question, you know?
It could be a whole new
people.
world.
We could be space people,
I
Bobby.
heard that song. That was in Aladdin. Yeah.
That's awesome.
No, nobody?
I mean, once again, Jane, I was on board with you. I really was.
I go
and then
back and
money got
forth.
involved.
Yeah, but like 100 years, I could place a bet for
No, that's a-
you
no,
know
you
the
can't.
winner 50 years from now
You
and
won't
set my
cash in, though.
grandkids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can set my
You
family
can't
up.
place a bet for a sporting event
Sure.
100 years
I'll
from now.
find a book.
There might not be betting then. Yeah,
Yeah, it might
You don't
not be
know.
betting.
If we're under the water, then maybe not.
No, the Bet Parks app, it's going to be in your head. They're working on that
A little
technology.
chip, and you can just
Yeah,
be.
it's going to be like, I think I heard Natalie previewing that. You're going to be able to you're going to be able to think of a bet and do it. It's the next reveal of
I'm
the
looking
Bet
forward
Parks
to the
app.
projection screen that comes out of my eyeballs, and I can just put the game up anywhere.
There you
and
go.
Stuff like you know what? 100 years
No.
interests me.
No.
It does. It interests
want
me.
to get to next year.
But Benjamin Franklin interests me more.
Yeah, I like money. Oh, there's so many ways you can make money.
Dead presidents are cool.
You could preview people's deaths.
What?
Yeah, you would know somebody was going to die.
I don't want to know that.
I know.
Yeah, I
Where
don't
would you
wanna
go
know
there?
Like, what if you?
What is wrong with you?
What if you found out you could call? Okay, let's say we saw that some person X was going to get hit by a bus. Jeez. And you saw 10 minutes in advance. You saw it happening, and I was able to pick up the phone and go, Pat Egan, you are to stand on the sidewalk and do not get off that sidewalk till 11 minutes from now. Just trust me.
Wait, so I'm getting hit by the bus?
Wow.
Did
I'm
I
sorry,
just hear
Pat.
that? Did
Why
I hear,
am I getting hit by the
Did I hear
bus?
somebody getting
What
hit
did
by
I
a
do
bus?
to you to get hit by a bus?
I don't know. You did. I'm
No, with
just
Pat's
suggesting.
luck, you would call and it would be, "Hey, it's Pat. Send me a text."
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's what
No,
it would be.
you know,
Get an
who,
ice
you know who would get hit by the bus? Chunas, because he'll answer the text 3 days later.
Yeah.
So Chunas would be dead. He'd be like, "I texted you."
Why are you killing off all of the people of the Fanatic?
Well, I'm just saying is that let's not have.
You're
that.
like the bubonic plague.
Hey, the all the all new Bet Parks Casino and Sportsbook app. It's not in your mind yet, but it's getting there. It's the official presenting partner of the 76ers playoffs. Download the app or go to betparks.com. You got to be 21 in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Bobby, you want to make a plea. Now, you pleading guilty or not guilty? That's what I want to know.
No, it's not a plea.
Oh.
Yes, it's
Okay.
It's a plea to the fine. It's a plea to you guys here.
Okay.
To the fine people of Philadelphia, maybe countrywide, but I don't really care about the rest of the country besides Philadelphia right now. Can we please just live in the moment? Can we please just live in the sports moment of what is going on now? James Harden's play. Oh, does it equate to a long-term contract and all that? I don't care. I want them to beat the Miami Heat tonight. James Harden back in the day with the Houston Rockets didn't do this. I mean, my friends tell me all that. I'm like, I don't care. I just need him to play a decent game tonight. What are the Sixers going to do? Tobias, everybody hated Tobias Harris. Got to get rid of Tobias Harris. Now people are talking about, well, no, maybe a max contract isn't bad for Tobias Harris. Oh, my God, let's just talk about this series right here and now. I just have a feeling, and it also goes to athletes, I think. I think they look past things too much. James Harden, is he looking towards that contract? Tobias Harris, now I don't know this, but we talk about it enough. Hey, you think Tyrese Maxey, you think he's going to be an all-star? Somebody asked me that yesterday on Twitter, and I was like, I don't know. I just need him to shoot better from three tomorrow night. Live in the moment. Don't worry about the future of whatever. The future will get here. Just worry about what this team can do tonight. Your team can do tonight. Your favorite player, what he can do tonight to better the team, to better himself, to make you happier tomorrow. Why are we going to worry about the future? That'll all be taken care of no matter what. Whether the Sixers win a championship or lose in this series in 4, the future of James Harden, Tobias Harris, of me, of you, whatever, that's going to be figured out in the future. Just look for tonight. Don't worry about futures and past and all of those different things when it comes to play and trying to win a game tonight.
I evaluate my team. I always say it about people. I find out more about people when things are during bad times than good times. So I am going to learn about what I want the future of my franchise to be, because when I watch guys in the most important games and under pressure, about where I want to see them going forward. So though I'm very interested in the outcome of the game, I absolutely scrutinize the playoffs and go, look, anybody can score on a night in January or February or December. I'm learning about players under the biggest circumstances. So to me, that's how I feel.
Yeah, and you do. You'll learn tonight more about what James Harden does in an 0-1 series. Can Tobias Harris do that? But it doesn't have to say you can't have him in the future. All right, fix it for the next game. Fix it for this game. Like, this season's going to be over. That's when the decisions need to be made. Like, let's just concentrate in the moment right now. Now, look, I'm not arguing. I am saying this is a pet peeve of mine, how not everyone, a lot looks so far into the future about things.
I would simply tell you to shut up.
Me or the other people?
You. Because if there's a problem tonight, it affects the future. I have to worry about that stuff.
No, you
I
don't.
have to worry
Why?
about.
You can't take care of it right now. You can't take care of the future.
Part of the fun of sports is fixing the problem.
Exactly, but your problem right now is winning tonight's game.
Yes,
it's not
obviously.
whether James Harden.
I don't need a
is
philosophical speech to tell me that tonight is the issue. I need to fix this so we win a title. That lends to future conversations.
You're not fixing anything to win a title tonight.
Tyrese Maxey, is he a guy you can count on? Those are all things that get answered tonight in the moment.
Like, Bob, when I'm watching Tyrese Maxey right now in the postseason, and when I see he's had glimpses of being great, he had that first game against the Raptors. He had another game. I'm seeing going, the regular season's here. Postseason's been here. He's got a long way to go.
No question.
So I'm saying, I'm always watching.
But it's all together.
I'm watching a current game as the future.
It. Absolutely, we're making our evaluations of everything.
But tonight's in the moment affects the future.
Of course it does. But
so why can't I talk about it then?
Because you can't do anything about it now.
Obviously. You're locked into this roster.
Well, if it's obvious, then do it. Or don't do it.
Well, then the team's
we're not mad, so you don't have to be.
The team's not going to go anywhere. That's part of the conversation.
I'm not saying you're ignoring it. You're misunderstanding.
No,
I'm not saying you're ignoring it. I'm not saying, everything's rose petals. I'm saying, okay.
It's not my job. That's Doc Rivers' job tonight. That's not my job. My job is to worry about the future direction of this team.
The future direction of this team has to be tonight and then Friday and then Sunday.
But I'm not coaching tonight.
See, he's not.
Would you rather?
It has nothing to do with me. I can talk about the future and tonight at the same time.
What are you adding to this, Pat?
Would you rather see 10 minutes into the future or 100 years into the future?
Tonight,
That's the real issue.
Tonight, 10 minutes.
For tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight, 10 minutes.
I think what put me over the top yesterday was I literally had somebody come at me saying, well, is Tyrese Maxey going to be an all-star in the future or not? Because if not, then I'm like, oh, my God. The kid's playing in his real first.
That's a fun conversation. What's the problem?
How is that? Why can't we just worry about Tyrese Maxey tonight? Who cares if he's an all-star in the future?
I do.
Oh, my God.
What are you talking about?
I do, definitely.
How does that affect anything for this series right now?
It's not necessarily. Because you know what? If I'm talking about that, I probably saw Tyrese Maxey go off in game 2.
You guys were the same guys that were worried if Michael Carter-Williams was going to win Rookie of the Year, too.
No, I don't care about it.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
You say that now.
No, individual.
But in the time, it was, come on, he's got to win Rookie of the Year. For what? What difference?
Only if I had bet on it, would I have cared.
The individual awards, only thing betting is what I would care about.
Everything that guy just says is bull.
All-Star is an individual award.
The way this city celebrated Bryce Harper winning an MVP, I'll continue to shake my head. I don't care if a guy wins individual awards. I care if my team wins. I don't care about if Joel Embiid's MVP. I think Joel Embiid deserved MVP, but it doesn't do anything for me. That doesn't. My team winning does. So I think these conversations.
Wait, how did the city celebrate Bryce Harper's MVP?
Oh my God, it was talked about like we won something last year. I'm surprised there's not a banner hanging.
Yeah, I got ice cream that night.
I'm surprised there isn't a banner.
I was pretty
hanging at the stadium.
It's pretty cool. I'd only seen 2 before in my life.
That's great. And guess what? It was a great season. It was awesome. But individual awards do nothing for me as a fan.
Well, Jimmy and Ryan.
I want to see the team win.
Yeah, look, the future, obviously, it has to be attacked. It has to be corrected, all of that stuff. But, like, when you're mired in a playoff series and I need Tyrese Maxey to get to a better spot on the floor, why is it that we're asking about whether he's going to be an all-star in the future?
I got you.
Because it's important to the direction of the franchise.
Bob, can I ask you something?
What do you for tonight?
What do you and your boys?
But we're not the coaches.
Okay, what do you and your boys talk about at lunch? Do you not have these kind of conversations?
No, we do, but not. No, it's more like the here and now. Like, what can they do? How do you stop Tyler Hero? Why were they allowing Hero to get open on this? Did you see the play? Like, my friends and I all have these, and I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. I'm just saying but my friends and I have this weird ability to watch a game and remember like every single play.
So that's what I think more people talk about the things that Jamie and I were just talking about there. I think more people watch a game and then talk about, Man, I don't know about Harden going forward.
Right,
I don't know
exactly.
about,
Which is fine.
You guys more break it down.
We're more in the here and now.
Break it down,
Fixing the problems is
I'm not saying
fun
not
of sports
fixing the
to me, though.
problem. So you're not you're not
you're
paying
not
attention.
getting
You're
it.
too
You're-
immature
you're-
for this
you two
conversation.
just
It's all
make
right.
out
You're
already?
being Tommy Toughnut's high school coach guy.
I'm not being that.
They're both the same conversation.
You guys
No,
are
they're not.
friends. The sexual tension in that room is
You
insane.
can cut
right
it with
now.
a knife.
Yeah, just make out already.
You
and go
could
to
do
break.
it be improper for me to ask for another hug from
I'll
Patty.
give it to you.
Hey, what happened? I'm going to say what happened to Doc. We're going to ask about him. It's not my brother either. It's John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I am thrilled to announce that the American Association for Cancer Research is back with us again as the official charity partner of the John Kincade Show. And as a two-time cancer survivor, I thank all of you. I was on the phone last night with a friend of mine, Randy, in Atlanta, and she was just got a diagnosis of pancreatic cancer. And we talked last night all about what she's going to approach. She starts her chemo on the 17th. You can help people like Randy Shapiro, and you can be there for her and for others. Your family's going to get touched by it by making a donation to the American Association for Cancer Research today. It'll help accelerate scientific discoveries that are going to benefit patients and families worldwide. Private citizens like you and me help others find a way to live. There are more than 17 million Americans right now, just like me, that are here because of you, that you funded the 50,000 researchers worldwide that helped drive the progress. Please make a donation today. Go to aacr.org/fanatic. That's aacr.org/fanatic. There are a lot of stories out there. You've got them. I've got them. We all know cancer research saves lives.
Kincade Show.
Sir, one more outburst, I will strangle you with my microphone wire. You understand me?
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Maxey for another three. It's good again. Maxey.
The Sixers look to even the series in Miami at 1 game apiece. Sixers Heat. Round 2, Game 2. Tonight at 7:30 on your home for 76ers playoff basketball. 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Sixers basketball is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app.
Hi, it's me, Steven Singer. Yeah, the I Hate Steven Singer guy. Other George just love to hate me. Why? Because we actually have gifts for Mother's Day that your mom, grandmom, and wife really want and will cherish, like my magnificent, beautiful, brand new 24-karat gold dip rose named Creamsicle. Remember when you were a little kid and your mom took you on the boardwalk and you got an orange and vanilla swirl ice cream cone? Or when the ice cream truck would pull up to your neighborhood and you got a creamsicle? What a nice treat. Get the moms in your life a deeply dipped 24-karat gold dip rose that has orangey and vanilla colored petals named Creamsicle. This creamsicle rose will remind her of the good old days when you were younger and wonderful memories. Go now to IHateStevenSinger.com. Get this exclusive 24-karat gold dip beauty and celebrate Mother's Day in style. There's still time for free shipping by Mother's Day. But you have to order now. The best gift for Mother's Day, starting at just $59. Go now to IHateStevenSinger.com.
Hey, it's Cuz. Listen, you've tried all the usual weight loss gimmicks. You've counted points. You've eaten nothing but protein. You've drank nothing but shakes. And none of it's worked. But one to call, 855-5NJ-DIET, can change all of it. With NJ Diet, you can lose a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40 plus pounds in only 40 days. Their program starts with bioenergetically personalized supplements based on your hair, saliva, and blood work. Then NJ Diet uses DNA testing to create your ideal diet plan and workout regimen to help you keep the weight off. You're not sure you can do it alone? NJ Diet's with you every step of the way. You're fully monitored by their certified staff to make sure you're burning fat and not just losing water. You'll also get the doctor's personal email and phone number. NJ Diet's all natural, no shots, no hormones, no surgery, no dreaded prepackaged foods. Locations close by in Newark, Delaware, Cherry Hill, King of Prussia, from home with live online video consultations. Call 855-5NJ-DIET or log on to njdiet.com. Go to njdiet.com and lose the weight for good.
Progressive Snapshot can save you money based on how you drive and how much you drive. So the safer you drive, the more money you could save. Now, if you didn't hear that because you were looking at your phone while driving, let me say it again.
Seriously, put down your phone. That is so unsafe. If you didn't do stuff like use your phone while driving, you could save money with Progressive Snapshot. But saving or not, just put it down.
And if you did hear it the first time because you weren't looking at your phone, nice work. You'd love Snapshot from Progressive because it rewards safe drivers. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in California and North Carolina or from all agents.
Better skin from your body wash? Try Olay Body Wash with skincare super ingredient collagen. Olay Body Wash with collagen hydrates to rejuvenate skin surface cells for healthier looking skin in just 14 days. From dry and dull to firm and radiant. So I can step into my day feeling my best in my skin. And now try Olay Body Lotion, which hydrates for visibly firmer skin that improves over time. Olay Body, fearless in my skin.
At CSL Plasma, you can make up to $825 this month when you donate plasma at any of CSL Plasma's tri-state area donation centers. That's money in your pocket for doing a good deed. Plasma donations help create therapies to treat patients with rare and serious diseases, and the process is similar to donating blood. For locations and info on how you can donate plasma and earn up to $825 this month, visit cslplasma.com. Walk-ins are welcome. CSL Plasma, good for you, great for life.
Whether you want to buy a new home, grow your business, or build your nest egg, where there's a WSFS, there's a way. WSFS Bank has been serving the people of this region for nearly 200 years, so we understand your needs, your hopes, your aspirations. With a local presence and national capabilities, WSFS is the bank from here that can take you anywhere. So now the question is, where would you like to go? Where there's a WSFS, there's a way. WSFS Bank. We stand for service. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
High-efficiency equipment for lower bills, special financing, and rebates on qualifying systems.
What?
Oh, I'm trying to memorize something I heard on the radio. Peace of mind warranties.
Why?
Because our AC is on its last leg, and I need to convince you to call a Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning contractor.
No, you don't. I heard the same ad, and you forgot cleaner, healthier air.
Pierce Phelps Bryant will do whatever it takes to keep you comfortable. To find a local Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning dealer near you, visit nopaybryant.com.
Bryant.
Whatever it takes.
Hey there, casino fans. I'm here to let you know that the new BetRivers.com casino app is here. It's got lots and lots of exciting slots and table games to play, fast payouts, and a rewards program you'll love. Plus, with award-winning customer service, the excitement never stops. So get ready, casino lovers, to experience the BetRivers.com difference you can trust. It's a whole new game. Download it today.
Presented by Rivers Casino, Philadelphia. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
At 7-Eleven, 6 days of coffee equals a 7th cup free when you scan the 7-Eleven app. Drink coffee twice a day, that's 2 free a week. Math tastes good. 7-Eleven, you brew you. Terms and conditions apply. See 7-Eleven.com for more details.
Meineke is celebrating 50 years of service with $10 off a full synthetic oil change. Up to 5 quarts, standard filter, plus disposal fees. You'll also get a free tire rotation and battery check. For tires, brakes, batteries, exhaust, and more, trust Meineke, doing car care right.
Hey, what's going on? My name is Rob Jenners, and I am a graduate of the Connecticut School of Broadcasting, which is now the CSB Media Arts Center. I've been living my dream doing sports radio for about 20 years now, and CSB trains you in all levels of media, broadcast, digital, TV, radio, podcasting, and even includes job placement assistance. Learn from expert instructors like me in just about 8 to 16 weeks. We're not talking about months or years, and it's all VA approved. Find a campus near you. Visit GoCSB.com.
Connecticut School of Broadcasting is now the CSB Media Arts Center. I'm Taylor Morgan, a proud CSB grad. The instruction from true media pros and the connections that I made spawned a career that's lasted more than 30 years. What you can learn in just 2 to 4 months at CSB Media Arts Center can set you on a whole new path. Train on site or online with classes in radio, TV, podcasting, video, all that is media. There's a campus in nearby Cherry Hill. Get your start. Visit GoCSB.com.
WPEN, Burlington, Philadelphia. A Beasley Media Group station. Your home for 76ers playoff basketball.
Plug in.
This is 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
This crew always says thanks for listening, and we actually mean it. The John Kincade Show continues here on 97.5 The Fanatic and streaming on the 97.5 The Fanatic app.
97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
The 9 a.m. hour of the John Kincade Show is brought to you by the Bagster. It's a dumpster in a bag. Get yours today at Home Depot and Lowe's, and for details, go to Bagster.com. Brendan Ritchie Thank you for your service. And thank you for the tweet that he shared with all of us. Kurt Warner chimed in on the story of the Tennessee Titans' Ryan Tannehill. He said, I'll never understand the mentality of I'm not here to mentor the next guy. So for all you young quarterbacks that need a mentor, DM me. I'll be that guy. I'll be happy to help in any way that I can. And they point to where Eli Manning said flat out from the day he got there. And he knew that Eli Manning was there to take his job. Kurt Warner did everything he could to help Eli Manning.
He actually told Coughlin, when you take me out, you can never put me back in.
Yeah, because what was that story?
It's going to kill his confidence. So when you make the switch, you have to stick with it.
Pull the trigger once.
And then he did it. He tried to do it with Leinart, and Leinart was just crappy.
Leinart was terrible.
But you know where his son's going to school?
Temple University,
That's
baby.
Right. EJ.
It's going to be now.
EJ Warner.
Kurt's going to be here, right?
Yeah, he was at the spring day.
See, it's great.
Him and B West, our buddy B West, was there too because Stan Drayton, the head coach, recruited him at Nova. So they're close.
Brian Westbrook, he's allowed. That's good knowledge. Brian Westbrook, that's good knowledge to be shared with the young kids.
We welcome him in.
We do. We like him being able to help with the Division I program.
Absolutely.
That's great.
By the way, a little schedule nugget came out again.
What's the schedule nugget?
Vince from Philly Sports Trips will be happy that he does not have to plan an international trip. The Eagles will not be playing in Mexico City versus the Cardinals. That will, in fact, be Cardinals-Niners in late November.
I'll tell you what, they're getting some good international games.
Yeah, this is the best schedule of international games I can ever remember.
Like Jacksonville, Miami.
Okay,
or
now let's.
like
all right,
that.
we take it off the board then. So the Eagles are not traveling internationally this year then. So again, let's think about this. We're 8 days out, but you got the road games in the division. So Vince, let's take notes here. Washington, Dallas. I am not opposed to if the timing fell right to Dallas for a going to see the Eagles in Dallas.
I was in Dallas a bunch.
Because lots of Eagles fans will be with us.
Yeah.
It's just Dallas.
Okay, but I'm telling you
Dallas
this.
is not that
stadium
cool.
Okay,
is,
no, but I'm going to give you this. At Detroit?
Yeah.
No. At Houston, I can tell you, Houston's downtown sucks.
And the arena,
Sucks.
I mean, the stadium's so
and it's so far away from
Houston
Yeah.
has like 4 different downtowns. It's
Okay,
so
so Detroit and Houston, forget about it. At Indianapolis, I like Indy.
I like Indy,
I don't
too.
mind that a little bit.
I love that town.
Yeah, I like Indy.
I like Indianapolis. Then the only other choices we would have
Arizona's the number one.
are Arizona.
That's the big road trip people will be playing.
Arizona, it depends on when it falls, too. If it falls at Christmas time, you can't. You know what I mean? We're going to have to pick something that doesn't fall at
November
Christmas.
would be great.
November in Arizona would be amazing.
That would
be amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome. So, schedule gets released next Thursday night, which, by the way, we'll be getting ready for Game 6, I would believe, of the Sixers and the Heat.
Let's hope.
Down at the Wells Fargo Center would be my guess.
Yes.
Let's hope. Let's hope it goes
I'm good with that.
Hey, I want you to think of the best coaches in the NBA. And I want you to tell me which one of them conducts themselves like Doc Rivers has been conducting himself. Any of the coaches in this year's playoffs? Another year's?
I don't watch those other coaches.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to know.
When they're playing Doc Rivers, whether you like it or not, stuff on SportsCenter, it's sort of like the defiant. The way Doc's carrying himself right now.
I wouldn't think others are acting like him, but I don't know.
Doc, you better win. When you act like that, you better win. When you act like Billy Big Balls, I know what I'm doing. Whether you like it or not, this is what we're doing because I've got the better plan. Well, then you better win. I mean, to me, it's almost like Doc's drawing a line in the sand going, I am smarter than all you people. Which, by the way, I believe he is on basketball. I'll raise a hand there. But I don't believe you necessarily means just because I know more about radio than somebody else doesn't mean that in one issue somebody could say something to me and I go, wow, I never thought of it that way. Yeah, that might have been good. That's really a good plan.
Yeah.
I do it all the time. He seems like a guy who doesn't want to learn from anyone else by his attitude. And maybe I'm misjudging that.
No, I mean, the words are the words, you know.
Yeah, but I'm so literal. I worry about that. Maybe I'm being too literal. Whether when he says whether you like it or not, I take it as that you're being really arrogant, dude. You're telling everybody
Yeah, I don't think that's going out too far. I think a lot of people that I hang with, nobody thinks that they know more about something than somebody else. I will never assume that I know more about basketball than anybody else. I just don't, or anything else in life. But he has come off like that, and it has. It's surprised me. This is a side of Doc Rivers that I never saw before. Well,
so did we do it?
It could. I wouldn't say we as a fan base, if that's the we that you're meaning.
Yes, that's what I'm meaning. Is this city done this to Doc? Because he coached in Boston.
Yeah, I don't think it's the city as much as it might be the and I don't say this in a negative way. I say in a way of factual that it might be the people that he's with every day that aren't his players and staff.
Okay.
And that would be the media.
The people that cover him.
It could be. It could be. There could be some saucy relationships there that we just don't know about. And, maybe it's gotten him to the side of a little salty.
Yeah, I don't know. Things were so great in Boston, that when they won, I guess maybe you don't feel the pressure you feel here. I mean, there is a lot of years of pressure built up into the present. You know what I mean? Like, there's 5 years of a process, plus all the losing before that. There is a desperation to win here that's probably stronger than most places because of the process.
He said he understood it, though. Remember when he was on with Anthony? And he said, I look at those banners in the practice facility, and I see how long these people have been waiting. I understand it.
Yeah,
But does he?
I'm watching the Winning Time on HBO, and it's the Sixers are one of the premier organizations in the National Basketball Association. And they haven't been that for a long time. Historically, they rank okay in terms of titles, but they want to return to that grace with the Celtics and Lakers, and they're just not getting there. So that's probably an increased pressure on him. I think by his actions, he feels it. And the only solution is winning. So if you don't win or at least get to the finals, yeah, it's probably going to suck for you, Doc. Newsflash.
And it could be even more immediate to that. If he is stubborn with his use of DeAndre Jordan tonight.
Oh, it's gas on the fire.
Yeah, exactly, right? So I think they lost the game the other night. As much as we talk about the third quarter and the run that Miami went on, and rightfully so, their poor start the other night was as big a factor of them losing the game. And who was your starting five? DeAndre Jordan.
The only fault I put on Doc for Monday night was DeAndre Jordan. It wasn't his fault that they missed shots. It wasn't his fault that they didn't board.
Agreed.
It wasn't. That's the only thing I can blame for him on Monday night was.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Yeah, coming out in the second half again with DeAndre Jordan after you just had success going small against them. And I'm going, why? I understand Paul Reed's in foul trouble, but foul him out. And then it's Charles Bassey time. And if he fouls out, it's Paul Millsap time. Literally 3 guys I would use ahead of what he did. And that's the only fault I put on him for Monday night. The rest, the shots will fall eventually.
Well, Pat, you were out on game 1 5 minutes in.
Out on it?
Yeah, I remember your tweet being very. I mean, it was hot. It was flat out hostile. I was wondering whether the ice cream shop was closed. It was 5 minutes into the game, and you called it a sheesh show.
It was. I mean, they had turnovers galore. I think
it was. I mean, it was. No, I'm not criticizing what you said, but you were out. You were like, "This is why am I even dealing with this?" Like you were.
Find it.
You were really adamant. Like, and it was. I think the clock had gone 4 minutes or 5 minutes. It was the first TV timeout, and you posted that.
What a bleep show. It would be super nice if the Sixers had a playoff game where they didn't dig themselves an early hole, and that's a trend that has frustrated me this entire playoff series with the Sixers is slow starts. Bob, you talked about it earlier. You can't have a slow start. When we came out the gate firing this morning, you said, I hope the Sixers have a similar response because it seems like every single game, whether you have confidence they'll win or not, they come out flat as hell. They're chucking the ball around. And next thing you know, you've got a 10-point lead. You have to dig yourselves out. I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of seeing it.
I don't blame you. I mean, I'm not blaming you.
Yeah,
and especially in Miami, too. I mean, everybody's in there powdering their noses and getting their prom dresses looking good. It's like, take advantage of it right from the jump. Take them out of the game.
And here's another thing you got to remember. You get down 14 early, 12 early, whatever it may be. This is the playoffs. It's not regular season where teams are going to go on runs. It takes a lot of and you're missing your best player.
Amen.
It takes a lot of energy to come back and make it a game again. And so, okay, you get it, and you get a 1-point lead at halftime. You've used a lot of energy to get there. Now you got to come back and do it in the whole second half with a center that's absolutely killing you. And the announcers, I thought, overstated it a little bit the other night, maybe a lot bit the other night, talking about how tired the Sixers looked late.
Well, that's because it wasn't a good broadcast.
They definitely overstated it.
Yeah, right. I thought so too. We hadn't talked about that.
And then
it was like,
Spiro
let's ride
jumped
this.
all over
Yeah. I don't think that was a factor, but it is a factor in a game mentally and physically when you have to come back from a huge deficit early.
Well, I mean, and Devon talked about it last night. He felt that they expounded so much energy doing it that they sort of putzed out late in the third quarter, that they spent so much energy making the charge and just clawing their way back in that they were sort of spent.
Yeah, I wish I had sold my Sixers +1 at halftime on PropSwap because that's where you find the best odds. It would turn the hardwood into hard cash. Pick your favorite teams now, sell your bet whenever you want, and it's all from your phone. Head to PropSwap.com or download the app.
That may have been one of the best ever.
Okay, Pat, you have to get
your
ready.
A-game.
You got to get ready for a thanks
Playoffs,
for listening
Bob.
here.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Larry.
What do you say, Larry?
Larry sent me this.
What do you say, Larry?
I know you simpletons can't grasp the concepts.
Wow.
Good start.
I mean, isn't that nice?
He's not wrong so far.
I know you simpletons can't grasp the concepts of a complex game like ice hockey. But the fact is, the Flyers did fire their coach yesterday. And I turned to their flagship station, and what do I get? I get a cursory mention of it happening, and nothing but cheap shots left and right for around 2 minutes before you glob on again to talking about the blah, blah, blah Sixers, who we all know have no shot to win anything. Do you realize the Flyers have a stronger fan base in this city than the Sixers and always had? Okay, that's good.
That's
not true.
And
What
cheap shots is he talking about? What was cheap in that conversation?
He says we took cheap shots at the Flyers for 2 minutes, a cursory conversation. And do you not understand that the Flyers have and always have had a larger fan base than the Sixers in this town?
I would say that's factually incorrect.
That is factually incorrect, sir. But guess what? When I worked for the Flyers had a bigger fan base than the Sixers. In the 80s, the Flyers had a bigger fan base than the Sixers. They were bigger. They outdrew them. I mean, every game was a sellout for the Flyers. 17-0-7-7 or whatever it was. Every single game, the Sixers did not have that same following.
Wow.
They did not.
I don't know. I mean, they had Doc, they had Moses, they had Most Cheeks.
Yeah, they had that. That was more the beginning of the 80s. And then it sort of putzed
and then Barkley. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it was but the bigger fan base. But no, I mean, I was shocked. I'm shocked by that. Seriously, does he expect to, we're going to get into an in-depth conversation over who the Flyers coach should be? I mean,
the Flyers are in hospice. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, they're kind of dying as an organization. What's there to talk about?
See, this is the problem with the Flyers organization, with the Flyers fan base. What needs to be corrected? Well, I'm sorry. What was the guy's name?
Larry.
Larry,
come on,
you're
Bob.
stuck in the past.
And then Larry
You're
says,
stuck in the past. Get to the present. The present is horrible. I've been around longer than you probably, Larry. I've seen them win Stanley Cups. This is the worst this organization has ever been in my lifetime.
The Flyers love a guy like Larry, and I love Larry for listening. But the Flyers love Larry because Larry probably believed all the BS that was spewed by Chuck Fletcher as he kissed Dave Scott's ass in that press conference of, well, Dave's given us all this, and Dave's more supportive, and Dave's this, and Dave's... Like, this organization and the excuses they make for the hole that they've dug themselves in, and all they're going to do is do a quote, like, speed-up rebuild. They don't commit to a rebuild. They just think they're one or two free agents away, and they look at injuries, and they point to that. I mean, they're oblivious. They need an intervention in the worst way, and they don't get one. You saw it in the press conference, man. Like, I can't support an organization that can't even look themselves in the mirror and realize what they are.
And I think it's
just a massive retooling.
And
needed.
Look, it's
just one or two players.
Larry needs it, but the idea that the Sixers have a smaller fan base than the Flyers,
not a chance in hell.
You're just totally out of it. You got your head in the sand.
Sometimes I use like my mother-in-law, father-in-law, as like a gauge of like what people are talking about. They were talking about the Sixers this past weekend. I don't think I've ever heard them mention the Flyers. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
Like, my mom knew Iverson.
Yeah, exactly.
And my mom wasn't an NBA fan.
She
but
probably
she
knew
knew
Lindros
Iverson.
in
Like she
fairness.
knew Iverson. She thought, that little guy is so, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And she liked Iverson.
Maybe the Flyers at times in the 80s outdrew at home. The 20,000 fans sold out that 17,000 arena every night. The Sixers probably have millions of fans in this city that just couldn't afford to go down and buy tickets or whatever it may be.
Well, and it's one of the best basketball cities in the entire world.
That's definitely part of it, though. I mean, the price of admission, the fact that the Flyers organization thinks it's good PR when they don't raise ticket prices after this year. They thought that was good PR. Hey, guys, we didn't raise ticket prices.
I would have just let that go by because I would have let that fly right by.
I was stunned.
Hey, Preferred Home Improvement specializes in roofing, siding, and windows. Turn to the local experts at Preferred Home Improvement. Visit phibuilds.com. The Phillies will close out their series against the Texas Rangers.
Woo!
You know. Woo!
Alec Boehm got the yips again.
He was terrible last night.
Roman Quinn can't bunt.
Yeah, but though, Alec
fundamentals,
Boehm,
huh? It always seems to bite this team.
Alec Boehm can really hit, though.
He can.
I love that he's rebounding.
But he also was responsible for 3 runs allowed last night.
Remember we talked about Austin Riley?
Yeah.
Could he become Austin Riley? First of all, Alec Boehm can't be this team's DH, so he has to learn to field the baseball.
Yeah.
And he
how many games is it going to cost you in the process?
Well, he went through a 2-week stretch where he was solid.
He was solid.
He was making the routine plays.
And last night reverted right back.
When he makes one begets another. It's almost like if your tee shot the other day, I had a bad tee shot in the first hole. And it took me till like the 4th or 5th hole to get going off the tee because it was in my head. Man, you started out crappy off the tee. Alec Boehm, I think when he makes a mistake, then it starts to compound in his head.
Yeah, well.
Because they're
already 6 games out of first place in their own division.
You need his bat in the lineup.
Yeah,
you need it. It's a valuable bat in that lineup. He's better than a lot of the guys who are supposedly the stars.
Yeah, the things that what screwed everything up is that Bryce Harper's elbow went wonky and he can't play the field. Alec Boehm, you're putting out. He's going to have games like that, and he's got to come back. I like what he said after the game.
Much better.
Again, I screwed up. He faces it, and I think that's half. Maybe not half. When you're doing something physically not well, a big part of the battle is also mentally, where are you? But like early on in that game last night, he had a nice inside-out swing on a tough pitch, lines it to right field, gets a nice base hit. Like Alec Boehm is a major league hitter, I think.
He absolutely looks that way. And that's good.
Yeah,
but he's not a major league fielder.
He's not a minor league.
I mean, this team has to find ways to win games when they only score 4 runs. And look, it's not the bullpen's fault anymore. The bullpen's ERA compared to the past 3 years is great. The starters hopefully will come around, but they gotta grind out some games. And what I'm seeing from this team is they can only really win when they're exploding offensively. And a game like that where one player costs you 3 runs,
it's tough.
I mean, that's the difference in the game last night.
Kyle Schwarber has 16 RBIs in 80 at bats. Bryce Harper has 15 RBIs in 91 at-bats. Alec Boehm already with 14 RBIs in just 59 at-bats.
That's great.
The young man's he's gotten one part of it fixed. So now it's got to be fixing the other part.
Yeah.
And he did have a 2-week stretch where he was playing well in the field. So
he did.
But Bob, what you said about him owning it, I greatly admire the young.
There was a piece by Ken Rosenthal on The Athletic that credits Kevin Gregg, the son of Eric Gregg, who's the communications president down there. And he basically pulled him aside right after the game, was like, look, man, you got to own this. It was a good story.
Well, I really admire him because I think he learned a lesson there, and he has become incredibly rootable for me. I want to see him succeed.
Isn't it funny? 2 sentences or 3 sentences.
A young man taking responsibility.
Exactly. And when
he didn't back off, Bob.
Right. And when the whole Ben Simmons thing was going on early on when it happened, we were like, if he sent out one tweet, this city would love him.
Yep.
Again, if he said, yeah, my fault, I don't know what I would say, whatever it may have been. Alec Boehm, I also think not only does it make me a bigger liker of him, I also think that he will address the problem better with the attitude.
Absolutely.
It gives you a clear conscience. It lets you know, okay, I have to work on this. You're not hiding anything on that. It's great.
I just wonder if he can actually get better.
Yeah, well, there's that.
I want Bowman stock.
Do you think he's a Hall of Famer? Do you think he can make an All-Star game? Oh, we don't worry about that with Alec Boehm, do we? Because we're fixing the here and now. All right, John, you can go to break, buddy. It's good.
Thanks for listening, Bob.
Thanks, Bob.
Way to go, Bobby.
Thanks for listening. I do want Bowman Stott left side of that infield. I would hope that'd be the infield.
I would love that, yeah.
I would love that to work out because then Didi Gregorius would be gone. Even though he's not having a terrible year, he'd be gone. We have a lot coming up, including our listener-suggested segment of the day. Davon wants to talk a little bit about Pat Egan. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Mother's Day is this Sunday, so it's still time to get the best gift for mom. Your last chance to get Steven Singer's brand new Creamsicle 24-karat gold dip rose. You want to get it. Mom's going to love the Creamsicle rose. You can go to IHateStevenSinger.com and review all the colors that they've got in their gold dip rose collection. These things are gorgeous. Pure 24-karat gold, light peach petals on the Creamsicle rose, preserved, guaranteed to last a lifetime. Mom is going to love it. She's going to know that you didn't just run to the local grocery store to grab her a gift on the way to see her. Mother's Day is Sunday. Do not wait any longer. How about this? 2 o'clock today, 2 p.m. today is your last chance. If you put your order in, you can still get free shipping to arrive in time for Mother's Day. Steven Singer's famous 24-karat gold dip roses are always a hit. They start at $59. Go to my friend Steven Singer. IHateStevenSinger.com. That's IHateStevenSinger.com.
May the 4th be with you.
No, try not. Do or do not. There is no try.
This is 97.5 The Fanatic. Check out Hall of Famer Jason Stark as he joins Mike Missinelli every Wednesday at 4:30 during the baseball season. Get an inside look at what's going on around the league and here in Philly. Brought to you by Everfresh Juices and Juice Drinks. Everfresh, nature's refreshment.
Sure, any 2 slices of bread with something in the middle makes a sandwich. But what makes a Wawa hoagie a hoagie? Is it the roll? Perfectly crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside? The deli meats, premium quality piled high? The fresh, crisp veggies, sauces, aiolis, spices, oil, and vinegar? Or is it getting it made with fresh mozzarella just the way you like?
Yeah, it's all of that.
Now you can add fresh mozzarella to any hoagie. Gotta have a Wawa. Right now, Wawa Rewards members earn twice as fast on hoagies through May 8th.
What day is it?
It's a good day to save when you fuel up at Wawa. Get 15 cents off per gallon when you pay with the Wawa app now through May 8th. Just pull into Wawa, pull up the app, select your pump, and pay. You're ready to start fueling and start saving.
We're going to Wawa right now.
And don't forget your phone, so you can pay with the Wawa app and get 15 cents off per gallon at Wawa now through May 8th.
You're still talking? Let's go.
Gotta have a Wawa.
If you're a small business, there are lots of choices when it comes to your internet and technology needs. But when you choose Comcast Business Internet, you choose the largest, fastest, reliable network. You choose advanced security for total peace of mind. And you choose fiber solutions with speeds up to 10 gigs available to more small businesses than any other provider. That's virtually everywhere we serve. The choice is clear. Get unbeatable business solutions from the most innovative company. Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Get started with internet and voice for $35 each a month when you buy both with a 2-year agreement. Or ask how to get up to a $700 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Call or go online today to learn more. Requires enrollment in automatic payments and paperless billing. Prepaid card offer ends 5/22/22. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business customers only. Limited to Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and 1 voice line. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, installation, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change during and after term agreement. May not be combined with other offers. Most innovative company based on American Business 2021 Gold Stevie Award.
Blast Premier, one of the most popular Counter-Strike leagues, has forever changed this week as Heroic Esports purchased a spot in the league from Immortals Gaming. Heroic will now prove how they're the best as they go up against top teams in Counter-Strike, such as Astralis, Team Vitality, and Team Liquid. While Heroic has something to prove, the Immortals might have their eyes on new horizons as they step away.
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
It's the JCPenney Mother's Day sale. Shop now and save on gifts mom will love. Brighten her day with jewelry up to 70% off with coupon. Find something special at our store-wide Liz event with savings up to 40% off. Plus, extended store hours Friday and Saturday. This Mother's Day, make her day truly monumental. Shopping is back. JCPenney. Offers valid on select items through 5/8. Liz event offer good through 5/16. Some exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If your building's heat system goes down, employees can always put on another sweater. But if the AC goes down, they can only take off so many articles of clothing. Let Pumpman Philly service your building's AC cooling pump before it gets ugly. They can troubleshoot, repair, rebuild, and maintain the AC cooling pumps and other water and wastewater pump systems in your building or facility. Call Pumpman Philly at 833-559-PUMP or visit pumpmanphilly.com. Pumpman Philly, the guys to know to fix your flow.
Beasley Media's Philadelphia digital division continues to grow, and we're looking for qualified candidates. To see the full job description and qualifications for our digital sales strategist, ad operations, and digital sales coordinator positions, go to 97.5thefanatic.com/now hiring. Positions are full-time and include benefits. Please deliver your resume and cover letter to digitalphilly@bbgi.com. Beasley Media Group, LLC is an equal opportunity employer.
Meet Allison, teammate at Truist Bank. Hi. She was born to care, and she always had your back. You could say that. Like that time back in the mid-'80s when she spotted Stacy Kaminsky with her new perm, and a car was coming, about to hit a puddle. So Allison jumps in front of the splash, just in time to protect Stacy's fresh curls.
Look, I had to do it. A wet perm just doesn't work.
Today, Allison's a teammate at Truist, the bank that starts with care. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank. Learn more at truist.com/care. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, AUDACY. Check it out now.
The playoffs, they're into the second round, and you can make every game feel like Game 7 on FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge, an official partner of the NBA. Throughout the playoffs, all customers can place a no-sweat same-game parlay each week. You'll get up to $20 in free bets if you don't win. FanDuel has so many ways to play. It's so much fun. And best of all, when you do win, you'll get paid faster than a fast break. Are you new to FanDuel? Well, then download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code BOB to get your first bet risk-free up to $1,000. That's promo code BOB. If you already have an account, you're all set to bet. No sweat. Either way, you'll get up to $20 in free bets if your same-game parlay during the playoffs doesn't win. FanDuel Sportsbook, an official partner of the NBA. 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max free bet, $20 per week. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
I've got a dog named after Nick Foles. You can't get more Philly than that. We're always loving the backup quarterback.
How's everyone doing?
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
We're rounding out the John Kincade Show today on 97.5 The Fanatic. Now that your high school seniors committed to their college, visit collegeav.com and help relieve the stress of how you're going to pay for it. That's collegeav.com. They're going to help you breathe easier. To do that, it is college T-shirt day for Olivia today. They get to wear their T-shirt today. She's only got a couple days of class left.
I don't think I have a single piece of gear from my college left.
You don't have any?
No.
Neither do I.
Maybe an old lacrosse shirt, but that's about it.
You have a bunch from my school. Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not true. I have a pair of shorts.
I have a bunch from school I didn't go to.
You don't have nothing, Jamie?
No.
And Pat, you have nothing?
Nope.
I've seen Heavy Chevy wear some Newman gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Connor
a proud,
wears a
proud
ton
Newman
of,
mate.
what is it, Eastern Washington?
Washington College.
By the way, I came up with a great ad campaign for Newman yesterday.
Do tell.
Okay?
Go ahead.
You remember the old, back in the day before the scandal, when Bill Cosby had it was when I was actually applying to Temple. They would go, Jamie Lynch, LaSalle High School, 3.95.
I wish.
Blah, 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 whatever it was. And it says, could have gone anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Chose Temple. And they would read off all these. And then the whole thing was at the end, Cosby would say, amazing students. Could have gone anywhere. Chose Temple. So my idea was this, is you just have the same type of thing. And you have the idea of Jamie Lynch, 3.95. Scholarship offers from 7 schools. Where did he decide to go? Hello, Newman. And it's
not
like
bad.
All these exceptional students. And what did they say? Hello, Newman. Newman, you can use it.
Yeah, the problem is I wasn't an exceptional student.
Wayne Knight.
I was going to say Wayne Knight.
He's a Georgia guy, though.
And it's kids going to college now that have no idea what you're talking about.
No, they don't.
That's
Seinfeld
funny.
is one one of the most popular shows with under 25.
Is it really?
Yep.
That surprises me.
Oh,
yeah, you know what? You're right, because my
Friends-
kids do sit around and watch the
Friends
reruns.
and The Office
Yeah.
are the under. I saw that the other day that the 18 to 34.
How about that?
That Friends, Office, and Seinfeld were the most popular streamed shows for people 18 to 34. I'm still amazed because Friends is exactly, Bob and I are the exact pretty much age that the Friends cast was at the time. They're supposed to be the same age. Some of them are older than us, some of them are younger than us, the actors. But they were supposed to be that age. I'm shocked the amount of young people that just love Friends. That love, like today, because a lot of it's, I don't know, is relatable. Like some of the stuff. It's funny, but
yeah,
whether it's relatable.
It's just okay. My wife loves it.
I loved it. In its day, I loved it.
In its day, I thought it was better than I think it is now.
Well, it's a lot better than Faux Friends.
What's Faux Friends?
The other show, the fake Friends that they put on right now. How I Met Your Mother.
Oh.
The knockoff Friends. When Friends was ending, we came up with a knockoff.
I don't really think that's a knockoff. I thought that was pretty unique, actually. Telling the backstory of...
It was an interesting concept, yes, but it's
Yeah.
the same.
Well, in that...
They sat and whoever...
Well, in that regard,
show.
Friends is just Seinfeld.
No, it is totally different.
Why? It's a bunch of guys doing nothing. Guys and
What do you
girls
mean
doing nothing.
No, they aren't. They're living their lives. They're dating. They're doing it.
That's what Seinfeld is.
No, Seinfeld is the idea is that it's just mundane people. You like the cast of Friends.
It's the same exact premise.
I loved Elaine.
Everybody
They sit
hates-
around, they date, they go about their everyday life, and they make jokes and observations about it.
There's nothing of Seinfeld that resembles Friends.
Oh, I disagree. I think they're very similar.
First of all, different age groups, different dynamic of the character.
But if you're going to call How I Met Your Mother Friends,
It's
then
faux
Friends
Friends.
is Seinfeld.
It's the knockoff Friends.
That's we
why
say
it
it
is.
differently.
Hey, buckling up is the best way to protect yourself, Jamie, and your loved ones in a crash. Did you know that, Jamie?
I've heard that. Seatbelts are important.
Drive smart and buckle up. Be safe, PA. Learn more at PennDOT.pa.gov/safety.
These cars these days, you can't even not wear them.
Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Bug you until you put them on.
Whenever somebody stops in front of you, and the car does the automatic stop
It
thing,
bugs me out.
it takes 10 minutes for me to calm down.
It's a very jarring vibration.
Yeah.
In
And
the
it just
brake.
stops it like.
Do you ever take an Uber or Lyft where the guy doesn't wear the seatbelt and it just beeps, guy or girl, and it just beeps the entire time?
No.
I've had like 2 of them, and I wanted to be like, how do you drive around like this all day?
What about the cab driver the other day?
Well, you had your seatbelt off in the cab the other day, but that was because your knees were in your mouth. Because
Was that a clown car?
I don't know what that was.
That man-
I've
and
never
that
seen
man-
somebody so crowded in a seat than you.
That man drove 95 miles an hour.
I had
too.
a lot of leg room in that car.
My head was.
I was comfortable.
I couldn't even
You
fit.
yeah, you did. You had to cut. You seriously had to tilt your head.
That was
For me,
weird.
it was an SUV.
All right, we have our listener suggested segment of the day.
Here is the listener suggested segment of the day.
Davon Carter and Pat. He
What do you say, Davon?
lives up in your neck of the woods.
Shout out to the borough.
He said, I heard your exchange yesterday. Davon jumped the line because this was very timely. So I thought it was important to just use it today because his request came in yesterday. At, by the way, myjkshow segment at gmail.com. Myjkshow segment at gmail.com. I heard your exchange yesterday with Pat about the NHL. I am just an NBA fan first. NFL guy second fan. Why do fans of niche sports take offense to their sport being called a niche sport? Now, he says, I'm 26 And my dad says the NHL used to be bigger than the NBA here. Was that true? So he's looking for two things from us. Bob, I really believe that, and then jumped the shark a little bit earlier with that. I do believe the NHL was bigger here. I believe the Flyers were bigger than the Sixers here in this city in my lifetime.
I don't.
You do not.
No, I don't. Attendance could be what it was, but I if you're going to say, all right, Philadelphia, the 9 million people here, those of you that consider yourself Sixers fans line up over here. Those of you who consider yourself Flyers fans line up over here.
Now, remember what he's saying. He says, my dad, he's 26, so he gave me the context. So you're figuring dad's probably late 40s or 50s. And his dad tells him the Flyers used to be bigger than the Sixers here. I really believe they were. I think the Flyers were much bigger than the Sixers. Like, as far as people.
Much bigger than the Sixers?
I do. I really do. I don't know. I
think maybe in 97 when the Sixers are really bad and the Flyers are Stanley Cup
you can pick out maybe
some
years.
In the 80s, in the 80s, just to put it this way, the Sixers were in the NBA Finals and it wasn't even on TV.
Yeah, but that was
not
a
fan base thing.
No, but I mean, people had to. But it wasn't as. It shows you that the support of the sport wasn't even that big. The Sixers' 81 Finals were on tape delay after the 11 o'clock news.
That's nothing to do with the fan base in this city. That's the network doing what they did.
Yeah, but I don't think the sport was as big either. The NHL was on primetime TV on network. Was on network TV at a time. I mean, like.
I don't ever recall here in Philadelphia the NHL being bigger than the NBA.
Flyers,
the Legion of Doom,
Flyers being bigger than the Sixers.
The Legion of Doom probably gave it a run because the Sixers were so bad in the early 90s or mid 90s that the Legion of Doom kind of stole this city for a couple years because Lindros was that bigger than life figure. But that's the only time in my lifetime I can say it's even close.
Yeah, that's the only time I can think of.
Because the Legion of Doom got me into hockey. I mean, they were big time.
Though, but he's talking about his dad saying it.
Yeah, I can't.
So his dad is that area.
That's
now,
pre my
here's
life.
the thing, Pat. What do you say about the idea, though, that he asked the question about? You were taking offense when I was saying, like, the Flyers to me is still a niche.
Nah, he's completely wrong. I wasn't taking offense to that. I take offense to the fact that he thinks I took offense to it. I am the first one to say that hockey is a niche sport. My problem was they're still one of the four major sports, and we were talking about the four major championships, and you can't pick and choose and say, well, that doesn't really count because it's hockey. Like, yeah, it's the fourth one of four majors, but it's still a fourth major one. But no, I'll agree. Like, it's number 4 in the pecking order. But I have no problem saying that. I mean, it's the reality. A lot of people don't play hockey. It's expensive, so they can't relate to it. They're not dialed in and watching it, probably not following it. I get it. I'm not going to take offense to that.
There's a guy on our YouTube, Corky122.
Hi, Corky.
Cork?
First of all, he agrees with what Larry said.
It's Furcan.
And then he also says
that we didn't do the Flyers coaching discussion?
He thinks there are more Flyers fans than 76ers fans.
That's
what?
crazy.
And then he says 76ers fans are nowhere to be found when they suck. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot all of the 4,000 people that were in the Wells Fargo Center this year when the Flyers were bad.
The Flyers were
what are you talking
was
about?
Terrible this year.
Yeah. Look, I will say, and we've all been through it, that when the Flyers make a Stanley Cup run, that's outstanding. It is so much fun to watch. And yes, is there a buzz and everything? But I'll bet you of the 30,000 people that are buzzed, or 50,000, whatever, that are buzzed about Flyers playoff runs, when the Sixers make a similar playoff run, you're going to get twice as many, maybe 3 times as many.
Yeah, I mean, Subaru Park is probably outdrawing the Wells Fargo Center for hockey this year.
Yeah,
I don't think you're not on average, because the weekend games tend to get a lot.
Yeah, and look, I mean, it's paid attendance versus actual people showing up.
Yeah,
But
I mean, that's not a good sign.
Okay,
It's
it's not a good sign. It's not a good sign. Sixers, by the way, just a number, and it's weird that it popped up now. I got it from Sports Business Journal that the Sixers. Where do you think Sixers local television compares to the rest of the NBA?
12th.
Yeah, I was going to say middle.
3rd.
Oh, how about
okay.
that?
Warriors. The Warriors double the second place city. The Golden State Warriors get double the TV ratings locally than any other franchise. So the second place team shocked me, though.
I was going to go Boston.
Shocks me. Cleveland.
Wow. What else is
Cleveland.
there to do
On TV? Sixers third, Bucks fourth, Bulls fifth, Celtics sixth, Spurs seventh, Trailblazers eighth. And they're the only ones to get above a 2.0 rating locally. But that's a really good number.
Yeah.
By today's day and age, because there's so many TV channels. Like, that those numbers. The Knicks, 15th. The Mavericks, they don't even rate a 1 locally.
By the way, the Knicks might break their own mark here with R.J. Barrett re-signing.
Yeah.
Could be their first round pick, second contract since Charlie Ward. Congrats to the Knicks.
That's unbelievable to me.
I think Perry falls in on this. Perry, good morning. You're on the Fanatic. How are you, buddy?
Hey, guys. How are you?
What's up, Perry?
The debate, Flyers versus Sixers. I'm 35 years old. It, in my mind, hands down, it's been a Flyer city.
You got to get out more, Perry.
Dude, are you kidding me?
No, I'm not
Outside
kidding
of the
you.
Legion of Doom, when?
I mean, think about it. All through the late 90s, right? The Flyers, once they got Lindros, I mean, the Sixers had...
Iverson got here in the late 90s with Stackhouse. They were pretty big.
Yeah, but they weren't good until they really...
Well,
went
good
on.
and popular
That's
are
not
different
the
things.
question. You're talking about fan base.
That they were bigger
Let's
here.
Think about it. Did William Penn ever have a Sixers jersey on when they put
Yeah,
the Flyers jersey on William Penn?
that bodes well to your argument.
I mean, they stopped doing that because the Flyers got swept.
It was a jinx? Is that what
well, the Phillies did it in '93, and they lost.
Didn't
and
the
then,
Phillies do it in 2008?
They did not. No,
They did not.
I'm dead serious. I think they did it because of the fact that like after '93 and after '97, and after '97 it was bad because they got swept badly by the Russian Five. Then they stopped doing it.
Well,
they stopped
I mean,
dressing up Billy Penn.
Perry, here's what I'll tell you. I was an employee in that building from 84 to 88. And I would have to, road games, I would have to be in the Spectrum while the Flyers were on the road doing my job. And there would be Sixers games a lot of times, or wrestling and everything. And it absolutely was no comparison. Like the building to me was no comparison.
Yeah.
A Sixers game compared to a Flyers game. Flyers games were just loud, boisterous crowd. Now, and the Flyers were in a good run, though.
Sure.
So it's hard to compare when one team's on a run. Like right now, the Sixers are a really, really good product. Everybody's really into it. The Flyers are a bad product and nobody's into it.
Yeah, look, I'm just looking at this city of a population of like 9 million. If you seriously take a poll of what are you a bigger fan of, the 76ers or the Flyers, it's not going to be close, and it probably hasn't been close for 50 years.
Yeah.
All the runs and everything, yeah, that's great. The 20,000 crazies coming in to watch Flyers and all that. I mean, look at the demographic of the Flyers fans. That tells you the story right there. I mean, like, let's get the elephant out of the room. There aren't a lot of black people following hockey. There's a ton of white and black people that follow basketball. I mean, it's just simple. I'm not knocking hockey fans.
No.
Like, just the demographic shows you that there's way more basketball Sixers fans over the last 50 years than there is Flyers fans. It just is.
Yeah, I mean, the only time
What about your dad, Jamie? I mean, tell us about your dad.
He had Sixers season tickets in 82,
He's a Sixers
83.
guy.
Yeah. He never really cared for the Flyers
Never really
much.
cared for the. Did he? Is it just a
Legion of Doom got us into it because they were so big and so polarizing. That was my first introduction to hockey where I was like, wow, this is cool. I had a Legion of Doom plaque on my wall that I'll never forget. I got at Grey Nun Academy. I was all pumped up. And he kind of learned Flyers with me. Like, I had a couple buddies that played hockey, so like I naturally started learning more about it.
LaSalle has hockey?
Yeah. I grew up with a bunch of kids that played for the Lawrenceville Flames.
Really? Okay, yeah.
With them, yeah. So like he kind of learned hockey with me. He was never inherently hockey, but he played basketball his entire life. He loved basketball. He had season tickets to the Sixers in the 80s.
He's a big man, though, too, right?
Not as tall as me, but he wasn't tiny. But yeah, I mean, he was 100% basketball.
There you go. Pat, you were raised in a hockey household.
Yeah, but
Your
my dad's,
mom loved hockey.
Yeah, but
right?
my dad's a huge fan of both. I mean, he tells a story of he would babysit me by he had a videotape of the Sixers versus the Trailblazers, and I was obsessed with Charles Barkley. Everybody on the court was Charles Barkley, white and black, by the way. So that's how he would babysit me to just kind of keep me occupied, was the Philadelphia 76ers in 1992.
So everybody was Charles Barkley?
Everybody. And he would go, no, Patrick, that's not. And I go, no, it is. And he's like, I'm not going to argue with a 2-year-old. If he wants to think
So
it's Charles
that's where
Barkley.
it began with you.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
I'm always
Jack,
right.
Jack has followed well in your footsteps.
Yeah, he's a big Joel Embiid fan, Tyrese Maxey, and James Harden.
I love the best thing about Jack Egan, there's so many good things about that young man, but when he goes to a Sixer game, he almost the entire time watches the game.
Oh, you should have seen us last time then.
No, I was with you last time.
That did not happen.
The Indiana game.
I think we went to one after that, and it was.
Oh, you did?
It was rough sledding. He did get the most improved and in his karate class.
Very good.
But it's more of had to do with how bad he was.
I knew you were going to say that.
Than how good he got.
Pat texted me one day after a karate session. He had me in tears about the way Jack was performing and how upset he was.
You can't be most improved unless at some point you sort of sucked a little bit.
Well,
And
that's why
good.
John Moran should have been most improved player. You know what I
'Cause he
mean?
never sucked.
He was a top 3 pick.
I agree.
You
Even
like-
he agreed.
Yeah.
By
You
the
don't
way,
become most improved as a good to great player off the jump.
I heard on the overnight last night on ESPN Radio, John Morant do a 2-minute exchange, I think, with PJ Carlesimo.
Okay.
Maybe. He's another one. He's going to own the freaking league.
He's going to be the face of the league.
He is so charming.
Yeah.
He is so self-aware. He understood the moment of, man, I just had the big moment of my thing. And it was all about, no. He goes, I look at it like we let one slip away. We let one the first game, we let it slip away. I didn't want that to happen tonight. He's so mature. He's so
He joined.
He's going to be a winner.
I forgot. I can't remember the exact stat, but it's him, LeBron James, and one other person became the only players in NBA history to have multiple 40-point playoff games before their 23rd birthday or something. He's in elite company already.
Now now, Bob, this isn't a living in the moment thing with John Morant, but what are the chances John Morant's a Grizzly and just stays there?
I think very
and
good.
Builds them into a powerhouse and doesn't decide, I want to be a Laker.
He seems like the type of guy that would build.
I hear you, and I thought LeBron James would never leave Cleveland. Like the guy that grew up there. You know, there's so many cases where you don't think it's going to happen. How many guys stay in one place? Yeah, it just doesn't happen
No, but he'll
much
sign his
anymore.
second contract in Memphis and give him a good 8 to 10 year run.
Exactly. I think so, but he still could leave there when he's still in his prime.
I think he's more Dame Lillard than he is LeBron James. And I'm just completely guessing.
Really? No, that's cool. See, I think Dame Lillard.
So.
I think Dame Lillard to me, and it's a unfair.
But Memphis has got something special going on.
Okay,
there's a vibe there.
This is unfair to me, but I believe Dame Lillard's a guy who loves the trappings of basketball and what it brings him and the attention and everything more than he loves trying to chase a championship and win basketball. I'm convinced of it. I've interviewed him. I've interviewed him multiple times, long form too, and I think he cares about the rap career, all the trappings more than he does winning. Because there's no reason to stay there. There's no reason that you stay there. If your goal you play the sport for is to win a championship, there is zero reason for him to stay in Portland.
I'll respect you saying that. I have to know a guy really, really well to be able to say that. Because if you're a professional athlete, you've gotten there because not only your talent, but competitive nature. And I think everybody wants to win a championship. I think
then
it defines
why stay
them.
there when he has his chance to leave?
There could be some ego involved saying, look, you can win with me. Just get me some pieces. I don't know.
You know?
Yeah. But I also like the guys that want to win with an organization around them as opposed to leaving for the golden ring.
Yeah, and I think Ja is that. It's a complete guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't wait to see
But
it.
that's the sense I get from him. Like, we're building something here, and I'm going to be the core of it, and I want to put Memphis on the NBA map.
I think he, like Dame, like both of them went to such small schools. They had a chip on their shoulder.
Okay.
And they get drafted by small cities that you get told can't actually win. They're never going to compete. I think they resonate with that city that they got because they both are kind of underdogs in a sense, and he wants to build with that.
By the way, Mark says it was Kobe was the other guy. So it's
Kobe,
Ja, LeBron, and Kobe.
That's a nice threesome.
That's a good.
Hey, I have one
Nice
for you
threesome.
before getting out of here. So the Oakland A's at home have actually been averaging like 4,000 fans.
They're protesting.
They're protesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And good for them.
Now the fans are okay. You say that.
Yeah.
The fans are protesting, saying the stadium sucks. We don't like it. Whatever. The fans will not.
Well, the product too.
Okay, but the fans will not properly support what the owner needs is the stadium that will give him the kind of things that allow him to compete. That is in the worst stadium. If you've ever been to it, it is the worst place I've ever been. So now these fans are protesting. Well, now the owner goes, okay, he's about to buy, where we were just in Vegas, he's about to buy the Tropicana and put a baseball stadium on the corner right next to MGM Grand.
Yeah, I think that's part of the reason why they're protesting.
Yeah,
and so the fans are protesting.
Gone.
Okay, goodbye then.
Yeah, that is a lock.
But they've been a great fan base that
They've never been a great fan base attendance-wise.
They're a pretty good fan base.
I think back when they were winning back in like 02. Like
they were winning, yes.
And the team sells off and plays cheap money ball all the time.
Yeah,
So
but they haven't been terrible.
And they've got an owner that's net worth is like $2 billion.
And he's saying, yeah, but he doesn't want, that doesn't mean he has to do a charity for the city of Oakland.
It's not charity. I mean, if you own the stadium, he's getting all the revenue from it.
Yeah, but he knows, Pat.
That's the problem with sports nowadays. Is these owners want the taxpayer to bail them out.
Yeah, but he also knows building a palace in Oakland isn't the best thing because a lot of people will not go to Oakland at night.
Look at the Warriors.
They won't go at night.
That worked out pretty well for them.
Well, then
Not
put
a
in
great
San
area.
Fran. Follow
But I mean,
the Warriors.
the fans can protest. I'm like, A's fans, okay. They're organized, and they're like, we're winning our protest. Really? Your team's going to be in Vegas.
But
it's going to be there regardless.
Yeah, exactly. Regardless, it's going to be
So you might as well give them the middle finger on the way out.
Well, that's what they're doing.
I mean,
That's
I
what they're
would.
doing.
There's no chance I'd be giving a cent to them. You just sold off our 4 best players
And they've
before
done
the
it-
season even started, and you do this every year?
Yeah, every
Screw
year
you.
historically they do this crap.
Hey, support life-saving cancer research. Join us and our generous partners, All Seasons Comfort Control, and make a donation to the AACR today. Go to 97.5thefanatic.com/AACR, the American Association for Cancer Research, because cancer research saves lives. Game 2's tonight. We've talked about it ad nauseum. So we'll find out how it goes. Be with us tomorrow. It's our version of the post-game show. It's John Kincade Show. Have a great day. Tunis comes your way next.
The John Kincade Show
Uh-oh. Looks like I'm in for a bad hair day.
on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Tired of paying more and getting less? T-Mobile believes customers should get more without worrying about their bill. That's right. More 5G coverage, more savings, and even more cool stuff. And what does that mean? It's like expecting this and getting this. Expecting this and getting this. At T-Mobile, you get more. Like